Hoop. Hey, I pissed her brother or her brother pissed
Nap.
Draymond off.
We not gonna talk about that. Just
Yeah,
leave that alone,
no, no,
bro. Because
no.
me and Draymond already beefing. Me and
Hey,
Draymond legit got beef because he
so
disrespected my brother. So me and him
so
got words for each other.
so I pissed Draymond off.
Draymond Green.
Nap. Let
Yes,
it go.
yeah,
Wow.
yes, because of. Oh, Go ahead and tell what your brother told
Y'all,
him that I
y'all,
said.
y'all. Can I ask a question? Why y'all be sitting here listening to Jehovah? I just like, didn't he
We
lose the
we
last round?
Bro, I hope
we
that's not
don't
the
we
KD
you know
lady.
everybody needs a court
Keep
jester.
saying
That
that's
sure
not the
is
lady that's
Jehovah.
the KD
That
that's
sure
cool with
is.
KD.
That is
No,
Jehovah.
Jehovah.
I hope
I'm
it's
not
not.
trying to throw shade, sweetie, or whatever you
Because I hope
identify
when he
as. I
said
don't know in
Draymond
this
disrespected your
generation.
boy, I hope he wasn't talking
All
about
I'm
KD.
saying is the goats that you talk about,
I
I
hope your
sat and
boy is
had
not KD.
conversations with. I
I
don't
hope your
understand. I'm
boy
not
is
a
Hello,
not
fan.
KD.
Like I
hello,
don't get it.
hello.
Like, have you
Yo,
ever
Ty,
sat
yo,
Mm,
down
yo.
and had a
Mm,
conversation with Bill Russell? Did you
I'm
get to
Ooh.
speak to
noticing.
the
I'm
Black Mamba?
I'm
noticing.
not doing this.
I
Like,
have.
come on,
I'm not
man.
doing
Mm.
Hold
this.
on. Let
I
her
just had to
go
I just
ahead.
had to
Let her
deal with a
rally
bronze
her
sexual
See,
now
accomplishments.
he's
Wall, I'm
KD
noticing.
fan.
See,
Wait,
I'm
no, I
I'm not
noticing.
doing
respect
this.
no, but
Noticing.
look, I respect LeBron because literally he's the most hated man, and literally he's done everything he's supposed to
Oh.
do. I give him. It's a lot of players. I don't like Mike Bibby
So was he
Wackbutt,
supposed to go,
but
so was
I
he supposed to
respect
lose six
him.
times?
Like
Was he
you got
supposed to lose
to.
six times in the finals?
You
He's the
know what?
only
Michael
player
So what
supposed
Jordan
to
did
do
got,
it.
happen?
but Michael
Why you ain't
Jordan
say
got
Was
Sweetie,
that
why
supposed
you
to
ain't
eliminated in
happen?
the
support the
beginning of
Arizona?
his career. Michael
Was Kevin
Jordan got
Durant supposed to go
eliminated
to Golden
by
Hold
State?
on. All right,
Larry
so
Bird
Was
and
Kevin Durant
Utah and
supposed to
none of
go to
y'all.
was
But
KD
guess
supposed to
what?
go to Golden
Hoop,
State?
why did you
But
allow
guess
this to
what?
happen?
Napoleon, chill.
But
Let them
guess
two talk.
what? But
Let them
guess
land.
what, Jehovah? Guess what? At the end of the day, he did go to Golden State, but he's doing something that you wish you could do. You a fan watching on the sidelines. You obviously ain't in his
Did
Seawall,
you
shoes.
say
don't
you
get
talk?
mad at me,
Like I
Seawall.
don't
So I
understand
but
You
you
why
a
ain't in
y'all
fan. You
throw
a
so
fan.
you
much
ain't in his
shade
shoes
at
either.
You a fan.
KD.
You
You
a
ain't in his
fan.
shoes
You
either. You can't
a
fight his
fan.
shoes.
You
What the
ready
fuck?
to
Hey,
die?
You
wait,
ain't in
hold
his
on.
shoes.
Hi,
I'm
hi,
a
hi,
fan. Yes,
hi. Run
I
for
am
your
a
life.
fan of KD. My brother wrote a book on him, Steph
Jehovah.
Curry,
You
and
a
the
fan. You a
That's
fan.
dynasty.
great.
You a
I got
fan.
to
That's
talk to
great,
Yo
Noah.
Goat. Yo Goat, the nigga that you watch on TV that I got to shake hands with, Michael Jordan. I'm not a fan of Michael Jordan nor Kobe, but I respect them. My NBA
If you're
GOAT
not a
is
fan of
Grant
MJ or
Hill.
Kobe, you
That's
don't
who
respect
I like.
basketball.
Talk that.
You
I'm
Talk
a
don't
that
fan
respect
talk.
of
Talk
Grant
basketball.
that.
Hill.
Ooh.
If you don't
That's
respect
not a
MJ
Napoleon.
terrible
or Kobe,
NBA
you don't
GOAT
Napoleon.
right
respect
there. That's not a
basketball.
bad
Bro, I'm
NBA GOAT.
telling you, if
You
Grant Hill
don't
did
respect
not
you
get
don't respect the
injured, he
game of
would be in
basketball.
the
The
GOAT
key isolation.
conversation.
Man, Kevin Durant ain't up there. Your
Yo,
boy is up
Jehovah,
Hey,
there.
like I
who's
said,
Hoop,
I
wait,
ain't
who's
why
here
Draymond
to
did
said
you
throw
who?
let
right.
shade.
this
I
Okay,
just,
I can't
happen?
tell who's
Draymond
talking
said
right
right.
now.
Let him land. Let him land. Let him.
You was up
I
three
just
one.
don't
Your
understand
boy
Wow.
why
your
y'all
boy
be
was up
giving
three
this dude
one.
the time of
Your boy
day.
because your boy was up 3-1 and joined that same team and gonna write a book. Please.
Yes, and
Please.
what'd you do?
Please.
What'd you do? You
Please.
watched it, but you
Please.
watched it on TV.
You mean you
You
watch?
wish you was
We all
in
had to.
KD's shoes.
We
You
had to
wish
watch
you
it.
was that good enough to be scouted by
No,
players.
no, because
So you
if I
hate
was that
from
good enough, I'm not
afar.
joining the team
Okay,
I would just up
nobody
three
cares
one on.
about your diva fashion line G League.
And
I
nobody
don't
cares
care.
about KD
I
team
just don't
hopping and still
tolerate
not winning.
KD
Has your
slander.
guy led
See,
a
mark
team?
ass
When
niggas
has your
like
guy led
you
a
As you
team?
who
should.
never will
Hey, hey,
Has
accomplish
hey,
Kevin
hey,
shit
Durant
in the
hey, hey,
NBA.
hey,
No
hey.
has
cussing,
Kevin
no
What I
Durant
say?
cussing,
led
No
no
mark,
cussing,
Kevin
no
Durant led a
no
mark,
team to the
no
cussing,
promised
mark.
land?
no
My
No,
cussing.
bad.
you can't say
My
Has he
the
led
three
a
and four
team
letter
to the
words.
promised
oh
land?
my bad. That's just the bay in me.
Is that in the
I
book?
don't tolerate
Is
KD
is him
slander.
being a
I
leader in the
don't.
book?
That's one
Is
man.
Kevin Durant being
But
a
guess
leader in the
what?
book?
You ain't never had a conversation with Kobe Bryant. You
Is
a
Westbrook?
fan. You
So
wish you was
what?
in these dudes'
So
shoes.
what?
You sitting
Kobe
here
said
making
hello, nice to
videos
meet
on
you.
social media,
Kobe said
and the
hello, nice to meet
NBA
you.
still ain't scouted you yet.
Thank you for
Obviously, you
showing up.
still an
Kobe
intermediate
said thank you for showing
basketball
up.
player. Stay at Planet Fitness.
Kobe said I
Stay
appreciate you.
there.
I love the
Dang, I
dress.
Nobody
wish I could.
knows you
I
but
never
on
had a
social
talk with Kobe
media.
either.
That's all
Kobe said I
you
love the
are.
dress.
Why I had to catch that straight? I ain't been in the
Portland.
conversation with
Like
Bean
you
either.
saw Kobe, you talked to Bill
Not
Russell.
you, Court.
That's but
No,
wait,
you ain't finna beat me up, Court. I ain't
did you
talking
kiss the
about you,
ring?
Court.
Nah, it's all good.
No,
I'm
you
just
ain't finna kiss my butt.
Yeah.
I don't understand why y'all be letting Jehovah
Everybody you
really.
shook hands with got more
Y'all
rings than
notice
Bron.
he does all this
Everybody you
tweeting
shook
and
hands
all
with
this
got more
stuff.
rings than
Not
Bron.
one NBA scout has doubted
and
this dude. They
KD.
watched his videos and still say failure, failure, failed. You're
No
not
one
good
said it's
enough
a
to ever
failure.
be in the NBA.
No
You
one
can't
said
even
it
get
was
in
a
the G
failure.
League.
If Kevin Durant
Giannis'
didn't join,
brother
if
made it
Kevin
to the
Durant
G
you're
League.
crazy. You're
Come
crazy.
on, bro.
I'm making a G League right
Just
now. Don't
give
do
it
that.
up. Give it.
Don't do that.
You
Jello
Don't do
made
you
it
that.
to the G League.
Don't do that.
just just
Don't
just
do
stick
that.
to
Jehovah, you think
being
you can play
your
G
I'm making
League?
a
social
G League right. I
media,
promise you.
Twitter,
Fuck
I
no.
promise you.
basketball
Don't
I
player.
disrespect
promise
the
you.
G
That's
League,
what you
Jehovah.
are.
Jehovah, you think you can play G League?
Don't disrespect me.
Don't disrespect the
I'm
G
Hey,
not.
I
League,
would never
Jehovah.
disrespect the diva on the
When is
catwalk on
when
the
the
red
next Las
carpet in
Vegas
the NBA.
tryouts? When
I
are
ain't
the Las
doing that,
Vegas
boo
Summer League
boo.
tryouts? When are the Summer League
Jehovah, you
tryouts?
about to try out?
You talking
You
They
gonna
crazy
got they
now.
got a
try out?
trial Saturday
You
here in
Okay,
talking
Dallas. Pull
crazy
up to
now.
try
Dallas.
out. Try out.
Jehovah, we got people
And
that
this
really
is
Y'all y'all
wild.
KD
we
fans do
got
too
people that
much.
really know those dates,
Jehovah, we gonna set
Jehovah.
you up with
Y'all
a
Who
tryout
Kevin
too.
Don't
cares?
Durant
play
supporters,
around,
y'all do
Jehovah. We
way
got
too
people that
much.
really know those dates, Jehovah. That could, if you serious
Hey,
about a
man,
tryout,
yeah,
don't
man.
play around now.
It's
You don't
different
know
on
Ralphie.
Hey,
the court.
hey,
you don't know
Hoop,
who's
can
in
we?
here. You
It's
don't know
different
who's
on the
in
Hey,
here,
court.
Ralphie.
Jehovah. You don't know who's in here, Jehovah.
hey,
Napoleon
hey,
don't want it
Hoop,
either.
can we put up a poll
Napoleon
real
don't want
quick
it either on the court.
to find out if he's gonna put up Stephen A. Smith numbers or if he's gonna put up
Skip
Man, what's your
Bayless.
numbers?
well, you saying Skip Bayless? I was gonna say LeVar Ball.
Post your jumper.
Hey, why Jehovah look like him and Magic Son be walking the red carpet? Like, I ain't gonna even
You
hold you,
got chill.
bro.
Hey, yo,
Yeah,
bro.
easy, easy,
Yo.
easy, easy.
You don't
Hey,
talk
hey, hold
about
on.
KD. I ain't even cussed about.
Napoleon, you
You
heard
talk about
Jehovah.
KD. I
He
would come
said,
for your
"Post your
life.
jumper."
My name Wanda grandson.
Relax,
Jehovah.
Jehovah. Don't
Je-
disrespect. Relax on that. That's family, bro.
Wanda
Relax.
grandson.
Hold
Oh,
on. Did this
Jehovah.
nigga
ain't
did this
nobody
did,
worried
Jehovah.
about
Jehovah
I
him.
let look.
did
I
Shout out
let
Jehovah
Hoop
Wanda.
say something
Dreams
about
go a long time
Shout out
ago.
Wanda.
did,
Look,
That's a real one.
I broke my leg, but trust me, Jehovah, there's nothing that you've ever accomplished that I haven't
Oh
done.
yeah,
Let's
you
not
said
do
you broke
this.
your
listen,
leg.
bro,
You gonna break an ankle messing with me.
did Hoop say something about
Hey,
KD, man?
Dylon Jr.
You gonna break an ankle.
Whoever
How tall
said,
are you?
Dylan,
How
Dylan,
Yo.
tall are you?
Dylan.
How
Mmm.
tall are you? If you're not 6 feet, you getting dunked on too. Promise you.
Jehovah, you're not dunking.
You getting dunked
Jehovah,
on.
you're
Oh,
not
man.
dunking donuts,
What?
let alone basketballs in the
Oh
NBA.
my God.
they just wait,
I'm
Jehovah
not
said he
dunk. I'm
Ralphie,
catches
not
tip
dunking.
dunks.
What's
I'm not
up?
dunking.
Ralphie.
What's
I'm
up?
not
Ain't
dunking.
this the same small big dude that was in my space who said how big he was and he was like average size? He wasn't even like this. Is
He's
this the
6 foot one
same
thirty.
dude?
Wait, what?
Yo,
Six foot
yo.
one
Yo,
Yeah,
thirty.
who?
That's an
he
inflatable in front of a
he
car
was
dealership.
there.
I will abuse him in the
You can't
Hey
talk
post.
about
man,
you can't do that when your guy's
shout
KD.
out the Warriors. Shout out the Warriors.
6 foot 130.
Your guy's
Hey,
KD.
yeah, I think
Six
so,
foot
6 foot
one.
Daniel.
one.
I think so, Daniel.
Your guy's 7 feet.
6 foot
Your guy's
one
seven
thirty.
foot
You are
guard.
malnourished. What are
Your
you
guy's a
talking
Yeah,
7 foot
he
about?
had his
guard.
highlights. Yep, yep,
Your
man.
guy's 7 feet tall and can't rebound.
Hey, who? 6 foot 130. They're not even letting him be the water boy. What are we talking about?
Nigga, you 5'11", 280.
Hey, Nat, Peter Bobby Boucher. Talk about Dula Oblongata.
No, that he's the. How are you the third string water
Hey,
boy
hey, hold on.
talking
All
like
right,
you really
You
do
hold
never
on,
a
hold
something?
on,
water
hold on,
boy,
hold on,
bro.
hold
You
on.
will get dunked
Hold on, hold
on.
on.
You a DJ.
Can we get back to hoop narrative, man?
That's what I asked. I
Shout
You in
out
asked
the
Hoop,
wrong
why did he let
shout
wrong
this
out
school.
happen?
shout out hoop
You in the
narrative.
wrong
Hold
Splash,
on.
school.
splash, splash.
Sh-
It's a little intermission
I'm gonna
splash.
send you
Ain't
back to
nothing, ain't
DJ
like a
school.
little intermission splash. It's all
y'all
good.
y'all
A little
sound like
intermission.
the Chris
I'm gonna send
Brown
you back to
concert
YouTube.
on intermission,
Oh
man.
no!
You
Am
you
I
can
in
Man,
a
Mmm.
you
space full of whack
Hey,
you
Laker
get that
fans?
from
nothing
YouTube
wrong with a little
Academy.
bit of running, but
Hey, I heard that Steph.
You crazy. Hey, yeah, I
that's
was
Wait,
I
how
something.
hey,
many
I was
Laker fans
I
are in
was
here?
I
How
was
many
at that
a
Laker fans
motherfucker
bug,
are in
too. I ain't
here?
gonna
a
it's the
bug,
Too
Hey,
damn
I already
much.
know you
a
won.
A
a
lot,
Hey,
a
stop
bug,
it. I already
lot,
yeah,
know.
I ain't
Wait,
gonna
a
lie.
lot
no,
of us.
I
Don't
just
make
want
me
to ask
drop
a
my picture in
question.
that
I just got to
motherfucker.
ask a serious
easy,
Laker
easy.
question. I
we
got to
in
ask a
here.
serious Laker question.
We in
Do
Easy.
you
here.
Go ahead.
guys actually believe that
You about to say something crazy?
what's his name, Luka Doncic, whatever his name is,
Ooh.
that
Oh my God.
he gon'
Hey,
he gonna take
easy,
you?
easy.
He gonna take you
Teeter
and win you
tot.
a championship? You guys actually believe in Luca?
Of course.
She in them circles. She know the real. So be careful.
Of course.
L.A.
I'm gonna
Luca.
be. I'm not gonna say nothing just for optics. You know what I mean? I might. You know.
You know what, Hoop? I respect you. You ain't finna kick my butt. I ain't saying nothing, man.
Nah, who be
La
honest?
Luca,
Be
baby.
honest, who?
No, I'm just saying, this the
Wait,
same
hold on.
Luca that
Op-
Yes, the
failed his
answer is
team in the
yes.
finals. Okay.
optics, Jehovah, optics.
Wait. So what
Because he ain't
who
had that purple and gold on. That's
wait,
why.
what
It's
fa-
all good.
But
who your
purple
what's
and
your
gold is
favorite
old.
team?
But
What's
I've
your
been a
favorite
Warriors
team?
fan since
Oh
Adonal
boy.
Foil. I've been a Warriors fan since Adonal Foil. I've been there
Oh,
since the beginning when
oh,
tickets was
What
a
Oh,
y'all
dollar.
what
She
y'all
been a
got going on
Warriors
over there?
fan
Y'all
for a
still got 9
while.
players?
About that. When Kaminga get
Y'all
his
still
stuff
got 9
together,
players on the roster?
we still
so you
do.
say you say
Nah,
you've been a
y'all
Warrior
doing
fan since
Kaminga
Donald
dirty.
for. So how
And
many championships?
when we had that midget Monte Ellis who ruined my life, we ain't gonna talk about that.
Hey, we ain't gotta
So how
disrespect
many
I
Monte
love
now.
my no,
Monty.
Don't get me
Go.
wrong. I love Monte Ellis, but he didn't have to get on that scooter. He did not. See, he had them light skinned tendencies, and like you ruined my whole life, bro. I had faith in you, and you ruined it. He ruined me for life,
Did you
and
shake
I
his
still
hand
stuck
too?
by him. I love my Warriors. We
Hey,
going for tough times.
shout
Just
out to
remember this:
Monte.
love,
Shout out to
Steph
Monte
Curry
Ellis
got a
though.
six.
Hey, Hoop, did you
All,
already touch
all.
on that WNBA story I sent you?
No, we didn't. We didn't even get to it. You know, we
Hey, Hoop, did you see? I don't know if you touched on it earlier, but like what
no
Patrick
no
Beverly
Diddy.
tweeting, put the Patrick Beverly thing, what he tweeted about Trey Young or said
Yeah,
about
that's
Trey
I
Young.
sent them that too.
that's
he ain't
wild.
lying.
That's wild.
What did he
Jehovah,
say about Trae Young?
I think what was it like about him in the playoffs or some stuff
Yeah,
like
so
that?
basically he said him and Trey were going back and forth, and he said Pat told Trey, "You done enough to talk to me. I
Cortland
made
looking
the
But
play.
that's
I
Pat
played.
done.
I
looking at
made the
jumbo time.
playoffs.
Cortland looking at jumbo.
I made the playoffs
Oh
for
my God.
seven straight years. I've made it 9 times. You've only made it three. Do some more work before you talk to me." Essentially, is what he said.
Mmm.
Again, that don't
Pat
mean
Beverly was a
nothing.
role player.
That
What is
don't
he
mean
talking
nothing.
about?
He was getting cooked by Chris Paul.
A non-role player
Pat,
would say that.
here's my
A role
here's my
player would
only
say some
problem.
dumb something like that.
Here's my only problem with that, right? Like my only issue with Pat
Who
Bev
got that
saying that
chihuahua in the
Who got
is
background?
like I
who
feel
got
like
the dog?
I feel like we
Who
give
got the
certain
chihuahua?
players that get like because they cool, like you know what I'm saying, because they get they got some
Gotito
notoriety.
Taco Bell.
Right? We give them a little too much power. Like Pat,
He don't need,
you was
he's
never
not even
that
Trey Young
dude.
class.
No,
Yeah.
no, no.
Yeah,
But
like you was,
I think Trey took shots at him, and there was more to it because he was saying,
but
"Hey,
Trey can
KD was
do that
defending
no, no."
Trey.
though.
But
KD was
hold
defending
on,
Trey.
hold on. But he also was saying, "Hey, there are people that are close to him or that are coming to him to, hey, you're worried about what everybody else is doing, me included, but." No one wants to play with you. Okay, you're not a good leader. That's why no one wants to stay in Atlanta and play with you. Like
Who left Atlanta?
there's a lot.
No, he didn't take. Wait, hold on. Trey Young didn't take no
Who?
shot at him. Pat Bev. Somebody asked a question. I just looked
Yeah,
at the
that and
video. Somebody
that's
asked a
not true.
question. Hold on. Somebody asked a question and said, "Why do?" Hold on. Let me go back. It says,
Why do they play
um,
hard at open gyms but not the All Star game?
yeah. He was, and Pat Bev took a shot at All Stars and said because All Stars take the game for granted. Not one all like it said, not one All Star on the court. Good, got good bump or something like that. And then Trey Young said, "Let us speak for ourselves." Like, bro, you like, and I get that because like I've seen this on in a bunch of other sports too, like where guys who are they were good players, they wasn't never the guy, they were never like all pro, all NBA or all stars or whatever, Pro Bowl players or whatever, right? Like in their respective sports, they get the yapping, and then when
Was he
a
lying
active
though?
player,
He wasn't lying.
What you
He
mean?
Yeah,
wasn't
but my
lying.
He
thing
wasn't
is
lying.
you can say
hold
he
on,
was,
Portland,
you can say he wasn't
Portland.
lying.
I think we have,
But Pat Beverly
I feel,
can't tie Trey
I feel
Young's
like we
shoes.
have too much of this
It's not
infatuation.
about that though, New
Yeah,
Era.
we have too much of this
Yes,
Hold
it
on, hold
infatuation.
on.
is.
Let me hear who. Let me hear
We have
who.
too much.
Beverly
We
was a
have
What
role
too
you
much
player
of
mean?
this. Hold
everywhere.
on,
He doesn't
Jehovah.
have to be an All Star caliber player to
Yeah,
speak
Hold
for
on, one
himself.
mic.
hold
What you
on.
mean? But
No,
No.
it's a
wait,
lot of
hold
role
on.
players that got rings that
No.
could talk like
See
that.
Wall, see Wall,
I can't hear
see Wall
who.
was saying what I was gonna say. We have too much of this infatuation on like what accolades do you have on what you're saying? It's not the messenger, it's the message. What he's saying is
Yep.
correct, bro. I don't think it should be
Well, no,
about
Hoop. I'm not saying
No,
that.
no, no,
I'm
that's
not
that
saying that the messenger is
yeah,
wrong.
but I don't think I
I'm
don't
just
think
saying
it should
like,
be you can't tie his shoe. Like we know, like leave that
yeah,
out of
no,
it.
no,
We
no, no.
know that
I'm just
no,
saying
already.
Trae
no,
Young didn't say Trae Young wasn't my whole thing is Trae Young wasn't disrespectful. Trae Young said, "Let us speak for ourselves," and I understand that part of it because it's like
But Cortland, did
it'll
you
be
did
like
you
when I go back to my
understand Pat's part first? Let's go back though.
yeah, yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah. No, I'm not. That's what I'm
no.
saying. I'm not saying that the message was wrong,
Okay, that's all I
right?
want.
The
Yeah.
message can be right. The
The
message can
message
be
was
right.
wrong.
No, it's not. The message is not wrong, right? Like
No,
The
no.
it's just like
The All Star
hold,
message
message
is
is
right.
right, but
hold
it
on.
came from the
The
wrong person.
message.
How about that?
No,
No,
But
I
it
it,
come
don't
from
think
the
it
but
wrong.
came from
like
the wrong.
No, I
I
don't.
don't think it
Can
came
y'all
from
let
the
me
wrong
Hold
finish?
on,
person.
I don't think
hold
it
on,
came from the
let
wrong
Cortland land.
person.
Let Cortland land.
Sometimes, bro, every message,
Go ahead.
a message has a time and place, right?
I got
That
something to say
And
I
too.
then
don't
go to
think
New
this was
Era
a
after
time and
that.
place for. Yeah, I
Why
don't think
not?
this was a time
The
and.
tweet was relevant.
ho-
Somebody just tweeted that. Why isn't it relevant to
Hold on,
speak
I
on it
don't
right
think this
now?
was a time because Trey Young didn't get disrespectful with Pat Bev. Pat Bev saying what he said, Trey Young was just like, bro, like let us speak for ourselves, bro. Like somebody asked a question, let the All Stars that they asked about it talk about it, right? Like, and we can go from there. And it
Or
then
is he
like
being
then
disrespectful by saying let all stars talk about it? You haven't been an all
Yeah,
star.
right,
exactly. That's the
right,
talk within the
right,
talk.
no, he
Yeah,
didn't
it's
say
right.
like,
All
Yes,
Stars, but
but
he didn't say
that's what
All
that's
Stars.
what he's
He
getting at
he
said
though.
said
Cortland,
us,
Cortland,
bro.
Cortland. What
Like,
is he
come
really
on.
saying though, Cortland? Let's be honest.
Let's
no, I get that's. But what I'm
when
He
he
saying
say
is
says
for
us,
Pat
when he
that's
Bev
the
to then
all
go.
yeah,
stars.
when he says
Hold
us,
on.
I feel
So,
like
but when Pat Bev then goes and says like, "Bro, you can't
You
talk to
have a
me because
winner
I
now?
did X,
no,
Y, and
but
Yeah,
Z."
that's
no,
It's
but
like
I
crazy.
think that's why he went there because of the
what?
jab. I think. I'm not saying that's why. I'm saying in my opinion, big
But even so, like you're Pat Bev, bro.
No,
now,
no,
But
new
now
Pat
era.
Bev,
Don't new era.
I'm
Pat
not
New
saying
Like,
era.
I'm not
Don't
saying
don't do
I'm
that
before
because
I'm not
like,
saying
come
new
he was
on,
era.
I'm not
bro.
Don't
saying
do
I'm
that.
not
Come
saying he
on,
wasn't
bro.
wrong new era for going there. I hear what you're saying. I'm not saying he wasn't wrong, Pat, for going there. I'm just
Yeah,
saying like I feel like he went there because of that subtle jab.
But
yeah,
new
yeah.
but
yeah,
but
That
but
because
yeah,
if
but
Trey
hold on,
Young,
hoop.
he
because
took
here's the
it too
thing,
But hoop. This is not the
If Trey
first
Young
time
would have,
people have gone at Pat Bev though. This is the
no,
because
because
Pat Bev talk
no, hold
crazy.
on,
but
because
Nat,
remember,
when
wait,
people
hold
go
on,
at
let
Pat
me land
Bev,
this real quick
Go ahead,
because
Napoleon.
everybody wants to
And
sit
then
here
let's
and
go to
take
Splash
roles
and
at
Ness.
the so-called role players and the glue guys, but then you got what's buddy name on the Guild podcast.
Nick Young,
No, no, no,
Rashad,
hey, so did
no,
y'all read the?
no,
Kenyon
no,
Did
no,
Martin,
not Kenyon.
B
The
Jennings.
guard,
Rashad, Rashad.
the no,
you
Nick
talking about Rashad
Young,
no,
McCain?
not the
Nick
Rashad
guard
McCain?
Young,
Brandon
Nick
because
Jennings,
Young,
hold
Brandon
on, him
Jennings.
and
Nick
Pat
Young.
Bev was
Damn, Napoleon, we named them
Oh,
all
you talking about
Yeah,
cats.
yeah. Relax,
Ty Lue?
relax.
You talking about Lou Williams? Lou Williams.
Lou, because what happened?
Napoleon don't know.
No, because what I can't remember his
Hold on,
name, but it was
slow
a
down.
back.
Brandon Jennings,
It was
Rashad
a
We
back and
McCants,
it was
Nick.
Brandon Jen. It
Okay,
was Brandon
okay, okay.
thank
Jennings.
you. I
It
was
was
Okay.
just saying
Brandon
because we
Jennings
Brandon
named the
Jennings.
whole
because
cats.
There you
remember
go.
when they were talking about whatever was going on, and then Brandon Jennings tried to hide behind, oh well, I had X. If you didn't average X amount of points,
Oh, that was the
or
one-on-one
the
tournament
whole
shit.
one on,
Yeah.
and Pat was like, if we talking about playing real basketball, he said, you sit here and hold these past
What does that
accolades.
have to do with Trey Young?
So no,
Okay,
no. So hold on. So what I'm saying
but
is because people forget Pat averaged 40 coming out of high
So,
school, and then
no, but
no,
Okay.
no.
that doesn't
Hold on.
matter. That
Let me
doesn't
Let
let me
him
matter.
land.
land. Let him land.
Let
cool.
me
Let him
land. So
land.
what I'm saying is he has said, hey, this is how I've stayed relevant and I keep getting calls. But you can't sit here and take shots at the glue guys, and then when the glue guys start throwing their accolades back and start saying, hey, well, so since you're the star player, why haven't you been to the playoffs X amount of times? Because my first 7 years in the league, I was on the team and I contributed to a playoff team.
Yeah.
So then when he starts throwing his accolades around and says, hey,
Come on,
well,
bro.
this is this and this is that. No, because what you're trying to do, Because how many glue guys who have literally shut down star players, but because they're not a
Come
first
on.
round draft pick or anything like that, we try to discredit them when half of them it's
Nah, this ain't
politics.
that.
No, that's
Come
This
that's
ain't
what it
on,
that.
come on,
Nah,
is.
man.
because I'm a hold
Come
on
on.
because I went to the comments because I wanted to see if
Huh.
any other like players and the first and this is crazy, right? First comment up under first relevant comment is Kevin Durant himself. Hey, this
He said you
sugar honey iced
delusional.
tea
You
is
delusional.
getting out of hand, man. Come on, Pat.
You
You
del-
sound
yeah,
delusional, brother.
right.
That's a
Exactly.
now I want to see Pat Bev get on his high horse and go after that man.
No, he
He
said he
will.
He
He
will.
responded.
will.
Pat Bev already.
He will.
Pat Bev responded. You
But
niggas late.
I don't
Sorry.
understand how Pat
Pat
Bev
Bev
can be
Yeah,
responded.
y'all
that.
He
tardy.
already.
I don't understand
Pat
Yeah.
how Pat Bev.
Pat Bev don't
I don't
need to be in
understand
those
how
Okay. So
Pat.
look,
conversations.
look,
I don't
look. This is
understand how
why.
Pat Bev can be upset about what Trae Young said about like let us
Okay.
talk
Look.
when literally he says to people who don't play basketball, you should let us talk about basketball and y'all shouldn't really say nothing.
So that's why.
I like
So
I
hold
don't
on.
Exactly.
Hold
I
on.
like
Pat Bev a big boy somebody else, but when somebody big boy
No,
him, he get
because
all
look,
offended.
he did
Come
respond.
on,
Hold on.
bro.
Somebody said he responded. I'm gonna give you his response. He said, "Perspective. You def should know about that.
Right. Come.
I'm in the H
Come
if you
holla
ever
at me.
want to
Yeah. Come
chat.
talk to me. Yeah.
Love
You're
gang."
right.
No, he didn't say come holla at me. He didn't big boy Kevin Durant because you know where he's staying. He be trying to bully.
Wait.
Uh
Wait.
Hey,
Wait. Hold
here's the
on,
thing
bro.
about
Hold
Pat
on.
Bev.
Hold on. Hold
Hold
on.
on. Here's the thing. No, 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 no. I was an athlete,
I think
brother.
Nas
Like,
is
and I
trying
know,
to
I
I
hate
know,
try
when
I
to
know a
talk.
motherfuckers
bully.
say
I know when a bully. No, I know a bully when I see one, and I also know somebody who a fake gangster when I see one too.
Pat.
Like,
Nah.
bro, like people like Pat
What?
Bev.
Look. 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 Look.
No,
Look. Look. Look.
people.
Look.
Whoa.
No,
We ain't
Hold
gonna
stop,
on.
say
Hold
stop.
we
on.
ain't
No,
gonna
Hold
say he
stop.
on.
gang.
Hold
We ain't
on.
gonna say
No,
he's a fake
stop.
gangster.
Hold on,
We
hold
ain't
Stop.
gonna
on,
say
bro.
that.
Hold
Pat,
on. Look,
no,
look.
Pat Bev,
Cortland,
no,
Cortland,
Pat Bev,
Cortland.
no,
Hey, I'm
Pat
from
Bev,
the
the kind of
rack.
dude.
I'm
No
from the
way.
rack, bro.
Yeah,
You
bro.
gotta
That's
chill.
Pat
You
Bev
that's
gotta
is
cute.
chill.
That's
Pat
cute.
Bev
You
is
gotta
locked
chill.
in,
Pat Bev,
bro.
And that fake
that's
gangster
cute. Pat
shit, you
Bev,
gotta
Yeah,
chill with that,
Cortland.
cause
Pat Bev. Hey,
that's
that's
some
hey,
mo
I
shit.
no
Cause Pat Bev really
no
from the
no.
trenches,
Yeah,
bro.
he's locked
And I don't
in,
know
That's
if you
bro.
cool.
know.
That's
I
cute.
don't know if you know what
That's
he done
cute.
been through, but you
But
can't really, you
No,
can't
but
speak
that's
on
Cortland.
that.
cute. That's
You can't
cute.
speak on that, bro. You
But
talking about,
no,
oh, I
that's cute.
play
I can speak
sports.
on a lot of things, bro.
Nigga, you can't,
I don't
bro.
have to. I don't have to. I don't
You
have to
if
put my accolades on this on the app, bro. But
what you talking
we
about,
can.
bro?
But
Man, bro, your ass
bro,
is
I don't have to.
crazy,
We
bro.
don't have to talk about that.
You
But the
crazy,
whole point
bro.
is like,
Your
bro,
ass
like
be
people
pump
like Pat
faking. You
Bev,
be pump
they go.
faking, gang.
No, I don't. Do I? I be
You
pump
be
fake.
pump faking, gang.
I'm not hard to find. But
That's some shit.
um,
Hey, that's some shit.
Easy. Hey,
That's some funny
Splash,
hey,
shit.
I'm
Splash.
not hard to
hey,
find.
That's
Easy
some
hey,
with
funny
it,
But
hey,
shit.
bro.
hey,
Hey,
Easy.
Yeah,
watch the
Easy
language.
on
but
the language,
I think
I ain't
Splash.
Game's
said
trying to
nothing,
come
bro.
up.
I ain't said
No, I was
nothing.
talking to
I ain't said
Splash. I
no,
was
nothing.
no,
talking to
no, you
Splash.
good,
But
Cortland. You good, Cortland.
but but my thing is like my
And
issue with
then
people
let's
like
get the
Pat Bev
Nets
is
and Ty
you
Heaven waiting. But go ahead, Cortland.
people like Pat Bev go after people that they feel like they can book. They don't
Yeah,
go after the one. They don't. They puff up their chest and put air in their chest for people they feel like they can bully. They're not gonna go after somebody who can get right with them the same way, right? Or make them feel little. Pat Bev do this to a lot of people, bro, and I've seen him do it to a lot of people until somebody step up and be like, "Hey, no, so come say that to me." And then Pat Bev get back in this corner and be like, "Nah, I'm good, brother. It's all love. You know what it is, man. We ain't with like, nah, bro. Puff your chest up against him just like you did to Trae Young.
Wait till
If
the
you
next
big and
pod,
bad,
bro.
be big and bad with
Wait till the next
everybody.
pod. I'm sure he'll
yeah.
elaborate
We
on
know
it.
Him,
that's not coming
It
though.
will come.
him,
Pat
him
Bev,
talking
It
to
will
Trey
come.
Young,
Pat Bev,
him talking to Trey Young like that is
Pat
crazy.
Bev, a Pat Bev
And
guard.
try to use playoff experience over Trey is crazy.
Nothing he said wasn't true, bro.
But like Hoop said,
But as a
Nothing he
role
said
like
player, he
about
Hoop,
was
Trae
in a
Young
bus
wasn't
drive.
true.
like
Bro,
Hoop.
no, I'm not saying it wasn't, but he was the passenger. He
It
never was
doesn't
the
matter.
driver.
It
So
doesn't matter. He can still
yes, it
speak on
And
the
like
does.
game,
Hoop,
bro. He played
It
the game.
does, bro.
No, you don't have,
He don't
bro.
know them
New
trials
era.
that
You don't
Trey
have to be
got.
a star player to speak on the
to
game,
speak
bro.
on a game, like that's
God
like,
damn, bro.
No,
What are
no
we?
like
one,
What
that's
are we doing,
bro.
crazy.
bro?
No,
Like
he
what
wasn't
the?
speaking on the game. He was speaking on his career.
He
That's
No,
can.
but
That's
He
the
different.
can
no,
speak
game
but
on
in
his
new
itself,
career.
air,
bro.
new air.
Like what the
The part
hell?
about the All Star though, the part about how he was what Pat was
No, the
saying
All
about
Star
the
stuff
All Star though.
is
What about that
fine.
part though?
Yeah, it's fine.
That's
No, that's fine. That's
New era.
fair.
New
But
era.
what I'm saying
Hold on. New
is,
era.
but if I'm gonna say I made the playoffs this many times, but you didn't, but you averaging 30 and I'm averaging 10, like, come on, bro, don't do that. Don't
That's
do
your
that.
opinion, bro.
And then my
He
thing is
he
this:
and he has his
his
opinion.
statement. His statement is
bruh.
really bloviated. His statement
Yeah,
is really bloviated. I
like
don't
him
think
going
he's
to.
one enough to. I don't think
Yeah,
he's one enough to even speak to me. That man got
exactly.
more in his trophy. That man got more in his trophy case than you ever had. That's one number one. He's been to the playoffs 3 times. I've been to the playoffs 9. My first 7 years, I didn't miss the playoffs. How many of those times in those first 7 years was you the star player? How many of those times was you the
Was he
game
even
plan,
a
Pat?
starter?
Right. You wasn't the
Come
game
on,
plan,
bro.
Pat. You using somebody else's resume to bump yours, bro. You was never
Y'all don't
that
respect
dude.
role players. Y'all don't respect
Exactly.
role players, bro.
No, I respect
No,
role
you don't,
players, but
bro.
I'm
Because
saying
No,
you
no, you
you're
don't.
discrediting you're
No,
discrediting
you
his
don't.
opinion.
You just
no,
sit here. You've just sat
bro,
here and said the last
bro,
10 minutes. Let the stars talk. A lot of the stars wouldn't
no,
be where they were if it was not for the
No,
bro,
role
Nap. The
players.
bro,
difference is
Thank
no,
you,
Nap.
no, no,
Nap.
no,
You
no,
know
Napoleon.
why
no,
Thank
no,
you,
nobody?
no.
Hold
Napoleon.
on, Nap. You know why
No,
Hey,
nobody?
no.
let's get.
Hold
Hey,
on,
let's
Nap. You
get.
know why
And the
nobody
Hey,
stars
ever?
would
wait,
play
hold
like
on,
I'm
wait.
stars.
gonna say this
Hold
real
on.
quick, Hoop, and I'm gonna drop
Okay,
it. I'm
yeah,
gonna say
because
this real
I
quick,
want to
Nap.
get to Ty and
And then,
Splash, bro. There's people
You know why
raising their hand.
nobody? You know why nobody will never ever disrespect Bruce Bowen? Right? Because he was, bro. We saw him on the court, right? Like we saw him
no,
actually like contribute to basketball.
y'all missing the
Nobody will
point.
ever disrespect. Hold on, nobody will ever disrespect Robert Horry. You saw him on the court actually do his job. No one will ever disrespect those guys. So if those guys say it, I got something that I can put on the table that I know you don't got. I got something I can put on the table and put on tape that I know you're gonna respect. Right? Hoopers respect hoopers. Him saying I made it to the playoff 7 year my first 7 years like he was the number two option, bro. You wasn't that, right? You was a defender coming off the bench. You was the eighth man off the bench, bro. Like we don't have like stop doing that. Like I hate like no one's
He
disrespecting
started a
your
good
ball
amount of them
knowledge.
years, bro.
Nobody's hold on. Nobody's disrespecting your
He
ball
said,
knowledge.
hold
Nobody's
on.
saying that like Pat Bev shouldn't talk ball. But bro, sometimes these role players be getting a little
Yeah,
too puffed up in the chest
he
at
trying to
players
big
that do
Okay,
boy.
more.
okay.
Yeah, he trying to big boy
I hear you guys.
Trey.
Let's
Nah,
go to
bro.
Ty. Go ahead. Ty and Splash. Go ahead, Ty. And then Ness after that. Go ahead, Ty. You good? You there? Go ahead, Splash. Let's keep it lit till tight. Go ahead, Splash.
So, like you said, bro, as far as the whole conversation about feelings and all that, you know, it has come to what it has come to. But in my opinion, and to your opinion, like you said, to your point, I feel like the way that he responded is let them talk, let us talk. It came off as you not one of us to say that. And we could disagree or we could agree. But when we looking at it, it's like if Pat Bev he gets to say what he want to say, I don't see people disrespecting him in the NBA when he's guarding them. Nobody, and I'm a Laker fan. I know when we got him, we were saying he's going to be able to guard this person. Rightfully so, he had a subpar time over here, but what he brings to the game shouldn't be overlooked. You feel me? When talking about basketball in general, you feel me? So I think both of them got a little bit out of their body and just said like the real, like you not an all star, so let me talk. Pat says, okay, if you're an all star that does something in the NBA, it contributes to either getting to the playoffs and winning a large amount of games and winning a championship, or you somebody that's a top 10 player. And quite frankly, like I get it, like I rock with both of them, but for somebody to come up here and say Pat Bev don't put, I don't want to say fear, but he's respectable defender. Whatever he's asked to do in those instances as a Clipper, when what he's talking about, like in that little time span that he had with the Clippers, he was a pivotal piece. He the Lakers always lack somebody that has like they bring that demeanor to the team, that the team that they take on that aura. We was just arguing about how the Clippers were respected over there when they had a team that didn't have a star. All of them dudes kind of embodied the type of grit and defense that Pat Bev played. So that's how they was able to stay afloat and be that type of a team. So it just crazy how like mother or sorry, excuse my language, people forget. Like, it ain't no
Nah, I
smut
hit.
on it ain't no smut on Trae Young, but at the same time, like all he had to say like is if it wasn't coming from a bad place to because Pat Bev is who he is. He just look Pat, like I hear you, bro, but let us just go ahead and say something. And it comes from like, all right, he not trying to sell me out. Like, man, you not even nobody in the NBA. Because somebody got up here and said it, like role players in the NBA actually make that stuff go. Like, you know,
Nah, I hear you. Let's go to Ness and then future NBA owner, the new era. Go ahead, Ness.
No, I was just gonna say like it's funny to me because Pat Bev is the same person that says if you've never played professional basketball, like it's funny that you talking about basketball.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Mm-hmm.
you now like upset that somebody kind of did similar to you what you do to others is funny to me. And then like him literally saying that Trae Young can't talk to him because what he said, Trae Young can't talk to
He said
him,
he ain't won
can't
enough.
speak to him because he ain't won
Crazy.
enough, and he ain't
Crazy.
playing, and he's been to only 3 playoffs while he's been to 9 and hasn't missed playoffs and that sort of thing. Like it's him trying to big bro him and be like he better than him. Basically, that's basically what he's saying. Because he's saying you can't talk to me. That's basically saying like I'm better than you. So
If he
like,
didn't say it, he shouldn't think it.
huh?
Let's go to future NBA owner, the new era. Go ahead.
He did. He
Go,
did. He
go
did
ahead,
say
future NBA owner. Go ahead.
it.
No, I wasn't.
Hey,
I
I,
wasn't finished, but okay.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Ness. I thought you was done. My bad. Go ahead.
No,
My bad.
like so him saying that to me, like that's why I'm like I'm not understanding like the defense to Patrick Beverly because he's dead just saying he better than Trae Young, which to me is what New Era is trying to say. Like it's crazy that he's out here talking like he better than Trae Young when he like not basically like
He
that's
never
it.
said those words though. I
He
hear
I
you.
you
promise you, Pat
I'm
Bev
not
don't
gonna
think that. I
people
promise you, he don't think
you
that.
I'm not gonna lie. You said somebody tell me what this means. I don't think he's won enough to even speak to me.
He like he,
You're not on
What
my
that
level.
means is
You're
you
not on
have
my
more work
level.
to do. If you're the
No, what
lead
that
You're
means
dog,
is you're not on my
not on my level.
level.
no, no,
You're not on my
hold on,
level.
stop,
Don't talk to
stop,
me.
stop. You can't sit here and say what you're not on my level because here's what people do. They because you want to be the face of something, you hide behind a title. Your title means nothing without accomplishments. That's how that
Okay,
works.
hold
Nah,
on.
that's
Whoa,
like,
whoa,
but
bro.
wait,
what?
Nah,
wait,
nah,
wait, wait.
bro.
Hold on. There's people. Hold on. Go ahead, future NBA owner. There's people that's been raising their hand. I want to get to them. Go ahead, future NBA owner.
yeah, no, I'm trying to be quick. First, I'm from Chicago. Pat Bev is really like that. I just want to put that out there. And
Thank you.
the
Bro,
way he be approaching
man, folks,
situations, like
man.
the nigga from he's my bad with the word. He from the west side of Chicago. If y'all know people from the west side of Chicago,
Come
Mm-hmm.
they
come
act
on, bro.
like
Come
Mm-hmm.
on.
that's just how they are.
Talk
So
about it.
Come on,
when you
bro.
hear Pat Bev insert himself in
330.
conversations and stuff like
330
that,
gang. 330
yeah,
gang.
he just be that's just how they act. But all that being acknowledged, I mess with my boy, but he out of pocket. He don't belong. Somebody earlier said he don't belong in this conversation, and he don't. Just like he didn't belong in that conversation with Brandon Jennings, and Brandon Jennings was telling him, "Look, you can put up as much money as you want to, but you're not a scorer like that. So I'm not talking to you, and you can't come at Trae Young like that because you ain't never been in no All Star game. How you know All Stars take the game for granted if you ain't never been to an All Star game? Ain't never been close to an all-star, bro. So I appreciate, like we appreciate role players and what they do, but it's this competition. It's levels to this. You nowhere near the level of Trae Young to be talking like that. Period.
Nah, that's real. Hold
Yeah, and
on.
I
You
Hold on.
don't,
Let's
snap.
I,
You
let's.
and I
snap.
don't like the.
Hold on. Hoop takes had his hand up and tied too.
Yeah. I think. Yeah. Go ahead. Who takes?
Okay, I can't see certain people.
It's
Certain people are listeners on my screen. My fault.
it's all good. Go ahead. Who takes? Tied in Napoleon. I don't know where. Who takes you there? No. Go ahead, Ty.
He might have dropped down.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
he'll be
Ty.
back.
Yeah, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, you good, Ty?
So no, just getting the preference, just getting everyone's opinion about this. So basically, the whole preface of the argument is Trae Young is using single is using single accolades, while Patrick Beverly is using team accolades, basically, in this argument.
Uh,
Pretty
If we
much.
want to boil,
no,
or if we want to oversimplify it, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
In a sense, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, in a
he's
sense, you're
using
right.
team
Yeah,
accomplishments to
Yeah.
little boy
No,
Trae Young.
yeah, in a
That's
sense,
what he's
Ty,
doing.
you're right,
exactly.
Ty. You're right. In a sense, you're right. Go ahead.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
keep going,
Pretty
Ty.
much.
Keep going.
Yeah, no, it's just again, I don't think again we're not disrespecting role players or just because I think Patrick Beverly again, what he did for that Clippers team again, while they had no star, it was just him, Lou Will, Montrezl Harrell. Again, all respect to that, man. Like, I'm not gonna discredit neither one of them. I think, bro, you make it at 450 a billion people in the world. 450 made it, and they both made it. Their roles
Mm-hmm.
were very different. Trae Young, had one. I could say, I'm gonna say just one of was a very highly scouted high school player. And he had one of the really crazy, like a really crazy freshman year. While Pat Bev, in high school, averaging 40, and went to overseas, got out the mud. So it just, like, again, it's different paths. Again, they both succeed in the NBA at the end of the day, bro. So just, again, I give both of them their flowers, but just at the end of the day, this being like a team, like Pat using team accomplishment versus Trae using a single by himself accomplishment or solo player accomplishment. It's just, bro, like, once y'all two get on the court, like if Pat Bev gets signed and then they go head up, let's see it then. Let's see. At the end of the day, they hoopers, so let's see it. Like, y'all put the ball on the court, let's go.
Nah, Pat Bev's at home respectfully this
Yeah,
year.
yeah. Go ahead, Hoop Takes.
No, I just want you to re-say that quote you said earlier.
The
Which one was it?
JID, the JID.
If I
Oh,
didn't say it,
if I didn't, if I didn't say it, you shouldn't think it.
All right, thank you. That's all I wanted.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
because
Napoleon.
I've been hearing a lot of basically he said in here tonight. So yeah,
So my thing is when it comes to the star player role player thing, both are credible. My issue with Brandon Jennings, and this has always been with Brandon Jennings, he wants to hide behind his title of being the star player, but when you got to the league, you really weren't
Huh?
like that.
He
No,
was
no,
like
no,
that before
no,
the injury,
no,
though.
no,
He was
no.
like
Hold,
that
hold,
before the
hold,
I
injury.
mean,
People forget about the
hold, hold,
injury.
hold,
he
hold,
wasn't
hold on.
he wasn't a bum though,
No, no,
Napoleon.
no. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying was when you met other players that were at your caliber, because he
Mm.
likes to when we're talking about individual accolades, he likes to say how he was the best player in California and this and that and blase this and blase that. But whenever they bring up him playing a freshman Derrick Rose and how Derrick Rose gave him buckets, then he gets quiet. So we can't sit here and say you want to talk about scores and you want to talk about guys that you had a different role than, and then when somebody said, "Hey, you want to pick on a guy who's not saying anything, I'm going to say something to you." Now you want to hide behind, "Oh, you weren't a scorer, or you weren't this, or you weren't that." That Brandon Jennings has always been a bully until somebody bullies him back. Pat spoke up. I understand what Trey's saying, but Trey has always had this narrative. I live in the area that Trey went to high school in. And the narrative around Trey is he's a skilled individual player, but his leadership skills, to which Pat spoke about, is what's lacking. You can have
bingo.
all the individual success because if you actually listen to what Pat said, Pat is saying, bro, you can have all the individual success. You can average 29 and 9, but you're not going anywhere. You're trying to little boy certain accolade or big boy certain accolades, like we know all stars aren't political to a stance. We had people who, because of the fan vote, were starters in the All Star game. So we have to put context to certain things. So both have validity to what they're saying, but don't diminish somebody because of the role that they play.
So can I ask a
But we
question
got
that will
context
put
to Brandon Jennings. But we got
can I
context
ask
to
a
your Brandon
question
Jennings
that will
point
put
because he.
context to what
Hold on. Let's go to New Air. We'll go right back to you, Ty. Go ahead, New Air's been waiting. Go ahead.
yeah, nah. I mean, pretty much what we all been saying. Like, we respect role players. No one's trying to like diminish what role players bring to the game. We understand that. And we understand that every man can have his own voice and he can have his own opinion. No one's saying that. But what we're saying is, even like trying to like discredit like what Trey is. Like, Trey got to Eastern Conference Finals as the best player on his team. Like, yeah, he hasn't been a consistent playoff performer. But like to make it seem like Trey Young's like we were just talking about Tracy McGrady not too long ago and his playoff failures, but we know his individual like talent and success was like Hall of Fame worthy. So to make it seem like Trey Young is like I don't know. It just felt like he was trying to say like we're kind of on the same level because I won more than you won, or you need to learn
If
how
he
to
didn't
win.
say it,
You
you shouldn't
shouldn't
think
think it.
it.
He specifically said
No,
no
okay,
one
Napoleon
wants to
okay,
play with
interpreted
you.
Napoleon and
New era. Let's not use the word basically tonight, bro.
okay. So he said you didn't. You need to learn how to win. That's what he said. What did
The
he
the
say?
the,
he
qu-
he
the
said
quote
And
the
you
quote is
can't
in
and
the
talk
and
jumbo.
to. He said
yeah.
He
he
said
said
you can't talk to me.
he said I don't think he's one enough to even speak to me.
like that. He said, I
Hold
don't
Yeah,
on.
think
that's
There's
he's
that's
one
there's
that.
enough.
more.
Now that's crazy. That's a
Wait,
crazy
hold
quote.
on.
That's a
No,
crazy
heaven
quote.
sent.
That's all
Don't
I'm
do
saying.
that.
That's a
Give
crazy
Well,
the
no,
quote.
whole.
that's what he
Don't.
said. That's what
He
it
said,
said.
There,
I
I
That's
there's
don't
don't
think
think
he's
he's
that's
one
one
what
there's
he.
more
enough.
to
That's what
it.
he
He
said.
said,
No,
I
no,
don't
That's what
think
he
there's
he's
more
said.
one
to
enough
it.
to
Hey,
even
Trae
speak to
Young,
me
That's
like
Trae
that.
Young
clickbait.
is
He's been to the
hilarious. Is that
playoffs three
real?
times. I've
Hey,
been to
bro,
the
you see
playoffs
that?
once.
You see
In my
it?
first 7 years, I didn't miss the playoffs at all. That's what he said. He said, I don't think he's one enough to speak to me like that.
No, speak
There,
to
He's
there's
me.
been to
more
the
Yeah,
to
that's
it than
playoffs.
that.
crazy.
He
There's
said
more
he's
It
to
been
it
to
than
doesn't
the
that.
matter.
playoffs
Yes,
three
But
it
that's what he
times.
is.
said.
No,
That's what he
if you're when
said.
you quote
Napoleon,
no
go ahead, Napoleon.
when you
Keep reading the quote.
when
He
you
said
quote
he's been to
somebody
the
because
playoffs.
because he also said this is
What did he
why
say?
no one wants to play with you. This is why
Well,
Facts.
no
who doesn't want to play with
no
Trae Young?
this
No, but
this
that's
Who?
not okay. Nobody's
Who?
no no
pushing back.
But
hold on
like,
Nobody's
but
pushing
you
no
back
gotta
no
look
on
at the
because
you.
this has
team
been
aspect
this
Maybe
has
though.
been
Look who
proven.
Patrick
no,
Beverly
This
played
is
with. Look
why
who
no
Trae
one
Young
wants
played
to
with.
come to Atlanta.
nobody's pushing back on the
Who?
leader's point. Nobody's pushing back on the leader's point.
Yeah, no one.
What
Who
we're
said they didn't want
talking
to go
about,
play with Trae
There's a
Young?
what
lot
we're
of
talking.
people who said they didn't want to play with Trey.
Okay, that's cool.
Who?
That's
Hold on,
fine.
name
That's fine.
one.
That's
Because
cool.
Who?
okay,
Who?
name
Who
one.
are these
Name
people?
them.
You can't name DeJounte Murray, bro. You can't do that because he got traded.
No one,
I think
even
Napoleon.
with even
I think you low key going off what Pat Bev has
no,
said
no. This
because
is
Pat
this.
Bev has said like it's just Pat Bev saying, and he not trying to throw people
He's
under the
not he's
bus.
not throwing people under the
Yeah,
bus.
so
But I know I have sources
you
that
gotta
have
chill.
literally
You
But
gotta
that
who?
chill with I have
Who?
sources.
Yeah,
Hey,
Napoleon got sources.
Yeah,
Napoleon
I'm
got
saying who?
sources.
It's guys
Hey
that didn't want to play
Napoleon,
with
you
no
gotta
LeBron. What does
change
that
your
no
header.
no
mean?
no no
Napoleon
but
got sources, boy.
no there have literally been people
But he
who have said
tweaking.
because here's the thing and I who was it who
Bro, but
New Era got to
Hold
this.
on, let him go. Let
Hold
him
on,
go.
New
don't want
Let
to
him
Era.
play
go,
with
New
You
players
Era.
don't
brought up
mean
Tracy
anything.
McGrady, right?
Yeah.
But when we talk about free agents and just look at free agency,
Okay.
when people say, "Hey, I'm looking to go here," because either it's the destination or they're looking to win.
Okay.
When Trey when Atlanta was pretty much saying, "Hey, we need people to pair with." With Trey. No one wants to
Okay.
go there. There's a reason
Who
why.
Is
said
Atlanta that
who?
big of a market for the people to want to go
Yeah, I said
to?
who said they didn't
Yeah,
want to go
no,
there?
the proof is in the pudding. No one is
What proof?
no every package that Atlanta put together got denied. They cannot get.
Who did Atlanta try to trade for?
Bro, that's not because of Trey
Yes,
Young.
it
That's
is.
because,
No, it's not.
bro,
Not right
Bro,
now,
teams don't want to go
Jehovah.
to Atlanta.
Not right
bro.
But it's
now,
got nothing to do
Jehovah.
with Trey Young.
So you're saying nobody wanted to play with Trey Young? Just because you said
No.
some people
No,
said
they don't,
so?
New Era. No, they don't. People don't
There's
want to
some
play
people
with
that
Trey
didn't want to
Young.
play with
Hey,
Kobe,
No,
and
hey,
some
they
people
hold
that
want
didn't
to
on,
want to
hold
play
play
in
with
on. I
LeBron.
mean,
Atlanta.
What does that
They
hey,
don't
low
want to
mean?
play in
key. I mean,
Atlanta. If Trey Young
What
just
does
moved
that
from Atlanta,
mean?
players would want to move
Am
play
I
with him.
tweaking or
It
It's
did
means
Atlanta.
Atlanta
exactly
not
what we
just
just
get
said.
Nickel
wait, name
Alexander
So,
wait. Who
so,
doesn't
Walker
want to play with
and
Trey?
so
Kristaps
that's
Porzingis
a
and
knock against Trey Young because some guys don't want to play with
Bad
him.
leadership.
So, okay,
People don't
how
want to
come?
play with him, bro. It's pretty
Literally, people.
simple.
KD says the circus around LeBron. You think that's true?
It is a
It is
circus.
a
Yes, it's
circuit.
true.
There are certain
Right.
players
That's true. That's
that go
true.
Bro,
to
And
Bron.
I
hold
agree
on.
with that.
But I'm
Are you
saying,
honestly
so is that
ask?
a knock against LeBron's career as a leader because there's a
Nobody
circus
said it's
around
a
him?
knock
No,
No,
against
that don't
LeBron.
have
It's a
nothing to do with
reality.
that don't
It's a
have
it's a
nothing to
reason
do
why
with
reality.
his
No,
leadership.
it's a
it's a
reality. But
reason
I'm
why
saying
some
everybody
people don't want to play around LeBron. That's
was,
what Katie's saying.
yeah,
It's a lot.
eh,
I get that.
yeah.
That's true.
It's the same way with certain players. So why are we knocking Trey for that?
Because when you're supposed to be one of those guys, when you're looked at as the leader and the franchise player, they have to build around you. But when people don't want to come to build around you, that
But what?
signifies a
But
problem.
what people though? What people?
I see. I'm telling you, the
Cause
reason.
you,
Listen,
cause you probably,
listen.
if you got some role players that don't want to play with him, that's
The
fine.
No,
reason
not
why.
role
If
players.
now,
What
Hold on,
other star have
hold
they
on.
been able to pair with him? The
All you gotta
talks where
do.
he
what
was
other
about to leave
star?
Atlanta to
Right,
be the
right,
second fiddle
right.
in
That's what I was about
LA.
to say. So think about it.
Ooh.
Think about it. When Trae Young
There's a
and
reason
all
why
of
DeJounte left. I'll say that.
with all of the stuff,
He
DeJounte's not a star
sucks for
though.
that
Go
team. I'm not
ahead.
gonna lie, they didn't suck.
Yeah,
They didn't go well
DeJounte's
together. That was a backcourt that didn't go
play.
well together.
They play the same position. That makes sense
Yeah.
why he wouldn't want to play with him.
No,
I,
they
That's what
moved
I'm
All right,
saying.
you got it. You
DeJounte
got
moved
it.
to the 2.
yeah, but
DeJounte is a natural point guard though. So why would he
You got
like?
it, New
Why he
Era.
got to
am
change his
I?
You got it,
position?
New Era.
They play the same position,
You
don't
got
they?
it. You got it.
That's
He
They
didn't
do.
like playing
Am I
with
crazy.
making
Trey.
that up?
He didn't
You're
like
right.
playing with Trey, bro.
I have a
That's the
question.
point
Okay,
I'm
that's
making.
fine. They
I
play
have
the
a,
same position.
hold
Okay,
on.
and he didn't like playing with him. That's my point.
That's fine. Just because DeJounte Murray doesn't want to play with him, mean the whole league doesn't want to.
But I mean, he
That's
was a
one
free
player.
as
There's
look,
more,
look, look.
bro.
When there's
That's
free
DeJounte Murray.
agents,
DeJounte Murray not even that
when
good
there's
compared
been
to
free
Trey.
agents, ain't nobody
Wait,
really
New
All right,
Air,
tried to
New
New
Era.
flop.
hold on. New Air, I
I
will
know he's your guy,
no,
but Trey
no,
is better
no,
than
New Air,
DeJounte.
New Air,
Nobody's debating that.
I will say
Yeah.
New Air, I will say John Collins had gripe with Trae Young because of him shooting those long three balls. Remember, he was telling him, "Can
But
you pass the
it's
fucking
bro,
ball?"
it's a
And where's John
No,
Collins
no, no, no.
now?
But I'm just speaking on
That's what I'm
somebody that
saying. Like,
had
what
a
we
gripe. No,
talking
no, no.
about?
New Air. I'm speaking on someone that had a gripe, and there's a reason why
Yeah.
like that type of
he was
narrative.
the only one able to speak up too, if you think
John
about it, because
Collins
he's
was
the
the one. He
second.
was
He
just
was
like,
the
"I'm tired of just setting
right,
screens. You're not passing the
right,
ball on. You're
right.
just
Hoop,
bombing."
hoop, go
That's
back to
I'm
Oklahoma.
New Air. I'm not blaming Trey. I'm just speaking
that.
to
It
the
is
point.
what it
Like
is,
he
though.
was one
Right.
of the people that came out and spoke on something we think is a narrative. He was just the first person that spoke on it.
I mean,
That's
that's
all I'm
cool, but it's
saying.
not
No, hoop
like I
narrative.
don't
Go
know.
back to
I do.
I,
Oklahoma and
I
what
do.
his team said.
I
And people may not have said that, New Era, but I will say I think because of his play style, there's people that don't want to play
And
with
to
him.
add
Now,
on that, hey,
It's
that's
hard to
hey, and also
fit
to add
though.
on that,
that's
hold on. I
cool.
just want to say one
That
thing.
that
I want to
makes.
say one thing to
anybody
New
I
Era.
said
mean,
that. I'm not
that
saying
makes
anybody
that
said
makes
that,
New
New
that
Era.
Era.
There's
makes
a
I'm
sense
reason
just
why he
though.
ain't
saying.
got that
That
extension yet too.
I was just finna say that,
oh
Wall.
yeah.
I was just
Listen,
finna say that, Wall. Because I
listen,
was just like,
listen.
if they wanted, if Trey
It's
Young,
Ho- Hey,
if Trey
hold
Young,
on.
they
Hey,
thought about Trey
go
Young
ahead,
being the
Splash.
player
Then we'll
he
go to
is.
future NBA, then hoop takes,
That
and then
extension would
next.
have been signed. You're right. You're right.
I mean Trey Young's a small like it's
Nah,
other
nah.
Stop,
reasons
bro.
behind
Stop with
that,
the
bro.
excuses, New Era.
It's other
You
bro.
you
Okay, if
going
that's the
outside
case, then
tonight,
Dallas
bro. You
traded.
going outside tonight.
Bro, no, what I'm saying is just because the front office doesn't make a decision like that doesn't mean that front office is right. Dallas just traded Luka this past
Bro, stop
year.
comparing Luca
You
to
see
every
what I mean?
situation, bro. Please.
Hey,
Please.
Bro,
can I
it's
hop
the
in here
same
real quick?
Hold
team.
on,
Huh?
wait. Let's go to future NBA on. Let's go to hoop takes, future NBA owner, and then Ness, and then like it's a lot of people with their hands up. Go ahead,
Can
future.
y'all hear
Go
me?
ahead.
Can y'all hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah, we can hear you.
Oh
Hoop
yeah.
takes.
One question. If for the room, if a player, not talking about Trey Young or whatever, but if a player has won 45% of their NBA basketball games, what would be the narrative around them?
45% of the games, they're not a
Yeah.
winner.
All right. So that's one answer, not a winner.
You win
Okay.
you win when it doesn't matter.
Okay, that's two answers.
Okay, Dim. I'm not saying either of those. That's Napoleon said you
But
win
I'm
when it
saying,
doesn't
like,
matter.
I don't know about that, but
No,
like,
no,
Hold
no,
that's
hoop.
on, what
the
is?
No, hoop. What I
Empty
mean by that
stats.
is it's empty stats.
Okay,
You
okay.
win in the
Right, right,
regular
right,
season,
right.
but it doesn't amount to the like we've seen great guys on bad teams for years, but
so who's the best player Trey Young has ever played with then?
Bro, I'm not even talking
Who?
The
about him.
the
I
the
just
the
asked the
mu- the
No,
question.
man who
I'm
got
not talking
traded.
about you. I'm not talking about
Also,
hoop.
okay, I wasn't finished.
Like,
My other question is,
go ahead. Go ahead.
how much would you pay a guy if in every major category, as from a point guard position or shooting guard position defensively, he's bottom 20 in all the major
Well,
categories?
we
What
know
does
his
he give me on the
situation.
other side of the
Who's
ball?
talking
Yeah,
about?
we
Like,
know that situation though. He's a small guard.
all right, you got all
We
the
know he
answers,
can get
Hold on.
Noel. You
guard.
got it, bro.
Simple,
I wasn't
just
even
simple.
talking
I
about
just
him.
want a counter question would be, what does he give me on the other side of the ball?
Let's say you win 45% of your games.
That's not what I asked. What does he give me on the other side of the ball? You brought up defensive stats. Give me the offensive stats. What does he
I
give me
just
on the other
told you
side of the
he's gonna
ball?
help you win 45% of your games.
no,
So
he
Trey
That's not
Young's
a
a
no
bad.
stat.
no no
So
he,
Trey
That's not a
Young's a
so
bad
stat.
NBA player. That's what
so
he's
Cortland, you're
saying.
saying does he give you 25 and 9 is what you're asking, correct?
That's yes. Like if you bring up the defensive side of the ball, give me his offensive side of the ball.
Okay,
It's a
he's getting you
simple question.
25 and 10.
That's pretty
I
good.
mean, he's a second rung max
Pretty
player to me.
good. That's amazing. This is Trae Young. Like I'm not I'm not the biggest Trae Young fan, but we sitting here
Yeah,
talking.
I
We're
just thought.
sitting here acting like
Yeah,
Pat
like
Bev was criticizing Austin
No,
Reeves.
I'm not even talking about Trae Young. If that's the player, hold on. If this hypothetical player is giving me 25 points, 9 assists, right, and then on the other side of the ball, he's a defensive liability. Okay, I can look at a bunch of other guys that are defensive liabilities and give you 25 and around 7 and 27 and 10. He's a second run max player. I'm paying him the 180 million, and I'll build the team around him.
So why hasn't he got that offer from Atlanta?
I don't.
Because Atlanta's a poorly run franchise. Next.
yeah, like
Yeah,
just
No,
because
okay.
Atlanta
I
didn't do
disagree.
it.
I
Nah,
disagree. I
they
So
been.
disagree.
funny that we
I
talk about
disagree. I
NBA
don't
players
think.
having
So
audiences, but we
I
have
think.
audiences and we're
I
not in
think
the
one of the
room.
reasons you're not going to give him a max contract is because it's really hard to win a championship with a small guard that has defensive
yeah,
liabilities and like. So that's why I'm not giving him no
Mm.
max. So, but that's not the point.
yeah,
He don't have to be a max player. He don't have to be
exactly,
a max player or a great leader to speak to Patrick Beverly. I don't know what this is. Like,
exactly,
Thank you.
exactly, bro.
I
Like if
think,
he's
I
not a
think, I
championship
think, I think,
contender,
I
what?
think. Hold on, you guys got to read the room. We've moved on from the Patrick Beverly. We're just
Right.
speaking
Yeah.
on Trey
Right.
Young as
Right.
a
Right. Right.
player.
Right.
You guys
Right.
got to
But
read
So,
the room.
somebody just brought
but
up
I think
Patrick
this,
Beverly
I think the
again.
No. We're
situation.
not talking about Pat Bev no more. We're
I
talking
think
about
We're
Trey
Yeah,
not
we
Young as
moved
a
going
past
back
that.
player
there.
now.
put it this way:
Player. That's
if
over.
Trey Young's your best player, then yeah, it's a flaw. It's gonna be a flawed team. If Trey Young's maybe your third best player,
Wait,
cool.
new era. Then that's all we've been saying, bro.
Yeah,
I
what you
think
I mean,
Nas.
mean?
we
I
haven't
think
been
Name's
saying
trying
that,
to
but
come
I
up.
think you've answered. I think you've answered what a lot of people were griping about. If you said if Trey Young's your best player, I think that was what a lot of people were
But
trying
So
to
you know
get
how I
to.
nobody.
feel.
So look. 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 So
I
nobody is
can say
going
that about
to.
a lot of the league though.
But
That's
nobody
what
is
I'm
going
saying.
to
I can say that
Atlanta.
about Ja. I can say that about a lot of
Okay, but we
teams.
talking about Trey. Let's stick to the script. He said I
No.
can say that
Yeah,
about
I can say a lot of
Ja.
people. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
but look, look,
saying.
look, look.
Like,
That's
But
true.
hold
okay,
on.
That's
Answer
true.
this question though. So if you think if number you think Trey Young can play with somebody who is a number one and he still think that he's a number like he could be a number two?
It
Trey needs
depends
to
who.
learn
Ability.
how to. Trey
It
needs to learn
depends.
how
he
It
to
would have,
depends
win.
who the. It
he would have to
depends
learn
who.
that. He
It
would have to
depends.
adjust his
It
game.
Because
Yeah, of
depends.
because you
course.
No,
just
not
somebody
Trey
just
necessarily.
needs a
Not
big dog.
yeah
necessarily.
because
Not
somebody
Trey needs a
necessarily.
big dog
It
in
yeah
the room.
depends
be,
on. It depends on who the number two is. It depends who the
because
number
I
two is.
No,
think
Trey needs to be the number two. Trey
No, Trey
needs
No,
to
needs to be
sorry.
the
learn
Let me.
number
how to
two.
win.
Sorry.
right
You
Sorry. It depends. It depends who the number one is. It depends who the number one is.
because
He
it's
can be
because
a
with
two
Ja I feel like
if
it.
the big can really set screens well, if they're a really good play
I
finisher, like
I
elite
did
defender,
Wait, so
it depends who the one is.
Collins was a good screen setter. That's
when
why
he
the
had
Clippers
when he
Man,
got
had
him.
But
Collins
Collins
no
ain't
is a
no
nowhere
one
near.
no no
though.
Come
hold on
bro.
when no John
Collins,
Collins not a one, but John here's the thing. What
Collins not even a
But I'm
four.
hold on
as far as what y'all
there,
just said, he needed to
he
do.
had players that he had
No, we're
that
saying
were supposed
Who?
to
that's
work to
what the
his skill
best player
set
is supposed to
that
be.
did
Who?
not do when he asked for a Quinn Capella like player, got Quinn Capella and then did not utilize him. He had
Trey Young's not.
He did utilize Clint Capella,
No,
no
wait, hold on. Trey Young is not should not be the best
and we
player on a championship level team. Okay.
exactly
that
The
we
question that was
thank
agree.
you.
posed.
But that's
I've said
but
The
that.
question was
Trey
okay. So
Young thinks the opposite,
the question
and that's what
wasn't
I think
posed.
Pat Bev was saying.
No, he's been the best player since he
That's
got
not what Pat
there.
Bev is saying. The
Yeah.
you once again is into doing what
Well, I think that
Law told
passed
me not to
Pat
do, which
Bev.
is yeah. But what
Yeah.
I'm saying is like the question that was posed is if he can be a number two. He can be a number two depending on who the best player is, like the archetype of player. It's gonna be hard though, and the rest of the team, how the rest of the team's built. But I think he
Trey
can
Yeah.
be a
Trey
two.
needs to be the two or the three with a
Yeah.
solid one. When
Yeah.
they were talking about pairing him with
Uh huh.
That
Bron
something
and
like that.
AD
So
when they was thinking about
Braun
doing
would.
that.
that
Braun,
Yeah.
I don't think
Bron and
Braun would
AD
work.
that works for them
That would
Right,
have
right.
worked.
because
That
it
would have worked.
spreads the floor.
Yeah.
He's gonna get the
I'm good,
assist.
Napoleon. I'm good. I'm good.
Hey,
I'm
who?
good.
I'm not
Yeah,
I'm
saying
I'm
that.
good. I'm
good.
good
I'm
too.
not
I'm
saying
No.
that you
good.
wanted that. I'm saying
I'm good
that
like Ja with
caliber
an
of
extra
player.
O.
That
I'm
that's the ideal
good. I'm
situation for
good.
him.
I'm good
Like
like
I don't want
Ja
that
with
boy
not
an
for
nowhere near
extra
LA.
O. I
look, put it
am
this way,
Gucci
not for
Road.
nothing.
You
Like a
don't.
lot
You
of
don't.
people
You
was
don't
trying to
think
But
him and
pair
can
you
him.
don't
we?
think him
Gucci
and Joker can
man
win a
I
before he
don't
championship.
went
think
to
we are.
prison. I'm good. I'm Gucci.
You don't think. You
I
don't
don't
think
think
him and
we.
Joker can win a championship.
No,
Joker and
You
Trey
don't
I
think
Young
think
so.
so.
together?
I think
If you
so.
put Joker,
no.
You don't think Joker and
That's
Trae
two
Young go
defensive
together anymore?
liabilities. No.
No, but
Joker will
then
go back to
They
all
got
Serbia.
these
they got two defensive
C-Wall
liabilities
said,
all
now in
Joker,
Jamal
go back to
Murray.
yeah,
Serbia.
I was gonna say you
See,
just all you have to do is just get a bunch of defensive pieces
So
around them.
And that
you make it
offense,
seem
and you would have to do too much. That
you make it
offense
seem like
runs
Trae
through.
Young is not winning in the league.
Y'all
No, that
crazy. If
offense.
Jamal
I'm just no.
Murray
I'm
and
when
Jokic can
it's
win a
that
championship together,
offense,
then
and
Trae Young
and
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 Jokic can
Joker
win a
is not the
championship.
leader.
Let's
Joker's
go.
not the leader that you need with a player like Trae Young.
Oh my God.
Like
What?
Oh my God.
he's not the vocal guy that you need. You need a bigger dog, a more
Yeah,
imposing
You need
dog
incorrect.
somebody
in the
that's
room.
gonna put
Oh
Trey in his place.
I don't know
Yeah,
who you're
like
talking
you gotta
to
What?
have that
anymore.
dog. You gotta have
So
somebody who's
you
a bigger dog in the
wait,
Whoa,
room.
what?
whoa,
Where
whoa,
y'all
Joker.
say
whoa,
that?
Wait,
whoa,
Where
whoa,
Joker.
y'all
whoa.
say
I
that? Where
mean,
y'all getting this
So
evidence that
where y'all
Trae Young
getting
is
this
his
from?
face
Are
and
y'all
Jokic
in
is his
meetings
So
and locker room huddles and shit?
yeah, I'm
like,
trying to
yeah, what
wait,
the
say
wait,
fuck?
hold
like
I'm
on.
where we
sorry.
getting
Like,
this
what are y'all
from?
talking
I
about?
was just gonna say, where's that?
Y'all work in the NBA? Which one of y'all
Yeah,
work in the
Where,
they said
NBA?
they said they need a guy to put him in his place. I'm like, wait, what are you
No,
talking
Wait,
I'm
Like,
not
what?
what
about?
are
saying.
you
I'm not saying
talking
put him in
about?
this play. I no, don't marry with that. Don't marry that to
They
what I'm
sound like
saying. But
Kyrie,
I'm
like
what I'm saying
Yeah,
father
is
figure.
what I'm saying is,
uh
and I've said this before. I've said this before. Like when you
good
like a guy who
Alex.
needs a bigger dog, a guy who needs a bigger dog in the room, right? Like you got a guy like Trey Young who, yeah, like
so Trey Young
Jokic is
Joker
the
wouldn't work.
No, it's a
Jokic. No, hold on.
pecking order.
Jokic is the best player on the
What do
team,
you
right?
mean?
Talk about their skill sets, Napoleon. What do you keep talking about pecking order for,
No,
bro? Like,
Pecking
no,
order. What are you
because
talk
talking
about
about?
their
Jokic
so
is the best.
talk
no,
about
Hold
how their
on.
so
skill
Jokic is the
sets
You
best.
think you
mesh.
Jokic
think you
is.
think Trey you
Hold
think Trey
on.
is gonna
Hold
go to
on.
Denver and say
Yo,
this is
wait.
my
Can I?
let
team?
let
Yeah,
Cortland
you ball
land.
hogging. You gotta let them boys kick
Jokic
it,
is the best
Napoleon.
player on that team. Jokic is the best player on that team.
Uh huh.
The reason why him and Jamal Murray work so well is
Uh
because
huh.
Jamal can create off the dribble, right, and
Uh,
also has the hold on, and also does not have a problem with not taking the shot. He will give it up and let Jokic go to town if he, you know what I mean. Like he
so
could
you
take
think
that
Trey
back
Young
seat.
would?
I don't think Trey
Whoa,
Young would
whoa,
take a
whoa.
back.
Easy.
I don't think
You
Trey
think Trey
Young.
Young is gonna tell Joker, hey,
Give
give
me
me
the
the
ball,
rock?
It's
Stanley.
not about.
Like,
It's not
what?
about. It's not about telling him anything. It's okay. I got the ball in my hand. Trey Young is gonna has the mindset of, bro, I'm taking the shot.
Bro,
Well,
Like,
Cortland,
cause who
Cortland, no,
has he
Cortland,
played
bro.
with
Hold on,
that
hold
was
on, hold
that
on, hold on,
good?
hold on,
New
Cortland, bro.
new
I hate
era.
you, but
He's
like,
done this
if
since
you
high
watch Trey
school.
Young,
He's
if
done
Who
you
this
has he
watch
since.
played with
Trey
that's been
Young,
this good?
Trey Young is
he's a
more of a
he has
passer than he
bro.
is a
Y'all
scorer.
expecting guys to take to break their tendencies. It's hard for a player. I don't care what sport it is. It's hard for a player when I've been the guy
Trey
for
Young
a
has
while
to
to
Bro,
break
cause
pass
tendencies.
before
he's
he
been the
has the
best player on
tendency to
all his
shoot, bro.
teams.
Hold on,
Trey Young wants to
future
pass the
NBA owner
ball.
speak. Yeah, let's
That's
hear from
why he
yeah.
hasn't been able. That's why he hasn't been able to successfully lead a team like some of the other players in the
That's
league.
not true,
He's
Jay.
a
That's
willing
not true.
passer.
That's not true.
Oh my
Bro, what
God,
other max
bro.
players has he played with, bro? You name them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who has he played
No,
with that
okay,
you
okay,
guys
okay.
I'm not.
that he's
I'm
I
Let
not
not.
me
know,
that
okay,
okay,
I will
okay,
decent?
give you
okay.
that.
Who has he played with? Who has
I
he been
will give
fortunate to
you
play
that.
with to
I
Whoa.
contend?
Who?
understand
When?
Clint
that
Capella?
he
Come
has
on,
not
bro.
had the players
You
to
can't
play
say what
with.
he would be or what he would do with two max players, bro.
Yeah, you
Okay,
don't
and
have
No,
to
Like
I'm
know
not.
all
Patrick
the
Beverly,
here's
players.
how we
Patrick
dead off.
Beverly
We can
had
only
freaking
speak.
Harden and
No
We
Dwight
can only
Howard.
King,
speak.
no
Hold on. We
King.
can
Leave
only
Pat Bev
speak.
out of
Bro,
it. Leave
that's
Pat
not
Bev
that's
Hold
out
not
of
what
it.
on.
I'm saying.
We can only speak to what we've seen because we've never, like y'all
Uh huh.
said, we've never seen him play with another max player. So the only thing that
Hmm.
we have to go on, the only evidence that we have to go on,
Getting his
is
ass
his
bust in
ten.
the East
Hold on, it's his
by other
tendencies.
teams with
Bro,
better with better
Trey
teams.
y'all are talking.
Young,
All
bro,
right,
if
bro,
you
y'all
give
got it,
You
man.
look,
can't say
David
that,
Bronson is a
brotherhood. You
perfect
can't say that.
example.
If a better team has a better team construct and max players, bro, that are effectively getting the job done. Just never had that type of
Yeah,
iteration of
yes,
He,
teams to
yes, you can.
contend.
Bro,
Future.
Had
This is why,
coach after
because
they,
coach
nobody want.
and
If
no max
nobody
players
wants
coming
to
in to
go
play with
there,
him, bro.
then why? You
bro,
have to. How many? He's been up for at least one free agent period, correct?
yeah,
who?
yeah.
And no
When
one.
we see a free agent?
They've had free agents go there, just not max players,
They
bro.
just
Like
haven't
There
had
is
a
a
max
significant
guy
reason.
go
moving
there.
There is a
There hasn't
players.
been
reason
any.
why.
There
Besides
No,
hasn't been
DeJounte
hold
any
on.
Murray.
free
There's a
agent
reason
And he's
why.
signings.
not a a max
big
guy.
name free
There's a
agents in a while.
reason why other max players or
There haven't
other
been any.
Napoleon,
second
There
why
and
are
haven't
third.
you
been any
yelling, bro?
max
Why are you
I'm
max
not.
yelling?
free
You've
agents
been
in a
yelling
while
for like an
now.
hour, bro. He's giving
No
me a
one,
headache,
Okay,
bro.
no one's yelling. This is
Can
just how I
can
speak.
King, you ain't even
Yeah, now you
gone
Okay.
2
talking hoops, but
I
I
hours.
don't
just
think
feel
there's.
like you
Who
mad passionate.
When's
Like,
when's the last
who's the
time? I don't
max?
bring
think
it
we
Who's
down.
the
had a
max
max
players that move?
player free agent in a while
Hold
though.
on, one
Everybody's
mic,
Yeah,
been
one mic, one
trades.
mic,
exactly,
one
because
mic.
exactly.
we've seen players force their way in and out of deals to get to where they want to go. No one
Who?
has said
Who's
I.
who's who's the
He's right.
who's the recent
He's
No,
right.
guy?
he's
No, no,
Who's the
he's
no.
right.
recent
He's
guy?
right.
Hold on, because I'm proving a point. We
Okay.
seen Paul George and Kawhi forced their way out of deals. We seen
Uh huh.
AD force his way out of a deal. We seen
Uh huh.
Chris Paul force his way out of a deal. We
Uh
seen
huh.
other players who were once max players say, you know what? I will take a vet minimum or less than what I'm getting to go
A
play
vet
over
minimum.
here and win a championship.
Hold up, hold up,
No
hold
one
up,
is
hold up, hold up,
saying
Not a
hold
that
up.
max player
when
taking a
it
vet
comes.
minimum.
You're not thinking what benefited him the most staying in Atlanta in terms of maximizing himself and his money, bro. That was one of the reasons why he stayed loyal to Atlanta.
Everything is
He
not.
could have easily forced his way
You're
out, but
missing the
that would have
point.
made
You're
him
missing the
But
point.
You're,
you
expendable
you're
for
said
playing
missing
with
the
Let him
other
land.
point.
Let him
superstars.
land. Let him
You're
land.
you
missing
said
the
you
point.
you said Paul
Let
George to
Napoleon
AD.
land. Hold on.
You said Paul George to AD, right?
Paul George, eight. I'm just giving people
All
who
right.
forced their way out
After
of
that,
deals.
after that, name another guy. That
Chris
was
Chris
2020.
Paul forced his way out of a deal.
Chris Paul and him played the same position,
Kyrie
so that
forced
don't
his
mean
way out of a
nothing.
deal.
Kyrie,
Same,
KD, the list
James
goes
Harden
on, bro.
forced his way
same.
out of deals. What I'm
But it's
saying is,
Yeah.
you
And
seen
then
people.
and who
You
did they go play with? Who
you
did they
see
go
Cleveland
play
you
with?
see
forced him
you
New
away.
Era,
seen
wait, bro.
Jimmy Butler force his way out of deals or force his way into deals.
Talking about a
You
bunch of dudes who never won,
you
bro.
hold on.
Besides
Yeah.
No,
Kyrie.
no, hold on.
Bro, you guys keep
There's
missing the
a
point,
point. There's
bro.
a point that I'm making.
They went to go play with their peers
But other
though. They didn't go
players,
Bro,
play
y'all
with
can't
younger
listen?
guys.
New
No,
other
Era,
I'm listening.
players
Like
listen,
said,
his
listen,
"Hey,
bro.
logic is flawed.
no, it's not because
Yes, it
no,
is.
because when Jimmy moved places, Joel spoke up, who was the face of the Sixers, and said, "I want him." When he has moved other places, people have
Places
said,
where stars are actually landing, bro. Like, what are you talking
"No,
about, bro? Like, you
who
cannot
who
compare
wanted to
these
Yeah.
go to
teams to
Minnesota?
Atlanta, bro.
Who wanted to go to Minnesota? If
Where
Nobody wants to go to
Minnesota come
Minnesota.
in the
Kevin Durant
conversation?
didn't want to go to
Nobody
Minnesota.
wants to go to Minnesota.
Nobody wanted to go to Minnesota.
So
Yeah,
Trey Young
Nobody
was supposed to
wanted to
force.
hold on,
You think
but
Trey
when
Young was supposed
hold
to
on,
force his way to go play
when nobody
with
wanted to
Ant-Man?
go to Cleveland, and Bron said, "Hey, I'm going back to Cleveland." What happened?
Napoleon, you got to provide a
People
little
were there though.
context of
They
what you're talking
drafted
about. Like,
people.
what
yeah, that's
year?
what
At
I'm
what
saying.
year?
It's
What
flawed.
year are you talking
Giving.
about?
And
But
actually,
what year and what
Kevin Love
time
We
went
talking
there.
period are you
about
Only
expecting him to
recently.
force his way out?
2016 when
Like,
LeBron
provide a
went
little
there,
bit of
he gave
context. I
Kevin
hear
hold
Love
where
on,
you
money.
going,
context.
bro.
Context. When James Harden was in Houston, did he
Uh
or
huh.
did he not force his way out of Houston? A simple yes or no will suffice.
Yes.
Yeah. Where did he go?
He did he not go to Philly?
Yes.
He
He
went
went
to
to
So your
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. He
issue
went to
with Trey
Brooklyn
Young is
first.
not
No,
He went
leaving,
to
no, no,
bro.
no.
Brooklyn
I'm sorry.
first.
Correct. He went to Brooklyn first
He
with
went to Brooklyn first with
Then he
KD and
Kyrie
forced
and
his
Kyrie.
then he forced his way
KD,
out again and went to
and then he forced
Okay.
Cleveland.
his way out again. And
And went
Joel
to
said, "I want to
Wait,
yeah.
play."
wait.
Hold on, Napoleon.
Y'all asked Napoleon who forced their way out. He said he's named a bunch of players. Now y'all saying where did they go? Like where are we going
Yeah,
with
you
No,
this?
I
guys were
don't.
doing too
So
much,
Like
what is
bro.
everyone
And
no,
these
interjecting?
guys
No,
literally skipped
because
the whole
Hold on, but
process.
I
They
wanna
went
what
right
we're
hold on,
from
hold on. I
saying,
wanna
what we're
add on
saying
to
is,
hold on, New Era. I wanna add on to Napoleon's point because y'all won't let him make it.
all right.
To his point, he's naming all these stars that forced their way out and
Uh huh.
consistently on their list of teams where they want to go to, Atlanta is never a destination.
That's what I've been saying.
But is that a
Well,
Trey Young
he
thing or is
going
that
to
an
play
Atlanta
with
it's
thing?
not
alongside Trey
because
Young.
it's not
They
because Trey
haven't
Young is
made
a
it.
But
bad leader.
I don't think it's a Trey Young thing.
Well,
I think it's
this
more of an
yo,
Nah,
Atlanta
and
So
thing.
hold on.
Cat,
So
It's
look.
not
So
about
y'all. So
Atlanta.
How do
y'all
y'all
It's a
really
how do
believe.
y'all
racing.
So
know
y'all
It's
that?
an
really
organization.
believe when
I'm
when.
saying
So y'all
what
really
star has
believe.
ever said I'm going to Atlanta?
But so y'all
but
really
but
What
believe
What
star
even
star
ever
Ant-Man.
ever
speaks on the
before
same
Brian got
tonight?
there said they were going to Cleveland?
Frank, what are you talking
Exactly.
about?
even
But
when
y'all,
Steve
so but y'all
But
Nash
think.
Trey
was
Young
like
is not
whatever,
LeBron. We
everybody
understand
understood.
that.
right. That's LeBron.
No,
Yeah,
but
So what
what
that's
I'm
what
star?
I'm
saying is we
saying.
look at major markets, LA, New York, Atlanta, Miami. We look at major there's and top tier players have
Because if
said
some
this for
you in
years.
modern day, but in modern
Hold
day,
on.
if somebody's gonna
Top
get
tier players
paid,
have said
if
this for years. If I'm not not going for the money and the extracurriculars. I'm going because I want to win. And so Atlanta has a nightlife. There, whether it's
Can I point out?
football, baseball, basketball, people
Can
want
I
to
point
go
out the
there.
common? Can I point out the common thing that each of those teams have that those players went? They all had a top 7 player on their team.
Exactly.
Except Kevin Durant
Fact, bro. These guys skipped the
decided to
whole
go to
process.
Phoenix and play with Devin Booker. But let's keep in mind, Kevin Durant didn't go there to win. He went there because he liked to play with Devin Booker. He never goes somewhere
What?
because he wants to win.
He didn't go there to
Kevin
I
win.
Durant
ain't
is
gonna say
I
all
not.
that.
I'm
disagree
not.
with
I
No,
that.
I
don't
ain't
agree
gonna
with
say
that.
all that.
he went.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
You
No,
wild.
he
don't
went
agree
there
with
Definitely
to
that.
had a
You
win.
lost me
legitimate
there,
chance to
brother.
win with
I
Devin
Nah,
was
he
Booker.
went.
You
He
lost
went
me
there
there,
to
brother.
win.
I don't know
I
if
was
he
Yeah,
has
he
a
with
went.
legitimate chance to
I
win
was
He
with
went
with
Devin
you,
to. He
Booker.
future
went there to
NBA
win.
owner. Then you lost me. You
Okay,
lost me
cool,
on
cool,
that.
cool. He went
I
there to
was with
win.
you. I was
He
with you.
went
Go
there
ahead.
to
Typically,
compete.
Keep
He
going.
didn't
He
go
Keep
there
went.
with
going.
like an
Let him.
Yeah.
Let
overwhelming
let
favorite
him keep
team,
going. Go
like
ahead,
in
future
Okay,
NBA
place.
owner.
okay.
Keep
But
going.
typically, players are going to places where there's like a top 7 player. You're comparing Trae Young to LeBron, bro. Like, of
Exactly.
course they're
Hold
not
on.
gonna
I gave you like 12
Trae
other
Young don't even have
players,
the
and
same
you
leverage.
still.
12.
But who?
He don't have the
Who
same
and show
I'm
me
sorry.
leverage.
I'm
He
the
sorry.
never led his team
Are you
nowhere.
guys saying? Sorry, New Era. Are you guys saying like people? The reason why they're not going to Atlanta is not because of Trae Young.
I'm not saying. I'm not saying that.
I'm saying it's not because of Trae Young.
I'm
The
saying
two
So
it's not
reasons
because
y'all
of
The
Trae
gave
No,
Young.
I'm
Trae
saying
Young.
organization,
they're not
bro.
going, and
People
the only
saying
common
it's
factor
because
is it has to be Trey. Trey has been the only constant when
no.
they
well,
because
I don't think it's
I
Trey
agree.
though.
No,
Bro,
I
who have they
agree.
drafted
I agree
outside
that
of
some.
trade up into the point of Jalen Johnson at this
I
point? That's
agree that
changed
some
the
of it.
Exactly.
trajectory of that
I
franchise.
agree
They've
that some
Speak
of
drafted
on
it.
bad.
Jalen
They've traded
Johnson.
bad.
I agree that some
Speak
of
on
it
Jalen Johnson because
I think I
if you
agree that some
watch
of it is
Trae
Trae
Young
Young.
play
Though I'm
with
not gonna
That
Jalen
lie.
team is way
Johnson,
more appealing now with Jalen Johnson and that depth on that
correct.
team.
And one of the
Yeah,
Way more.
reasons
exactly.
y'all said
So
that
a
people
superstar
don't
will
want to
go there
play,
if they're willing to pay him.
one of the reasons you all said that people don't want to play with Trae Young is because he's not a willing passer. I think Cortland brought that
Exactly.
up.
That's what people
That's
trying
I
to
not
I
say.
brought that up
No, I
initially.
didn't say
that.
that. I did
Hold
not
Or
say
on,
I
that.
brought
I
that
didn't
or
up.
say that.
or he's a
I
bad
didn't
leader.
say
That's what
that.
they're
But you
saying.
know,
That's
I
what I'm
or
didn't
he's
say
a
hearing.
that.
bad
No,
leader, right?
Napoleon brought that up. That is not Cortland did not bring that
can
up. I brought that up.
but
Wait,
you
Okay,
Okay,
know,
okay.
fine.
So
Now
but
wait,
keep.
wait.
Now
Let
keep
me
going. Let him
future
finish.
go,
NBA.
Hold
cause he
let
on.
me
cooking. He cooking.
Let
Let me
let
finish.
future NBA owner
Yeah,
finish.
let
Let
him
him
cook. Let him
finish.
cook. Let
Let
him
him
cook.
Hold
finish.
on.
Thank you. I need
So
one
Jalen
mic so we
Johnson,
can hear
if you
everybody
watch
speaking. If it's 3 or 4 people, we can't hear everybody. Or raise your hand,
Jalen Johnson,
please.
Jalen Johnson might be the best acquisition or not acquisition, but the best draft player that they've gotten so far. He is
Hmm.
arguably Atlanta's best player. His
A
upside is
fact.
way bigger than Trae Young. Trae Young has recognized that. When you watch Trae Young play, he is a more than willing passer to get that ball to Jalen Johnson and let
Yeah.
Jalen Johnson does his thing. You want to
Hmm.
know one indication
Jalen
of that
Clutch.
is that his stats actually his assists actually went down when Jalen Johnson got injured because he passed the ball more to Jalen Johnson than anybody else because he realized that Jalen Johnson has the potential to be the best player on the team. So to say that players don't want to play with Trae Young because he's not a willing passer, this dude averaged 10 assists not because he's not a willing passer, but because he does more passing than he wants to do more passing than anything else. In terms of the leader argument, I've never seen no indication outside of like DeJounte Murray or John Collins saying the way that they play with Trae Young is not conducive to them being the best player on the court. That has nothing to do with
Exactly.
their leadership. That has more to do with management surrounding them with a team to complement
Thank
all of their
you.
skills.
Thank you.
Like who
Thank
are they
you.
beating in his early part of his era? Like who is they beating, bro, in the East? Like
Wait, hold
who?
on. Wait, hold on. Future NBA owner, are you in Atlanta?
I'm in Chicago. I just
Can I
watch a lot of
can I
Trae
can
Young
I
games.
can I ask you one question?
Yeah.
How many NBA coaches has Trae Young got into it with?
From my understanding, I think all of them that he's
Okay,
had.
I just wanted to ask that. That's all I wanted to
Hey,
ask.
No further questions. No
Hey,
further
hoop,
Okay, no,
questions.
no, no,
hoop.
no.
You
Okay, so
gotta
let me
chill,
retort.
hoop.
No,
You
I'm
got.
just
I don't
saying.
know
No
I'm
because
further
just
I don't know where
questions.
the
Chill
conversation is going
out.
because it's the
Chill
no. I'm
conversation.
out.
just no.
Trey Young is a cancer.
Wait,
But
That's what
look,
they're
King,
is
saying.
King,
the
you don't
conversation
King,
he should have
King.
moved on?
You
Like, are
don't
y'all
get
mad that he
King,
didn't
Trey
move
King. You
on?
don't get
Trey Young is a
you
cancer.
didn't
Nobody
get
want to
what I
play with him.
you
Nobody want to coach
King.
him.
If you didn't
That's what
get
they're
if
Thank
you
you,
didn't
New
saying.
get
Era.
what I was
Finally.
saying, King, you just
That's what
get
they're
to
Finally.
it.
saying, bro.
Finally.
That's what they're saying.
I was just asking a
Finally, you got the
question.
point.
I was just asking a
That's what they're
question, New
saying.
Air.
I got it now.
I was just
I
asking.
got it.
He said
It's a
I
three,
got it, bro.
legitimate, yeah, it's a legitimate question. But
but
let's
could could
let's
that tie into the
let's
leadership?
Nah,
compart.
Wait,
Hold
future
that
NBA
same
owner.
for
on.
cancer.
Wait,
Let me
future NBA
retort.
owner. Before you go, could that tie into the leadership that you're speaking of? I'm just asking before you
Yo,
go.
and that's why we need to separate the two.
Okay,
Because
okay.
you can have players who have problem with coaches, and other players still want to play with those players. Those are two separate issues for me. Two
Interesting.
very separate
I
issues
don't
for
know if
me.
I've ever heard that, but I'm gonna do some homework on that. It's a very interesting take. Very
Who was
interesting.
Trae Young?
Kevin Durant has problem with coaches. and people want to play with Kevin Durant. Okay. Other players have problem with coaches, and people want to play with those players.
KD
Those are
has
two
problem with
separate
coaches.
issues.
Do you see the difference in skill level when you get
He
to have a
does.
problem
He's
with
had some problems with coaches, but
KD has had some problems
yeah,
with
but
coaches.
the thing with Trae Young though, like Trae Young, like coaches came out and spoke about Trae Young, and also if you realize when players do votes, like they don't vote for Trae Young, so I think those are indications of like their feelings towards Trae Young. Like I think that's pretty clear and loud. So I kind of agree with the whole Trae Young thing about like. But also, I
So
also
yeah,
think also the organization plays a part because they've been in flux, like coaches in and out. Like the organization isn't run well either. But like, I don't
Yeah, I
think,
bet.
thank you.
yeah,
That's part of
yeah,
it.
I think that's part of it. But also, like the
Mm-hmm.
players don't. When you do player votes, they don't be voting for Trae Young. So I think that's also a thing that maybe players don't really like Trae Young.
I mean, they said Holly was overrated too, but
No,
we
You
go
think he
about the
does? You
players.
think he
no, but
doesn't
that's
Well,
want
the
to
no,
thing.
a
deviate?
lot
But
of
they
it,
still.
You
a
think he
lot of
doesn't
it
want to
also.
deviate from being 1A? Because
No, I
like on
just
a championship level team, like can he win a championship as Robin?
Who?
he
We
can't.
don't
Trey
know.
Young.
We haven't seen it,
I
but
I'm
think he
can.
asking you
can. I
guys.
think he
I'm
could.
asking
No,
you guys.
I
That's
think
what
he
I heard.
could. My only drawback is, like I said, I can only go off of like when there's a player like that. I haven't seen you play with somebody else, right, as the second fiddle on the team. So your tendencies kind of scare me if I'm saying like if I'm a top tier player and I'm like, hey, and the ownership comes to me and says, hey man, like who you want to trade for is a list of players, and they say we're interested in Trae Young. That kind of scares me because it was like, well,
I
I don't
mean, Lloyd
know.
Pierce, Nate McMillan, Joe
So,
Prunty.
so the player that he is and the
Those are the
reputation,
coaches he
so the
had.
player he is and the reputation that he has not garnered him to be able to encourage another superstar to play with him to contend in the
I
East. That's what you guys are saying.
I
Also,
think heaven
also have a
saying
And
that.
question.
his time, you feel like as a conglomerate, I feel like just listening, y'all feel like he should have left a lot sooner, maybe years ago, to give himself a better chance at contending, even knowing that he was going to make himself expendable at that point and devalue himself, especially if he didn't win. Because there's
I
no
don't think anybody
guarantee.
said that he should have
There's
left.
no
No, I never
guarantee.
said that.
But look, it was no
He shouldn't have
guarantee he
left.
was going to get disgruntled enough to
Nobody
go
said that he
get
should have
King,
left
traded
though.
King, you're going off
traded
on a
somewhere that he
tangent.
wanted to win.
King, you're going off on
Nobody
a
said that he
tangent.
should have
King,
I
left.
nobody
honestly
said
felt like
that.
the
Nobody
Atlanta.
said that.
I feel like Atlanta. I feel like when Atlanta. I feel like Atlanta had a chance, right, or may have had a chance to
I
trade
thought he
for a
was going to play
player,
with LeBron. I really
but
thought that was inevitable. Him
What?
going to the
yeah,
Lakers.
Trade for
Bro,
I feel like
trade
stop,
for
they.
who?
bro.
I feel
No.
like they could have had a chance. Yeah, I feel like they could have had a chance. Atlanta could have had a chance to probably trade for somebody or put themselves in the conversation to go get
Trade for
another.
who?
I don't know. That's what I'm
Trey
saying. I'm just
who? A
saying, like
prime
in.
Clint Capella?
Um,
Like what we talking
Oh,
about?
Hold on,
Trey who?
let
yeah,
him land.
that it matters
Let
though.
him
It matters who you
land. Let him
trade
land. Then
for.
we'll go to hoop takes.
bro, we don't always have to name a specific player. Like I hate when y'all do
It,
that, bro. Like we don't
it kind
always
of
have to,
helps though.
but
It kind of gives
but
more
it's
context to it.
we don't need more
I'm
context to
going
a
to play
statement that I
with Trey
haven't even
Young. I'm
finished.
going
That
to
I
play with
haven't
Trey Young
finished
and who?
making. I haven't finished making the
Yeah.
statement.
And
So
a new
like, you
coach
want
too?
context to something? All right, bro, y'all got it, man.
In order for
It's
him
no
to get the
helping Trey,
in
bro.
order for you to get the context, the man has to finish a sentence. Let him land.
Right, bro.
But you're talking in
Okay,
circles.
so Atlanta, I haven't even
Go
talked in a
ahead. Go
straight
ahead.
line yet. Thank you.
Go ahead, bro.
I feel like Atlanta probably could have put themselves in in a place to where when Trey Young was in his first 3 or 4 years, right? Like, okay, we see that this kid got some promise. Now the stock is his stock is at its highest, right? Or you can say it's like near its peak, and you're like, all right, cool. We got this point guard. Let's see if we can go get another player, not like another star player or another superstar. They never did that, so we never got the chance to really see what Trey looked like with another guy, right? Like, and when I say another guy, I mean like another top 15, top 20 player. We never got to really see that. So now you're saying that a guy is going into his eighth season, or like I think it's his eighth season, or going into his eighth season. Now we're saying like, okay, we've seen him. We have the narrative of him being a cancer for coaches. He's pretty much been in Atlanta by himself, outside of like potential guys like you said, Jalen Johnson and others, right? Like we don't really know what he is, and I don't think a team is going to be willing to part ways with a bunch of picks and possibly players to go grab him, right? Not knowing what you're getting when he becomes a second fiddle. It's like. he's just one of them
They
enigma kind of players now. Like where it's like, if I do that, do I take away what makes him Trey? Right? Like, or if I do it, am I getting the same Trae Young just in a role where he's not being asked to be the
Corlin,
top
let me
player?
ask you this. Up to this point, do you feel like he's good enough for him to be Trey Young and win a championship? I don't think he's good enough
I,
to do.
As the play, are
Let me.
you asking, like, are you saying that's the 1A on the team?
Yes, I'm gonna just tell you how I
No,
feel.
I don't think
I
so.
don't
I
think
don't
he's.
think he
I
could
don't
be a
think.
1A.
Yeah, I don't think he could be a 1A. And the select few of guys that you're talking about putting him next to, he's not gonna play with those guys. So now what?
Right.
Where are we at
Right. That's
now?
what I'm saying.
who
But who, that's what I'm saying. That's why,
who wouldn't he play with?
No,
but
so
that's what
so
I,
No,
that's,
he
but
said no,
who,
no, no,
that's
no,
kind
no,
of,
no. He said top 10, top 20. So name me some of them guys and those and who those guys are. And I'm just saying, like, I don't think he's playing with any of those guys.
Like
but who,
Giannis.
that's what,
Is
but
Giannis
who,
Why
that's
that
what the
not?
guy?
He's
point,
3, 4
not
who,
playing
that's,
with.
years.
He's not
And
playing
but
go
with
hold
Gian.
on.
crazy.
He's
That's
not
my,
playing with
who,
Giannis. He's not playing with Giannis. He's
that's
not
my
playing with
point.
Jokic. He's not playing with Luca.
That's my
He's not
point.
playing with Joker.
Why?
He's not
Talk
playing
But
about the
with.
wait,
guys in the
That,
East.
hold on.
wait. Why
That's
not?
my,
Giannis,
Why
hold on.
not?
Embiid.
No, wait.
Because
Isn't he
I
gonna be a
don't,
free
New
agent?
Yeah,
Air,
like
but
why
but
hold
you know
on,
not?
new
what?
era,
New Air. You
because the
see
point,
him going to play with those guys. You see, there's a chance that
Yes.
happening.
Is he gonna be a
Yes.
free agent?
No,
Because y'all saying he's not gonna get
I
resigned.
don't see
Who
that
clearing cap
I
happening. I
can't,
space
don't
for
see
the
Trae
that
Young?
ultimate,
happening.
hold on,
I
the
don't see that
ultimate
happening.
thing,
That's all I'm saying. I
to
don't.
me, the ultimate thing that I think because, and I'm not saying that y'all are doing it, right? I'm just saying in general, when these conversations come about,
Y'all
I think a
who?
lot of times
Y'all
people,
who?
huh?
Y'all
No, I'm
who?
not, I said not y'all. I'm not saying, I said not y'all,
Oh, I
like
was
in
finna
here,
say.
right?
Oh, I
The
was finna
people that we
say.
have conversations, yeah, I'm saying the people that we have a conversation with on like the daily basis mostly, right? I feel like a lot of times in conversations like this, we, like you say, okay, he's gonna go play with this guy. We just automatically port that guy over and say he's gonna act like he's gonna be what he is, and he's also like, while he's also playing next to a Giannis or a Jokic or whoever, right? And
Uh huh.
that's not always how that works, because
Yeah.
we've even heard players say, like, bro, do you know how hard, like, some guys are not wired to be the second option. Some guys are
Uh
not
huh.
wired to be
But we don't
the,
know if that's him though.
Exactly. We never seen it.
but
Right. We
We
don't
never
know.
seen it.
here's my thing, new era. If you're
In
a
his last 2 years, he looked the best he's
He
hold
not.
on,
ever
wait a
He not.
minute.
looked
If
in his
you're a
He
career.
Milwaukee,
And look at the team construct.
hold on, bro. Like,
Milwaukee would trade
if
for
you're
Trey right
Milwaukee,
now.
hold on. If you're Milwaukee,
Yeah.
okay, you're Milwaukee, right? And you're saying, I
Uh huh.
got Giannis, I got a window that's probably another, let's say it's probably closing within another year or two, right?
Uh huh.
If I get a Trey Young, right, it probably props that window open again for another 3 years, 3 or 4 years,
Facts.
right? Or gives us another 3 years, right? Cool,
Okay.
that's cool. Are
I
you
don't like
willing?
that at
But
all.
Nah, that's facts.
But hold on,
I'm
Cortland.
In
not,
the
Wait,
East, that's
I'm
Cortland.
facts.
not,
This is
I'm
the
just,
thing,
let me get through
Cortland.
the,
It's not the names. It's the playing style. Napoleon made a
Yeah.
point
who, that
earlier.
was what
Hold,
I'm
I
trying to
know
get to. That's why I was
Napoleon.
trying to
I know, but
finish it.
Cortland, you got to be able to land quicker because you're losing
Yeah.
people.
You got.
Hold
You
on,
Yeah,
got. You
listen.
got.
okay.
You got to move a little
Wait.
faster.
Napoleon made a point earlier that you guys looked over. Trey Young has always been the guy. I don't know what it looks like if you play with somebody like Giannis who's going to have the ball in their hands 65, 70% of the time,
And who
bro.
can't
That's
set
what
a
I said.
and who
But
can't
who,
set a
when I said
screen
that
I've
with,
never seen
and
Trey
who
when I,
Young
can't set
do
a
that, and
screen.
I don't.
but
But
who,
we
when I
don't.
said that, hold on, when
I
I
just
said
But
that
we
don't
about
don't know
him
if he
know.
playing,
can't
No, New Air.
either.
I'm just
when I
saying
said,
I don't trust it, New Air. That's all I'm saying. I don't. I'm
who,
not
when I
saying.
I'm
said
just
that
saying,
about
but
him
we
playing,
don't
No,
know.
hold on,
We
when I
don't
did,
know
when I
though.
said
New
that,
Air.
when I
I'm not
said
saying that it can't. That they can't make that happen and see. I'm saying if it does happen, I just don't
Yeah.
trust it. That's all I'm saying. I don't like the
earlier in
fit
the
Okay.
conversation,
I
because he's
respect
had
that. I
the
new
ball
respect
in
era,
his
that.
hands so
who,
he's
Yeah.
had the ball in his hands so much, and the guys that you're naming, Luka, Jokic, Giannis, they're gonna have the ball
Hey,
in their hands
hey, hey, who?
85% of the time.
so
That's
Hey,
all
who,
I'm
who?
when I
Hey,
saying.
How
said
did
that,
it
Joker
work
don't
hold
out
on,
need
with
the
the
hold
ball in his
game?
hand like
when I
that
said
How
that
though.
did it
about him
work
wait,
out
playing with,
with
wait.
hold on,
Dame,
Hold
Hoop?
on,
when
How
wait.
did it work out with
Hey,
Dame
I,
with
wait,
Lillard?
wait, 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 wait. I want to ask
hold
Hoop
on,
a
when I,
question.
hold on,
Hold on, Corlin. Hold on, Corlin. Hoop, what does Trey Young do when he don't got the ball in his hands?
And that's the thing.
Nothing.
I just don't know. I don't trust it. I like because
He go to the corner and pout.
he gets
when I
disgruntled.
said
He
that
gets
about him
disgruntled.
playing with Jokic, when I said that about him playing with Jokic, y'all said, y'all got all up in arms and was like, oh, but we don't know that. Like, yes, we do, bro. So like, it's hard for a player to break his tendencies. Is what I said earlier, and y'all had so much pushback,
We're
and
But
agreeing.
now
Joker,
when we
Joker,
saying
We're
don't
it,
agreeing.
it's
Joker
no
No.
don't
Well,
pushback.
hold.
I
I'm.
had
Joker
I'm
I
don't
not.
had
hold
I'm
the
not saying
pushback
this.
ball.
because
Joker
Yeah.
doesn't hold the ball that much though.
Joker
I think
was
he's
playing
one
with
of
Westbrook. He
one of
made
the top
Westbrook look
people where
good.
like
But
Come
but
on,
like
having
bro.
said
he
the
gets the ball up
offense
past
is
really quick.
initiated The offense is
Yeah, but Trae Young would
initiated
be the
through
primary
him.
initiator if he
Yeah,
goes to the
Now,
like
Bucks.
now,
what I'm saying is,
Despite
Hold on.
having
yeah,
Giannis
I
at
don't like
points.
I don't
After
like the
Ness, let's
I
go
don't
to
like
who
the I don't
takes in
like the but I don't
Napoleon.
like the I don't like the Bucks thing because Trey don't really not Trey. Giannis don't really set screens like that, and Giannis likes the ball in his hands and he holds on to it.
yeah.
That's how he likes to play. I don't like that.
Right, but
The
Jokic is going to
Joker
initiate.
thing,
Hold
No,
on. Go ahead, Hoop takes.
the Joker thing though, Joker does not hold the ball. He does not like to have the ball too long. He doesn't like to
Yeah, he
pound the
makes
ball.
quick decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
Definitely
I'm saying. I
agreed.
think that would be a better fit than
Oh,
Giannis for sure.
but Trey doesn't move without the ball either. So that
well,
doesn't.
that
You know what I'm
doesn't mean
saying?
he
Like that's
can't
his,
do it. That's what he's trying to
Hold
say.
on,
No, no,
hold
he
on. We
doesn't.
got
I
to
don't think
get to
he's.
a couple more
Yeah.
people. We're going to Hoop takes real quick. We'll come back to y'all.
Hey, I just had a question. How many 6 foot point guards have won NBA championships?
Have won NBA championships?
Zeke.
Zeke.
Are you saying as the number one
I,
JJ
option?
Barea.
I,
Are you saying as the number
I
one
mean,
option
there's a
or
lot of
just
6 foot
on the
guards,
team?
but as the best player, second best player, that's what you're saying?
Yeah, that's like impactful.
Oh, Zeke, JJ Barea.
Steph and Zeke.
Yeah, it's not many.
Derek Fisher.
Steph is 6'3", bro.
Kyle,
Stop
Steph
it.
is 6'3". I'm about to say he's way
Fred
over
Van
6
Vliet
foot,
and
buddy.
Kyle Lowry. So those are the type
Van
of
Fleet.
guys that get it
Yup.
done.
Oh
Guys,
The
yeah,
team
yeah.
though.
Fat
But
boy.
look
I
at
forgot
the
about Fat Boy
team
Gangster.
though.
I
But look at
I
that
understand
forgot
that,
about Fat
team
but
Boy
Van
Gangster.
Fleet
I'm
had.
I'm going based off
You
the history
understand
of the
that?
game. Yes, I understand that, but I'm also going based
You'll
off the
never see
history
a
of the
team
game.
constructed like that. Closest thing we'll ever see to a team constructed like that will probably
Now, what kind of
be
He would fit
impact you
next to
talking about?
Kawhi.
this last iteration of this Clippers team that's probably
He'd
going to
fit next to
debacle out.
Kawhi too. I'm not gonna lie.
Because this Clippers team is kind of crazy. And I can see why now there's some noise over there.
Nah,
That team is really
nah,
deep, man.
they whatever. The only thing is, this is my thing. When we start saying the cancer word, old boy in Dallas was called that too. I'm not even talking about Luca.
They saying that
I'm
about
gonna just,
Kawhi in
I'm
the
gonna just
Clipper
say,
lands right
bro.
now, and
Huh?
that's asinine and
I understand
That's
egregious.
what
what
y'all
I'm
be getting
saying.
at, but y'all like a lot of stuff y'all miss. I'm gonna just say that.
No,
It's
I
nothing to
get
miss.
it.
Trey Young never had the sufficient
That's what I'm
help.
saying. Trey Young never been in a situation
Like
like
you
that
know
to
how
say
many
that he
guys
can't
were in a
succeed.
prime in the
I'm
East?
not. I'm not
Yeah,
Like
even.
bro.
what did you
His team
what were you gonna give
I'm
him
not
for him to
saying that he is
succeed?
gonna
That
They
man
succeed.
not
tried
winning
to
a
to
the
championship
draft.
if
I'm
he's
not.
number
They
one
to
tried to
option.
Napoleon's
draft
point though.
guys that was gonna work
Like
with
to
him well,
That
and it
Napoleon's
man
just
is not
didn't
point
winning
work.
a
though.
number one
Like
MVP.
to Napoleon's point, Trey Young's team's been built like that since he was like 6.
Yeah.
So to Napoleon's point, like that's bro. Ever since he was 6,
He
if you're
never
from
played
our
on a
area,
team
you
that could.
know
Yeah.
he doesn't play. Yeah, like he only team he really played on with best players Michael Porter Jr. And that was in high school, and he didn't have to create. For real, for real. The ball was always in Trey's hand. So to their point, bro, Trey's not going to play somewhere he's not 1A. It's just not happening.
You
And yep,
sure?
there's a reason why he ain't never asked out.
I disagree. I think if you
You don't you
watch him
don't
play
think
with
I
you don't
don't.
Jalen
think if he
That's what I'm
had
Johnson,
saying. It's like
all
y'all too
things
definitive about it for me. That's all.
yeah.
Bro, because we
you
actually
don't think
watch
So honest,
basketball.
where
If
do
you
y'all
watch
see him?
Trey Young's
I
Huh?
mean,
Where do
tape,
he
y'all
he
did a
see?
never
lot of
played
them.
off
Hoop,
Where do
Am
y'all
I
see
with?
him
But
finish
prove.
curves?
Look how
Where do
long
y'all
his
see him
career
Sometimes you
finishing his
gotta
is.
career?
believe what's right in
hoop
front of your
takes can
eyes,
answer,
bro.
but do you think
Maybe.
like
Maybe you're right. I'm not
if
saying you're wrong. I'm just saying
if his number
I
one
can't
option
definitively say that.
Okay,
That's
I'm
all.
if
going
his
to
number
say
one option do you think if his number one option was like
Like,
super
yeah.
portable, like a KD or Kawhi,
so
like
what?
elite, like
Uh,
a KD Kawhi
Mm-hmm.
at their peak. I think they'd be able to win a championship with like KD or Kawhi at their peak. They'll be the number one because they don't
Facts.
need the ball that much and they're super portable, and then you just build a bunch of like defensive pieces around them. I think they could win like that. You don't think so?
Where do y'all see Trey finishing his career? Because it seems
Yeah,
like we
sure.
pushing him out of Atlanta,
Okay,
right? So
sure.
where's he finish his career at?
Obviously, he's gonna be out the league in a year or two, so
Out
he's a
the league
cancer.
is crazy.
But
Stop
I,
it.
I mean,
I
that's
think I
Stop
that's
think
it.
that's
he'll
what I,
finish his
that's what I'm
Stop
career.
hearing.
it, bro.
That's
Man,
what
I
Nobody
could
I'm
having
see him
hearing.
said.
finishing.
25 and 10
Nobody said
out the
I
that.
could
New
see
league is
him
era.
finishing
crazy.
his
Relax.
career.
Nobody said
Stop it.
that. New era.
I could
Relax.
I could see him finishing his. I could see him finishing his career with a team
Gotta
where,
be a
like, once
contender,
he's
bro.
out of
Has to
Coach,
his,
be.
well, yeah,
I mean, the coaches don't like him. The
once
players
he's
don't like him.
Charlotte.
once he's out of
Yeah, I can
like
see him going
his
to Charlotte.
prime. Because what, like what he
Will
how old is
Lamelo?
how old is Trey now? How old is Trey now? 20 what 6 27.
I
27.
thought San Antonio was the thing until
He's
De'Aaron Fox
27.
went there.
He's not working in
No, No,
San Antonio. I'm telling you that right now.
so yeah, so
No,
he's so
I know he's not going
27.
there now.
So
I'm
give him
saying
3 more
earlier there
years.
was
So
something about it.
give him about 2 more years. He's 29 years old. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think it's a couple of teams that he could fit with.
Three
Where
more years, he'll
like
be
at that
30.
point,
He'll be out the league. That's
okay,
what I said.
No, I don't think he'll be out the league. I think I think at that
That's so
point,
disrespectful.
I think at that point, no, I think at that
I'm
point,
being
like
sarcastic.
I think at that point, I think at that point he's forced to go to a team and just be like the floor general, right?
Yes,
Which
no
he has to,
LeBron, no Steph, no
right?
KD. He'll
So
still be in the league.
I think he could go to. I think honestly, I think he would
Cortland,
fit with Orlando.
Cortland. Trey Young
What's
going
up?
to a team to be what was that word you said again?
Just like an initiator, like a floor general, just
No,
like passing the
no,
like
that's not
He
initiate
happening,
the
will
Cortland.
offense.
That's
never,
not
never
happening,
come off the
Cortland.
bench as a floor general. He has
That's
to
not
start, bro.
happening. That's
Or
not
he,
I
or
didn't
happening.
he
say
will
he's coming off
retire.
the. I didn't say come off the bench. I didn't say come off the bench.
Even in the starting lineup, he not. That's not happening, Cortland. That's not happening. That's what I'm saying. Play style. That's not happening. Floor general
Okay, so Hoop, I
initiator.
got a
he not
question
coming.
for
He
you.
not.
Hoop, I got a
He
question
not.
for you.
He not coming off the
I got
rock.
a question for you.
If
Yeah,
you don't come
I'm
off the
not.
rock,
Yeah,
he'll
he's
be
not.
out
I'm
the
not.
league soon.
No,
I'm
he'll
not.
come off the
I'm
He's a
not
bench.
bad
talking
He'll
about
version
come
of
coming
off
off
Trey
the
the
Young,
bench.
though.
bench.
I agree.
Hold
That is a
on.
bad version
But
of Trey.
Hold
initiator
on.
and floor general sounds like you
Yeah,
want
you
him
don't
out
want
there
him to be that.
being Chris Paul in San Antonio.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. No, no. But like, you don't think like a 30-year-old, let's say a 30-year-old Trey? Because I'm saying I'm gonna give her 3 more years, right? Because he's only
But
27,
he's still gonna be about
right?
3 more
buckets at
years in
30.
Atlanta?
He's still
No,
gonna
he's
be
not
about
staying in
buckets
Atlanta
No,
for
at
three
I'm
more
30.
not.
years.
Did I
Hell no.
say 3 more years in
Okay.
Atlanta? I said 3 more years. God
He's
dang.
still gonna be about buckets
You
at
don't think he
30.
can
He's
set
still
onto
gonna be
that
about
role?
You
buckets
don't
though,
think?
Cortland.
Yeah, you don't
No,
think that he would fit with like a Orlando?
no,
Or he wouldn't go to Orlando.
no,
Orlando got too many
yeah,
guys
no,
there
bro.
already.
Because Franz and Paulo,
They got they got
Yeah.
Bane
they
over there
need
already.
a guard of that
Desmond
Tyus
Bane.
level.
Jones. They already
They
got
need a
Tyus Jones. They Gucci.
no. They need a guard of that level, but not somebody like Trey, Cortland. Not somebody like Trey.
And his play style don't match
Yeah,
Moses.
that's
Moses
what you
don't
hear.
want niggas to
No,
ball.
but wait, you hear
Yeah.
that term though? That's what you got, like play style. That's what we keep harping. Play style. His play.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just trying
Trey
to
will be
think
out
of
the league
places where he
soon.
could
No, new
fit.
era. Stop.
Like
New era. Stop.
No,
the
I'm
the
saying if he can't adjust his play style, he'll be out the
the
league
only
because
other
he can
place
only
that I
do
could
one
see him
thing.
going,
I don't
the
say
only
he's
other
gonna
place
be
I could
out
see
the
him
league.
going is
It's just
somewhere.
How
The
about
only
one
other
of
Look,
those
place I could see
expansion
him.
teams?
Iverson
The,
left the
hold
How
on,
league
about
at a
one of
certain
those
the,
time
expansion
because of his play
teams?
hold
style.
on. The only other place I could see him going is a team that's like trying to blow everything up, and like
so
they like and
bad
like
team.
Atlanta's like, yeah, like and Atlanta's like,
So he gonna
hey
end
bro,
up in
like
Seattle or Vegas.
it's run our,
Relax.
yeah, it's everything's run our court, like everything here is run its course, and we're going in a different direction.
Let's hold on. Let's
And
go
they
to
But what
send
I'm
him to
saying
it.
is,
wait, new era. Let's go to Napoleon. He's been waiting for a minute. Napoleon, you there?
go ahead.
I know
Yeah, what I'm saying is this:
you.
the narrative has not changed when Trey was at Norman North or Norm. He he was that guy who pulled it from 35, and either the team was blowing everybody out by 30 or they were getting blown out by 30 because why? He was a one-man show. He gets to Oklahoma. What happens? He's an anomaly the first half of the season. Then when people realize that he will not pass the ball, and so just stay home, don't do whatever, and then you get into tournament time, you seen what happened. Then he gets to Atlanta. And though his roster, his rookie season was not the best, his rookie year, it was him, John Collins, Kent Bazemore, Dwayne
Lemon Pepper Lou.
Dwayne Dedman, Kevin Hunter, Turion Prince, Alex Lynn, Dorian Finney-Smith, Jabari
Uh
Bird,
huh.
Jeremy Lin.
That's a horrible
Though
Okay.
team.
that was not the best, they had
Nate
certain.
McMillan's team or Larry Pierce's team? Who team was that?
That
Nate
was
McMillan
far
team,
from the
right?
best. That's a horrible
Who was
team.
coaching
So
that team?
Uh,
I'm
Was that
saying
Nate's
like,
team?
well, I was supposed to
so
be
no,
excited
no,
about
no.
this.
So what I'm saying is they no. I'm not.
Wait, I'm trying to
Hold
understand what
on.
you're talking about.
I'm
Yeah,
giving.
listing that
I'm
roster didn't help your point, Napoleon.
No, no, I'm no.
Yeah, that didn't
Hold on.
help
I'm
anything.
giving context to
Okay.
though he did not have the best around him. They
Uh huh.
had viable pieces.
Sure
What?
didn't.
No.
No,
That's debatable.
hold on.
Keep
You
going.
have viable pieces
And Bazemore is crazy.
To do what? To
around
do what?
to move around, and then you have certain people to kind of guide you. Now, with
Uh
that
huh.
being said, the narrative that I gave from high school to now has not changed of Trey being a selfish player. Yes, yes,
Okay.
you were getting 9 and 10 assists, but when the fourth quarter comes, you're not playing winning basketball. You're jacking up shots from 35 and 40 feet. You're not trusting your teammates, but you're expecting them on the other end to do what? To get the ball so you can pound the
Who was his best teammate?
uh you can say
My
you know
point.
hold on
My
hold
John
on
point.
Collins.
no hold on you can say John
Come on,
Collins
bro.
you can say Quinn Capella.
And John Collins is where
It does
now?
where someone is
Justice
now is
Oladipo.
irrelevant because here's the thing. On paper, when you looked at the Detroit Pistons, they weren't supposed to win, but they did. Why? Because they all bought in, they all gelled.
They're a better
Hell,
team than
when you
the
look at the
odds are.
Miami,
You
when
said
you hold on,
Detroit.
when you looked at that Miami Heat team that was an 8 seed, they had the replacements playing, but they all bought in and followed Jimmy's lead. No one
You're talking about
no, no,
anomalies,
no, no,
bro.
I'm not.
Everybody's not
What
gonna
I'm
have
saying is
situations.
no one is willing at any
Detroit was an
new
anomaly.
new new
That
era.
Miami Heat
New
team is
era.
an
You need to go back
anomaly,
and look
bro.
at the old era because the proof is in the pudding. No one is following Trey. Is the point that we're making,
No,
or the point that I'm
no, that's
making?
fine.
No one is
You're
willing
making
to
it.
follow
Okay,
Trey at the end of the day.
so Trey is like
Can
Iverson.
I can
Trey
I
is like
just say something for
Iverson.
10 seconds? The best
Go
team that
ahead.
Trae Young had was that team where they surrounded him with all those shooters. I think it was Danilo Gallinari. He literally just was surrounded by
Yeah,
nothing.
Gallinari.
Excuse
Because it
my
was
language.
what
Right.
wasn't
Yeah,
Cam wasn't
I
Cam
said
over
that
there for
last
a
week, and
minute?
niggas said that was
That's
trash.
that's the
I
best.
said that last
Ain't
Gallinari,
week,
Cam
niggas
Reddish
said that
get
was
drafted
trash.
Kevin
there?
Herter,
Well,
Kevin Herter,
what's
Was
the
that
Eastern
Gallinari.
was
Conference
that when they
Finals
had
team he had?
Bogdan and Kevin Huter?
Yes.
Yes,
Yep.
That was when they
Yep.
Bogdan
had
and Herter.
Bogdan,
Yeah.
yeah, and Huter.
Yes.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
had
losing
both.
Yes.
Yeah,
Kevin Herter was real bad for them.
That was
that
the
that
best
was a
team
solid. That was a good team. Future.
but
Yeah,
it had no it lacked defense, it
true.
lacked bigs, and so
Yeah.
it just needed to do a better
Was
job of
Dennis Schroeder on that roster too?
Yeah.
No, I
was
don't
he?
think
I don't
Was
think so.
he?
Schroeder was on
I don't
that.
think
Was
so.
No,
he?
he wasn't.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
think
think
No,
so.
Schroeder
no,
was on
Schroeder
that team.
wasn't.
Who was on that Eastern Conference Finals
If
team?
and
Atlanta. Was it
It
some of the
was
guys we just
Yeah.
named?
it was Trae Young, Kevin
Was
Herter, John Collins, Clint,
yeah,
Millsap?
those
Was
guys.
Millsap on that team?
Nah,
No Millsap?
nah.
nah.
The point is, if that's
but
But
the
yeah,
like,
best that
keep
they
keep going,
gave
future
him,
NBA owner. Keep going.
has he played with another
Hold
the
on,
All
let him
point
Star?
land.
is
Let him
that
land.
well, that's my thing. That's the point is that that's the best that they've given Trae Young. They haven't done a great job at. We all know he's not a first option, but at least trying to figure out if he could
Exactly.
be the second option, like the Phoenix Suns has trying to figure out whether Devin Booker can be a first option or a second. At least
Uh
they're
oh.
trying,
Uh
right?
oh.
And okay, I'm not gonna
Uh-oh.
go
You
there.
heard
I'm
that,
not gonna go there.
Nova? Uh-oh.
I'm not
It's
gonna go
already
there.
been
Keep
proven
going.
Devin Booker
Keep going.
is a second option. He
Keep
needs
going.
a
Oh,
point
whoa,
guard.
Hey,
whoa, whoa,
That's
Keep
not true.
whoa,
going. Sorry.
whoa. That's
Lie
I'm
detector
sorry.
yeah, I don't
detected. That's a lie.
No, it's not. What was his most successful tenure when he had Chris Paul guiding him when he was off
Chris Paul was
ball?
the number one option.
oh
Yes,
That's cap.
because no, it wasn't because Chris
uh,
Paul made the decisions. Again, Chris Paul put him in position to either take the shot coming off a curl or a pin down, or he moved the defense to isolate him. If not, he was running a pick and roll situation. Again, there's a difference between playing the game, knowing the game, and understanding the game. We're
Thank you,
talking high
Napoleon.
level
Ooh wee.
basketball.
That's how you feeling,
Hey, I just
Napoleon?
want to add Napoleon been cooking
Sound
y'all all
good.
night.
Sound good.
Low key. I
he
didn't
kind
use
of
about three
talking.
or four Napoleon's points, so this is the first.
Yeah,
He's
Hey,
not
let's
helping
go.
Trey Young at
he's
all.
cooking shit tonight.
Hey, let's go.
He not helping
Let's go
Trey
to
Young at
Splash. Go
all.
ahead, Splash.
Boy. What you got? Benny Hunters over there again?
Come on.
Boy, he was
You
over
know
there.
how it go.
Nah, but yeah, so I mean I don't got no problem with Trey, but it's the proof is there. Like I don't want to keep harping on it, but it don't matter if Atlanta is not a place that you want to go. But if I have a good relationship with an NBA player that I feel like is on the same tier or can be a nice place, I mean, a nice piece to a winning situation, I'm going there most definitely. I could use Ant as an example. I don't know if somebody was in here like who wants to go to Minnesota. Nobody really. But when you talk about who's over there that you can go play with, it's a guy like Anthony Edwards. You feel me? So I just think it it come.
Who went to go play with Ant?
We don't know yet. I mean, who's had the chance? Ant has just became Trae
Hey,
Young.
who
Okay,
didn't I say
I
that
give it
about
for
30
Trae.
minutes ago?
Hold on. But Trae Young has already established what type of player he is and who he's gonna be for the
Uh
foreseeable
huh.
future of his career.
But
So
how do you use
now, hold
Anthony
Yeah.
on.
Edwards as the example if no one
But you can say
has?
the same thing about
No,
Ant.
Yeah,
no, and is still developing as a player. We still have
Yeah,
yet to see.
but we all know what Ant is.
I
Trey
mean,
Trey
we have
Young
yet
as a
to.
person and a lone individual is still not enough to contend. What all star caliber player or MVP caliber is just gonna come play with just Trey Young alone?
I mean,
That's
so
what
It
I'm
so
just
so
it
saying.
it's
just
like
They
I
egregious,
gotta
think
have a
bro.
roster.
somebody was saying it's situational, and I agree. But it's like a player like that's coming into his own pause. It will be like a like one of the twins,
Yeah, but
somebody
the
who
time is
plays high
now.
level
The time is now, though.
But that's
high
It
level
wasn't then.
basketball on
It's
both.
now. But that
Okay,
team is
but so
developed and it's actually a good actual contending roster, very possibly.
and then they was somebody was saying like the best team that he played with was Herter and Bogey or what his name Bogdanovich or whatever.
Bogdanovich, yep, facts.
uh
But
huh.
but 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 when I'm watching those games, and you could go watch them, y'all could go watch them. Those is kind of that's exactly what he doesn't need. You feel me? Those was kind of bailout players as far as him being able to dribble, and then it's 5 seconds, maybe 8 seconds on the clock. Now you got somebody who can kind of take one of those prayer shots and have a
and
good
that's on
percentage at it.
management fault. That's
You
not on
feel
Trae
me? So
Young fault.
I
That's
mean,
not
but
Trae
at the
Young
same
fault.
time, when you in an organization for as long as you are, you feel me? Either the organization respects you enough to listen to what you gotta say as a basketball player to help you get to the next level, or they're just like,
That don't always happen though.
or or
Look at
or you have to
LeBron.
speak,
Look at
or you
LeBron in
or
Cleveland.
you have to speak. Like Trae Young left clutch. Trae Young had a big voice. He got a big voice. It's not like he can't speak. He had
But to say
balls
over the
enough to
years that they
leave
haven't
clutch.
tried would be crazy too, because they did
Hold on,
try,
Splash.
bro.
I'm gonna ask you a quick question because I was the one who made the point about Ant Man. Now watch this. I said no one wanted to go to Minnesota, but now that Ant is there, people are saying I want to go play with him because
Who?
Bro, you
Anthony
gotta
Edwards.
hold on to Cortland. Hold
Who?
on, new
That's
era,
not Cortland. This is Napoleon.
hold on, new era.
Who wanted to
I
play
Nah,
know,
with
we
I
ain't
know,
had
Ant?
I
Rudy
know,
Who
but
yet.
played with Ant?
listen to Cortland point. You gotta stop saying who, like, and somebody
What you mean?
Please
because
stop
it's
You
the
saying
can't
who,
say
bro. We
someone
don't have to
say
give you
something and then
examples
when
for
I ask
every
you who,
like
you
point,
it's
can't give
the
me
bro.
who
an
you
answer.
steady the who. We not never
Yeah.
nobody is never gonna definitively know who the hell
Relax.
said
Bro,
who.
Kevin
We
Durant
can have a
Kevin
good
Durant had a
idea,
chance to go
I
especially
there.
mean,
with
like,
who's in place
I
right
mean,
now, who's
okay,
signed.
so
I
think
ain't gonna
about
Give
lie.
it.
us a
I
good
Okay,
want to go to
idea.
I want to go
so
to
if you want to
Minnesota.
say
No,
who,
old ass players who's about to be out the
if
league.
you want to say who, so if you want to say who, so the times that Trae Young was either asking for help or Trae
But you
Young
know what
had
the
the
upper
opportunity.
echelon teams in the East were? Why are they
Who
gonna
the
go play
hell?
with him? You're not making no
That's what
sense.
I'm saying.
Play with him for what?
Like no.
Okay,
Again,
so
that's not
Put it this way.
that's not
for
Put
this
it
true.
this
year,
way.
for this year,
Put it this
for
way. Put
this
it this
year,
way.
Jason
Shay.
Tatum is
Who went to
injured.
go play with
Jason
Shay?
Tatum
Who
is
went to go
injured,
play with Shay?
and
Yeah.
what's his name?
Uh huh.
Tyler. I mean, not
Tyrese
Tyler.
Halliburton. Tyrese
Halliburton.
Halliburton.
Tyrese
Okay,
Halliburton.
so
Yeah. Okay.
what has the Atlanta Hawks did for Trae Young to say that we have a shot? Like every
They
other
got some
Eastern
good
Conference.
pieces. They got some good
That's
pieces
on the
over there.
Atlanta
They got
Hawks.
they
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 definitely
got
got
Good pieces over
Nikhil
there.
a
Center.
They
case,
got
brother.
They got some
Nikhil. They
pieces,
got
but
We
Nikhil.
got they got
haven't.
Jalen Johnson. I
They
give
got
him.
they got Nikhil Alexander Walker
I
over
give
there.
They got
I
Nikhil
give
Center
Jalen.
Walker. They got Chris
I
Porzingis. They
give.
got guys. It's just that they ain't get a
They got a
guy.
lot more than
No,
Jalen
no. Look,
Johnson,
look.
brother.
With
We gonna
Kristoff
see.
is probably the
We go.
best because he has championship experience. But here's the thing: is
Is he
Trey
dur?
That's
going?
Is he
sad if
Is
that's the
Trey?
durable?
best player
Is
he
Trey
played
going
with,
to get out of his ego long enough?
Man,
Because there's a
bro.
this is a simple question because we've seen the progression, and I'm using someone like Anthony Edwards. Hell, we can
Uh
even
huh.
use Paulo. we've seen the them take the next step and the progression. Hell, we've even seen it in
Different
Cade
type of
where they've
player,
taken.
bro. Those are
No, no,
different
no, no,
players,
no.
bro. It's
Those are
two-way
those are
players,
Stop
different
making.
bro.
players.
Hold
Wow.
on.
That's the goal. You moving the
And
Wait.
Caden
goalposts.
Paulo,
Wait,
Caden Paulo hasn't been as far as Trey either in the
You
wait.
playoffs.
Hold
talking
on.
So what
Stop.
do you mean?
Wait. Stop making excuses and
right.
listen. Because what I'm
Undersized
saying,
guard
No,
versus Paulo
hold on. Listen to
Banchero is
what I'm
crazy.
saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Because all the people that I named are franchise
uh-huh.
players. I'm not
So what?
talking about the. I'm
Okay.
not
What
talking
about
about
their
the
upside and
others.
their
I
potential
wait.
to control the game?
Let me land. Hold on. What I've named are franchise players, are cornerstone
Who?
pieces, and when
Okay.
with their organization, we seen okay they may have been dog water the first year, but in Detroit, we seen Detroit take the progressions and the steps, and then they were fighting in the playoffs.
Look at the
We
team they
seen
built around him,
Uh-huh.
no
King.
hold on.
But we seen them be bad
No,
too.
hold on. But they're nowhere. There, Trey has seniority. What I'm saying is
Says
this:
who?
you're
Says
making,
you?
So Trey could force
you're
them to
make
get players?
new era. You're not talking high level basketball. You just want to talk in
Bro.
circles. What I'm saying,
No,
what
To
I'm
compete
I'm trying to
saying
against
is,
understand what you're
who?
as
What
as a
saying.
team were
friend,
they was
as
supposed to compete in? What type of iteration of
The,
team he was going to put together to beat
so
a
so
who
Miami
they
Heat
supposed
roster
to
you're
get?
or that
missing
Derrick
the
Rose
point
led
that
team?
I'm making. You're missing the point that I'm making.
Okay.
The point that I am making is
All right, I got a point after this.
in
Go ahead.
all of these franchises. I'm not talking
Uh-huh.
about the position. I'm talking
Yes.
about the caliber of player they were and the caliber of player that they've asked to surround themselves with. They've taken what they've had and they used it and elevated it. What happened with Trey was it them in Phoenix at the same time. If we look at timeline,
Uh-huh.
they made runs and it accelerated the timeline, which then put an expectation on it. And Trey has never lived up to that. He's tried to have
Uh-huh.
it. He has the title of franchise player, but you are not doing anything
He,
to make your team better.
he
But
wants his
all the
cake
other
and to eat it
hold
too,
on,
gang.
but all of the other players that I named, they have you've seen them take the next step and not only elevate themselves, but they've elevated their team. Trey has yet to do that.
Trey's elevated his team.
I
That's not
mean,
true.
they all just made the playoffs this first year. Come on, bro. Like
Trey
that's what I'm
elevates his
saying.
team.
Y'all
Trey
overhyping some of this
elevates
other
his.
stuff.
I think you
And
guys are going
well,
too far on the other end.
yeah, I think the whole
I
cancer
don't
thing is
think.
crazy.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, I don't know if it's cancer, but I don't know. I don't think number one option, but he does lift the floor of his team. I don't know what this is where y'all acting like he don't lift the floor of his team because he does. That team is not good, and they win. Like he went to the playoffs his third year in the when he got on. I think his third year. I think Cade made the playoffs in his fourth year. Like he raises the floor. He just not no elite player should be a number one option. I don't
Yeah,
know. Yeah.
that's all. Because he's an undersized guard. We get that. All I'm saying
We
is this:
can't say
like,
undersized guards. We see what that guy out in New York is doing.
Big body
He
What
has
player.
has
a
he done in
better
his career,
team.
bro?
he has a
Oh
better
my god.
team.
No, you're
Jalen
making
Brunson has a
justification.
better
No, because
team.
He has a better
we saw what
team.
JB was in Dallas. JB was
Yeah.
J. No,
Different
no.
Who was he
role.
Because see,
playing
you
Different
want to
with?
role,
talk.
Who was he
brother
You
playing
Hood.
want to
with?
talk.
This,
You
Different
want to
role.
talk facts. Let's talk facts. Because Luca,
bro. All right, let's talk
Oh
facts. Who did he play
when
with?
he
Who did he play
no,
with?
hold on. So I'm gonna answer your
Who did he
question.
play with? Answer the
If you
question.
shut up
Answer
long
the
enough for me to
question.
answer the question, I
it's
will.
a
Answer
bad
it. It's
comparison,
a
It was
fucking
opponent.
simple
Luca.
It's a
It was
bad
question.
Luca.
comparison,
But
brother.
no,
Exactly. All
no.
right.
So now
That's
I
a bad
answered your question.
comparison, bro.
Now
Why
you
you get
answer
so
All right,
mine.
go ahead.
passionately wrong and
I
upset
answered the
when you're wrong,
question.
bro?
I
You
answered
gotta
your
Go ahead,
relax.
question. Now
bro.
answer mine.
Nobody's
Who
arguing
was
with
All
you,
right, go ahead.
who was closing the
but you're wrong.
games in Dallas? Was it JB or Luca? And I can tell
They
you, it
both
wasn't
did. They both
Luca.
had games, so they closed.
It was
They
JB.
So
both
why
had
they
games.
both were
So
close.
Luka didn't have no game winners in that whole time period. Come on, bro.
Oh,
Stop.
They
if
both
I
were.
didn't
Stop.
say it, you shouldn't think it. I said what I meant, and
Okay.
I meant what I said.
So you said,
If
but you
I
said JB
didn't
closed instead
say
of
it, you
Luca.
shouldn't
Come
think it.
on,
It's
bro.
crazy.
I remember, man,
But why you
2020 when he
acting?
hit the game winner
Why
over
you acting?
Kawhi. Like, come on, bro. Stop.
Why you acting like the
Like
entire
you
21?
insinuate one thing, and then when I call you out on it, you say I
Why
didn't
are you
say it.
acting like the
No.
entire 21
Said exactly what
Miami
I
Heat was
meant.
cheating?
He was the one closing games.
So Luca wasn't closing
Luca
games.
dies
Luca
in the
wasn't
fourth.
closing games.
What happened when JB left? What happened when JB
They
left?
got to the finals. That's what happened.
Oh my God. How many years later? And who did
Bro,
he have
you're
to be paired
wrong,
with?
bro. But
Who
you're
did he have
wrong,
to
Yo,
be?
you're
bro. You're
wrong,
just
No,
bro.
wrong,
You're
no, I'm
wrong.
bro.
not.
Cocaine,
Because who?
bro.
Because who did
You're
he have to
wrong,
be
bro.
paired with?
Bro, what
Who
version
did
of
it?
Luka
Hey,
Doncic
new
was
era.
that, bro?
Who did he have to be paired with?
Bro, he had a
Because
secondary
God.
The best
closer.
one.
when he had JB, they were closing
Napoleon.
games and he made a run. He didn't start making a deep playoff run again until he got Kyrie. Stop talking to me like you know what you're
It
talking
was only
about.
one. It was only a 1 year gap. Like, what do you mean?
Crickets.
Yeah, it
All right,
was.
I don't know who is worse, you or Jehovah.
It was just 1 year
bro.
gap, I think.
It was just a 1 year gap. Like you making it seem like everything was just horrible when
Shout out
Jalen Brunson
Jehovah.
left.
No, he's
Jehovah.
making it seem
I
like you're arguing
respect
with him, and
Jehovah.
nobody is. That's the sad part.
Yeah. All I'm saying is this, bro.
So new
Atlanta
era.
did a
Do
poor
you?
job building. They did a poor job building around Trey.
So
That's
new.
part of
That's
it.
Okay. Cause
it.
So I
okay.
think
They did
Trey.
Also,
I
draft
think
well, and they did a
also.
poor
Oh,
job
that's what I'm
getting
so
free
no.
saying.
So
agents,
none of this has.
premier free
So
agents
none
to
of
come
this.
and play
None of
there,
Who
this
which
went
is
to
has
not an
nothing to
easy
do
thing
with
OKC?
Trey.
anyway. You
So
got
none of this
contending
has nothing
No,
to
I'm
do
teams.
with
saying.
Trey. Trey don't have no
But let me
contributions to
let
this.
well let me say my point real quick. Then I'll let you ask me the question. Who went to go play with Shea on OKC?
Talk to him.
Hartenstein,
No one,
Talk
right?
to him.
Hartenstein,
No, he
No
No.
one
learned
did.
from Chris Paul.
Caruso,
Stop it.
Talk to
He
him.
No,
He
learned
but
with
I'm
asked
he
saying.
who.
Paul,
learned
He
from
asked
Chris
who
Nah, I
Paul.
went.
asked a
True.
He
question.
asked
I
who
asked a
who
came to
went.
question.
play
He
with
asked
Shea?
who went to OKC to play with Jay. That's what he
Caruso,
Chris
asked.
Caruso,
OKC
and
never played
Hartenstein.
with
Went to
Shea.
Chris
OKC to
Paul,
play.
Caruso got
and then
traded. That's
Caruso.
not the same thing.
Caruso got.
Who went
They
to go
traded
play
for
there as a
Caruso.
free agent? Who went there as a free
Caruso
agent?
No,
Caruso did
Caruso
not go
didn't
as
go
a
there as
free
a
Caruso
free
agent.
got
agent.
traded.
He got
wasn't it a
traded.
sign and
He got
trade?
He got traded.
No, it wasn't.
Hartenstein.
Okay, yeah,
Hartenstein.
Hartenstein, yeah, yeah.
Hartenstein. That's the only dude.
but
But you
the
know why
majority
OKC?
of that team is draft picks that can't.
Which goes to his
But
Exactly.
so
point.
that
Exactly. That's my
so no
point.
no because
If
they did it
Atlanta would have did a better
organically.
job, bro, if Atlanta would have did a better job building around Trey, he might not have been in that situation.
Oh,
That's all we're
you're
saying.
saying shoulda coulda.
Bro, they
What did
the
Trey
organization
do?
has some
This whole
they
What did
have some
conversation
problems
shoulda,
SGA
coulda,
do?
too.
woulda.
So since you brought this up, what did SGA do? He built with his guys after he
Yeah,
learned.
but
Yeah.
his
But here's the
After
thing:
guys,
he
they
each
built
of
learned.
with
But
his
their
guys,
guys.
his
OKC's
second
draft
option
but
After
OKC's
is
he
draft
learned
his
well.
from
second
Chris
But
option
Paul,
is
OKC
So
he
you
Jayson
want to
took
compare
Tatum,
Trey Young
he
and
took
and
the
Shea?
his third
Now that's
reins
what
option
we're
is
doing.
and did
Chet
what?
Holmgren. At the
But
end
the
of
thing
his
is this:
bench is
Trey is not
people
even
like
Shea. No
Aaron
one's saying
Wiggins.
that. But I'm
Are you
saying
kidding
he
me?
got put in the optimal position.
What?
I don't think Atlanta put Trey in the optimum position to be successful. That's all I'm saying.
Bro,
To
Trae Young
Like
has
maximize.
not played with
when I ask
somebody
you to
even
name me players that
closely
he
as good
played
as
with,
Jalen
it's a
Williams.
lot of like average guys.
Jesus.
But look, I don't think you could win with Trey as your best player because I think the undersized guard thing I think is a problem. Is he probably
Both
too ball dominant?
both things
Yes.
could be true. And
Yeah, both things could be true. But I don't think Atlanta was like some perfect organization and Trey Young is the reason why everything is
who else
bad
gonna
there.
pay him two
I'm not
hundred
gonna sit here
million?
and do
Who
that.
else gonna pay him 200 million to do what he do? Who else?
I don't
No
know.
one
I
is the
don't
answer.
know.
No one.
I don't know. That's why I
That's why he
said
didn't
if he
leave.
don't change, if he don't,
No, because you
I'm
can't
saying
say we seen
no.
Dame.
What I'm
We
saying,
seen Dame in Portland when they had nobody,
Different
and he
expectations.
dragged.
Different
No, no,
expectations.
no.
Dame is better
How do
than
you talk
Trey. No
when
one's saying.
Wait.
Come on,
Portland was
bro.
Why we
supposed to
acting
be
like Dame
dog
went to a
water?
bunch of finals and
Dame is
When
shit?
better
Portland
than
was
Trey.
supposed to be dog water, he dragged them to the playoffs and
But that's
consistently had them at
but who
so
but who did Dame play with?
when he first got there.
Yeah, when he first got there, who did he play with?
He
LaMarcus
had
Aldridge. LaMarcus
LaMarcus
Aldridge.
LaMarcus
Aldridge.
Aldridge, who
Who
left
has
what?
Trae Young played with that's as close to
No.
LaMarcus Aldridge?
Hold on, because
Who?
let's put
Who?
context to it.
Explain it.
The
Who? You
following
can't name
year,
one. You cannot name one,
you're
bro. You
not
Definitely
can't.
had better
again.
team
You're not.
players, bro.
You want to?
He hasn't
How
played
long
with
did he play
anybody
with?
good, bro.
How
He played
long
with a
did he
bunch of
play with
average dudes.
LaMarcus? How long did he
All
play with
right, bro.
LaMarcus?
Not
All
long.
right,
Not long at
bro.
all.
So
Not long.
hold
It
on.
doesn't matter. But he still
No, yes,
did.
yes
He
it
still had the
does. Because
opportunity.
no, because he was never supposed to be the guy. LaMarcus was was supposed to be the guy. And what did he do?
Yeah, and then he
And what did
left.
he do? He took that team and then became the franchise guy.
Brother,
When
just
he
take an
became
iced
the
tea
Uh-huh.
break
franchise,
for me, bro, with lemon, bro. With a
when he
lemon
became the
wedge, brother.
franchise
You
guy,
cooking.
what happened?
I don't want you to
What
lose your voice,
happened?
brother.
Nurkic got hurt. Nurkic stayed hurt. He dragged
Mhm.
that team to the playoffs, and
Mhm.
he not only raised the floor, he raised the ceiling. Trae is not dragging
I
Atlanta to
mean,
the
to,
playoffs.
to,
I
to
don't know
be
what you
fair,
mean
him
to
and
He
Dame
say.
got
dragged
to
them
the
to the
same
play-in.
level,
In
the
2021, though.
conference finals. That's as far as Dame got, and that's as far as Trey got. And I
You're
think Dame is
talking
way
about
better than
lightning
Trey.
in the bottle
And
one year, which
Hey,
exceeded
hey,
expectations.
high key, they
Dame
got to the conference
consistently
finals
had them in the
hey!
because
So
playoffs.
I'm
wait,
just
McCollum.
so
saying.
wait, Trey
I'm
Young
just
hasn't
saying,
been
bro.
carrying the Hawks, is what you're
And
saying?
CJ McCollum was the big reason why
That's
they
what
went
I'm
to the
saying.
conference
Like,
finals. But whatever.
So Trey Young hasn't been
hey,
carrying the
man.
Hawks.
Nah, he's a cancer, bro.
It's crazy, bro.
Y'all
It's
right,
crazy.
bro. Y'all right. One thing I do agree with, if he doesn't change his play style, and
So
I'll be
y'all want him
serious
to go
about this,
back to like
he won't
that
last long in
y'all
the
want
league.
him
He
to go
won't
back
last long
to
in the league if
Steph
he
Curry
play that
Jr.,
way.
right? Y'all want him shooting 10 3-pointers. Y'all want him making 5 a game.
No, no, no.
He
Y'all want
gotta
his
They don't want
three-point
him
learn
to.
how to.
proficiency
He
to get
gotta
better.
learn.
Like, is that
He
what y'all
gotta
want him to go
learn.
back to?
He gotta learn how to play off
No, no, it's too
ball.
late for
I
him,
think
bro.
so
It's too
too.
late for him.
Because you shouldn't lose that in
He
your
is what
career.
he is. From what I'm
No, he
hearing,
don't.
he is what he is. So that's it. He's like
I don't think.
Iverson.
I don't think he gonna learn how to play
He's
off ball. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah. He's stuck the way he is, and then
You think
his
he
Basically,
still
career
has
comes
that
to an
elite
end.
shot making ability from three though? Like he had it in his like.
How old is
I
Trey
mean, he
now?
had two really impressive seasons last 2 years,
I
bro.
believe he's 27.
He's 27. So by 32, he'll be done.
Disrespectful, bro. So
right? Like what?
I
disrespectful,
meing,
bro.
if he don't change his play style, he's gonna be a short guard that can't guard anyone.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. He won't have being real. He won't have long if he doesn't change his play style.
Can I just say he averaged almost 12 assists this past season.
Hey
One of the
man. Hey
Trying to
look.
reasons.
tell us, man, bro.
One
Man
of
Hey
the
ain't gonna
look.
finish
I,
his
reasons.
I'm
career
with
probably
you.
at
Look,
38,
One of
30,
the
bro.
30,
reasons
Bro,
is
37.
I'm
because he
with
has
you. But
recognized
from what I'm
Jalen
hearing,
Johnson as someone who can potentially be the best player on the Hawks. If you watch Trae
yes.
Young games, you will see that he is more than willing to sacrifice his, not shooting in order to be a better passer or in order to be more of a facilitator. I think he's more than willing to change his game. The Atlanta Hawks just haven't put a team around him that's conducive to him doing so. They got to.
Are you
Hey,
saying to
Hoop
win?
That's
Are you
Narrative, you
saying
see
to
what I
win a
just sent
champ?
you?
Are you talking about winning a championship?
I like this year's team though, and last year's team was dope too. So I can't
Yeah,
even
this
say
year
that because
team
they
nice.
drafted way better and they actually acquiring players that make sense on their team in terms of what this league represents.
Yeah, somebody posted that in here, Napoleon. I think it's
They
up
gonna be a
top.
top
Somebody
five, top
posted
six
that in the
team this year.
Jumbo.
Atlanta, they will be. So
Yeah, they did. They did good this offseason.
talk all
Atlanta ain't
that
never
shit
winning a
now. Wait till they start
championship.
yeah.
winning. I can't wait.
I mean, we'll
Not that I
see.
want to,
We'll
you
see.
know. I'm a Knicks fan, so rolling the dice is crazy. But
Yeah.
they fortunate to have Jayson
Yeah.
Johnson coming back healthy this upcoming season earlier than later.
I'm curious. I'm curious to see what they do this year, though. They got some
Probably
pieces
make the
over there, but
playoffs and then probably lose in the second round, depending on who they
yeah,
match up with.
probably.
They got that Asa Noel kid, right? They drafted.
I think so. Yeah. They got Ricochet coming back. They got
Dylan Wright,
Nikhil.
not
They
Dylan
got
Wright.
Porzingis.
What's the kid who starts next to him
Oh, what's
that
his
they got from the
name?
Pelicans? Dyson
Dyson
Daniels.
Daniels.
Facts.
Dyson. Yeah, he's nice.
What's their
So
ceiling
we'll
this
see.
season?
Um, I don't know. Maybe a 4 seed, 3, 4 seed.
Could y'all see them going after a
For
Kamingo
the
or Cam
Hawks?
Thomas
For
type
the
variant
Yeah,
Hawks?
to help them?
yeah.
Yeah.
Can y'all see them going at a Kamingo or Cam
That,
Thomas this season?
Nah.
oh,
Y'all don't see that as a
You
landing
I
spot
don't
for maybe
know.
those guys? Very possibly.
I I mean,
I think the
I
Hawks
Kaminga?
haven't heard
uh a,
I haven't heard anything about Kaminga other than Sacramento
a
and
ceiling for
Phoenix.
the Hawks. I could see them being like a 6 seed, like ceiling wise.
Six
Like
seed?
Ceiling?
Nah,
like
ceiling
Ceiling
could
is
be
like the
like,
best they could
you mean
be.
max? They could be top
for
four. I
the
was about to say they
Or
Hawks,
could
like
be
yeah,
top
because
four,
six.
man.
I think Indiana's gonna be down because Tyrese is out, right?
Yep,
Holly
Boston
is
Yeah,
out.
down.
So
And
Hmm.
Boston and be down.
I think no, I think Boston is still gonna be a pretty good team, even though Tatum won't be there.
They
I
have
think
no front
Jalen
court,
is good
brotherhood.
enough.
They have no front court.
I
Bro,
think
they
Jalen is
lost
good
like
enough.
they lost half their starting
Al
lineup
Horford
against
starting for the
Minnesota.
But
Warriors is crazy, but it is what it is.
Horford,
uh
Porzingis, Drew, I
Tatum.
don't know.
but
I yeah, I
yeah,
hear
we'll
you,
see
but
what happens with them. But like I don't think the Hawk I mean, I don't think I just don't see the
I think the Hawks. I think the Hawks will be better than the
yeah,
Bucks.
because I think
Are they?
at
Will
the
they be
top, I
better than the
mean, the
Bucks and
Knicks
the
are still
Sixers? Is going to determine
the
whether
Knicks
they
are still there. The Bucks are
will
still
Yeah.
they
there.
be
Philly's
better than
still
the
there.
Bucks and the Sixers. Is going to dictate
I
their
mean,
season.
Philly is a lot of
Like
question marks with their health.
it's the East. Like they still like those teams are still there.
That's
Orlando gonna be
They're not
Orlando's
better
gonna
than
probably be
Orlando. They're not
better.
better than the Pistons. They're not better than my Knicks.
Yeah,
yeah,
They're
but
the
not
Pistons are gonna
not
be a
better
team
than
to
Cleveland.
I'm
watch.
saying I'm not saying they're going to be the four
Like
seed.
I
I'm
said, I
saying
think this
that could be
at
their
the
ceiling.
ceiling. I think at the ceiling
Top
they're
five,
at
yeah,
six.
top five.
I don't know because a lot of the teams you named, like Orlando, they have injury history problems.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Philly has
but I'm
injury
saying
history
like
problems.
all
Like
things being said,
But
if
they
they're
have better
healthy, these
I,
teams
developmental players come in place. Orlando.
all this being said, they're
uh,
that these teams are healthy coming in. Like I can't say like oh injury history like
Well,
I
that's
Paolo
mean,
what
has
it's a
the
been
part
in.
of
the
it.
ceiling
It's a
is.
part of
Yeah,
it,
that's the
bro. That's
ceiling.
the ceiling. Like the best position they can end up in.
Yeah, if
I
That's
everything
the
think it's
ceiling.
Franz
falls.
I'm not.
Wagner, Franz
I'm not
Wagner.
saying.
I'll give you one. I'll five. I'll go five.
Eh,
They
I
gave
can't go no
I
Paulo,
higher than
mean,
Franz
that
Wagner, Tristan da Silva,
because they're not going to be
Desmond
better than
Bain,
Orlando.
Tyus
I don't think
Jones,
they're going to
bro.
be better than I don't think they're going to be
I
a better
think
than
I
Orlando.
think I think they
I
can.
think Orlando's a big question
I don't
mark
think
I
they're going
think
to be
because
Why?
better
they.
than Orlando. I don't think they're going to be better than New York. I don't think they're going to
of
be
the
better than
injury
Detroit.
history.
I don't think they're going to be better than Detroit. I don't think they're going to be
Hell
better
no.
than Milwaukee. I don't think they're going to be better than Philly. So honestly, like
Uh,
I'm gonna stick with my six. Ceiling is
That's
six. I
seven,
don't think they're
brother
gonna be
Hurst.
better than
That's
any of those
seven.
five
It wouldn't shock
teams.
me.
no,
It wouldn't shock me if they
no. I'm
have a
saying
What
better.
about Toronto?
everything
What
goes
about Toronto?
chalk. If everything
Toronto
goes
was the
chalk,
team.
yeah, they'll
How New
eh.
Era feels about like how New Era feels about Orlando. That's how I feel about Toronto. It's like, gotta see it
No,
first.
I think Orlando's good. I'm just not like penciling them in as a 3 seed or a 4 seed because they have had injury history problems.
Even
Like,
okay, but
I
like if you say
I
all
get
things
you, but
considered,
like,
is Orlando better than them?
But
Yes.
that's not the count. That's you don't.
oh yeah,
You
that's
can
not the
be a
point.
better. You can be a better team, but have a worse
Yeah,
regular season. If
yeah,
like,
that's
yeah,
the point.
Bro,
it's
from a
not.
depth chart perspective, yes, bro. It's just a fact.
Yeah, from a desktop perspective, Orlando's better. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I can't. I
No
just
one's
can't.
arguing that.
I can't in good faith
Better
be like, or
coach,
like Atlanta's gonna
better
be below
leadership
them. Like,
in
No, I'm
place.
please.
Like
no. What I'm saying is everything breaks right for Atlanta. They could be like a 4 or 3 seed,
That's a
and
lot of
that's if
breaking. That's a
everything breaks.
lot of things breaking right for
Oh
them,
yeah, exactly.
and
That's
that's
the
why
I
I
don't know.
ceiling.
can't do. And
But
that's
like,
why I can't do it.
I can see.
It's not like they're one team.
Atlanta.
It's not like
I,
they're one team. Like one team has a breakdown, right? And it's like okay, Atlanta has a chance. This is like, bro, like you gonna have a lot. Like Joel Embiid gonna have to have one of them years where he missed some
we
time,
don't
right?
even.
Like
He
I
is going to
Orlando
miss
mean,
gonna have
I
to
time.
have
mean,
one of them
He
years.
is
Uh,
going
uh,
to
I
miss time.
mean,
Joel Embiid is
I
going
mean,
to miss
Joel
time.
is already talking about missing time, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
Joel's missing time. It's
it's
not
is he
something
not
gonna
you can
miss
just.
more than half of the year?
I don't think he's coming
maybe
back.
I
He might
mean,
not
it's
come back
Joel
until
Embiid. He
January.
could.
it's Joel
and he not
Embiid,
playing
bro.
back to backs.
Like that's
And
what I'm saying.
he's coming
Like
back and not playing the back to backs.
we can't ignore things that happened in the past and say, well, it's probably not gonna happen again. Like, no, it's probably gonna happen.
We don't know when he's returning. That's the point. Like he's hurt,
I
and we
hope
don't know when
not.
he's
Like,
returning.
yeah, I hope
Then that's the
not.
only way that I
I'm
can see them going. Like that's the way I see them going to
Oh,
yeah,
five,
that's the
getting that five
pathway
then.
then. Yeah, it's the Sixers.
Yeah, I can see them
that's
getting
the
to
pathway.
five. I can't see them being in the
Cause
top four though.
like if Boston and Indiana was healthy, I wouldn't even be
That's a
talking about
fact.
them
Yeah, if
in the
Miles
top
Turner
To
was
four.
me,
still on
Detroit would
Indiana.
But
have to. To me,
it's,
Detroit would
it's
have
the
to have
rea-
a major regression. Like, and I don't see that happening
I
because
mean,
Nah,
Cade is going to be. He's going to come into his own.
not at
He's
all.
going to come into his
I do
own.
yeah, of
want to see.
course.
I do
Didn't
want to
they pick
see
up
how
Jason
that
Richardson's
Cade.
son,
I do want
Orlando
to see
too?
how that Cade and Jaden Ivy thing
Yeah,
go though.
but like I think Detroit could be like the three, and I could see Atlanta being a four.
And
That's what
then
I'm saying. Like
they got and then they
Because
Orlando is
got
I could
dirty.
see a
Suggs is coming
scenario
back
they
too.
got the Thompson twin.
like
that
They
may
got the Thompson
Oh,
twin
you
up
talking
there
about the
too,
Pistons? Yeah.
that may have
bro.
the Detroit Pistons a bit shaky. Just Ivy coming back and trying to make
Jaden
that
Ivey coming
adjustment with
back.
him
Another year, Ron Holland developing.
with him and
But even
Yep.
if Jaden Ivey,
I think
let's say they
Detroit's gonna be
baby
really
step Jaden
good.
Ivey
I
in
think
they
they,
there.
weren't
yeah,
fitting
I think
I
they,
think
when he was there. They were having issues fitting him and Cade.
really.
Yes.
But let's say they baby step Jaden Ivey like through it like or whatever. Then like I still think the
Because
Thompson
he's gonna have
twin.
to come off the ball
Taking
more
that
for
two
Jaden
spot.
Ivey.
Yep.
Yeah,
Probably
I can see the
long
Thompson twin
term.
taking that two spot
Maybe
and
trading him. Yep.
balling out. Yeah.
Yeah, but still, you're gonna give Jaden Ivey some
Yeah,
time.
I
So
heard they was thinking about trading Ivy
I
too.
just gotta, yeah, because they didn't
I
think because
would
they were having
if he's
issues with
causing if
Monte.
he's that big of an issue. If he's that big of an issue, like
You might have to trade them.
goodbye, because you're not Cade, buddy. Like you
Yeah,
good, but you ain't
Yeah,
Cade.
but he's gonna play. So what I guess the point is that he's gonna play. And if it is shaky, then they
Ship
come
his
off to
ass
a
over there to
shaky.
Portland.
They have a shaky start, then that could let Atlanta get a
to
better record than them.
Portland.
Yeah, go
That's
on.
it.
Let him and Scoop. Let him and Scoop be two dysfunctional
But
backcourt
they
backcourt
got what's the
Detroit,
together.
name
I don't think they're
already.
gonna have any issues.
They got Shaden
Yeah, I
Sharp
don't
already
think they're
though.
gonna have
They probably
no
won't do
issues.
You
that.
said
Detroit.
what? You said what, New Era?
Portland already has what Shaden Sharp, and they
Hey, New
have
Era.
That's why
It's
they got rid of
Portland.
Anthony.
It's
They got rid of
Portland.
Anthony to make
he.
space for Scoot. Why are they gonna
That's why
pick
they
up
got rid of
another guard?
Anthony. Yeah,
It's
I don't think they would
Portland.
pick up another guy.
It's
Oh, you said?
Portland.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's like the
I
Cleveland.
don't know.
They like the Cleveland Browns of the NFL, bro. It's like it's Portland, bro. Like,
No, I hear. No, I hear what you're saying. I hear
That
what
would
you're
make
saying.
absolutely no sense if they got rid of a guard to make
I
space for
don't.
Scoot and then pick up another guard. I'm
For,
not gonna lie.
and then pick up
Yeah,
Jaden.
that
Yeah,
made
that would be
no
crazy.
sense. Like,
That'd be crazy.
it's hey this.
But I
It's
mean, organizations
Portland.
have done crazy things. Yeah, organizations have made crazy decisions before. So it make I don't know.
Unless they
Portland.
send them over to I can't think of too many teams that would like
Where
need a Jaden
who I'm
Ivey.
saying, yeah, who would need a Jaden Ivey?
Like I
I'm
could see
trying to
them sending
The
think.
them to like
Rockets. The Rockets need him.
nah
They need him.
they got a SAR
no, the
top
Rockets don't
they got
need
a
him.
SAR. Is it a SAR or is it I'm in that's down
Nah, it's
there?
I'm
The
in.
Rockets
I'm
do
I'm
in.
in.
not need
I'm
him.
in.
Yeah, bro,
Yeah.
they got young pieces like Houston cool.
I
Like
mean,
I mean, but
they might need him because they trade a lot
they
of
can
their ball
send
They
them
do
players.
they can
not
ship
need.
them
They
up there
do
to
not
Saki.
need
They
him.
can send them up there to
He could
Saki.
he could. Ah, nah, Sacramento definitely
That
don't need
that
him.
that shit,
They have
that
like 10 guards,
that is a dumpster
Hey,
fire.
and
Sacramento been a
trying to
dumpster
get
fire for a long time.
and they trying to get Russ. Like yeah, they it's
And
crazy
they
Yeah,
over
trying to
there.
get rid
send
of
them to
Monk. They
Utah.
still trying to get rid of Monk.
Send them to Utah.
Utah is
Yeah, I mean
crazy.
Utah. I can see Utah. Utah. Now that's a place he can end up at.
Him,
Send him to
you send
The
them to
Washington
Utah,
Wizards could
What
use
Washington,
about
Russ.
Brooklyn.
what about Minnesota?
Nah, he ain't
No,
never see the court.
No.
They got Rob Dillingham too. Like I don't think he'll see the court.
no,
I
I don't like.
Rob
I think Ivy's
Dillingham.
better than
I don't
Rob.
like. I don't like Dilly. I don't like Dilly. I don't like. I think they should
But I
get off
think
of
they
Dilly.
see something in Dillingham that I think they see something in him.
I I think
He
Ivy's
too
better than
small.
yeah.
He too
I
small.
think Ivy's better than him, but
No,
he's more of
I
They
a
do too. I do too. I'm just saying I think the organization must see something in him because they ain't tried to like. I don't
yeah.
think they tried to
uh,
replace him with anybody.
Who
why
else?
you gonna get? Why you gonna get
I mean, obviously,
Ivy
like
when
a
you have
place
a
like
better
Brooklyn.
Ivy?
That's what I'm
Yeah, a
saying.
place like
Brooklyn.
You
I
have a
said
better
Brooklyn,
Ivy in Ant
Washington,
though.
um,
I don't know. Washington got a
Charlotte.
lot of good
You can
guards
send him to
already.
Charlotte. See if he can get a like
Send him to
and
Charlotte.
let him come off the bench
Uh,
behind Brandon.
He gonna be
Lamelo.
starting because nobody healthy.
Like
I mean, I guess Charlotte. I mean,
I love Brandon, man. Like I know his pops. Like he a Nashville kid. I hate that he went to Charlotte, but hopefully they can get something going over there.
oh, Brandon
He
Miller.
has to stay
Yeah,
healthy.
Yeah, he's nice.
yeah. Brandon been
He's
like that
nice.
since middle school, bro. Like he like that since for a
Court,
long time.
Portland,
Yeah, he's nice,
Portland.
bro.
What's up?
I think Rob Dillingham's replacement is in the jumbotron.
No.
Wow. I didn't know that, bro.
That's
That
just
was 6 hours
mean.
ago.
Just some context.
That's just mean. That's just
Bones
mean.
Highland is
Dang, not
crazy.
That's
bones.
just
And listen,
Going
Cortland,
from
mean.
bad to
not that
worse.
right to Tate's point. Not that he's that much better, but I mean but
That's mean. I'm not
just
gonna
to
lie.
there goes that how much they really believe in him because they signed somebody that they really don't believe in also. So I don't we'll see what happens with Bones, but I think he'll be ahead of Rob.
I mean, I can agree
I
with
don't
that. Like
think
I said,
Bones
I was
getting
just
it.
looking at like like I ain't know of the organization because I didn't know about this. So about I mean
Yeah,
that changes
that's
everything
that's
now.
old. It's like a week old.
No, 6 hours ago.
No,
No. That he been signed. I just posted that. That was like he
Oh,
signed a
okay,
week
okay,
ago.
okay.
But yeah, so that's I was just I just because I know you were saying if they
You
believe in
just
him, but if I don't. I'm not so sure on that.
Yeah, I'm just
yeah.
trying to think of like where somewhere that they can send Jaden, like where you could, because you don't want to like send a kid to like Timbuktu, right? Like,
no.
like
The thing
That's
I
what.
think Rob needs
Mm.
to the game still needs to slow down for him. So even if it's something like Cortland, to your point of don't get rid of him, because I think if the game slows down for him, he has the skill set to be a Kobe White like player where where
Oh,
he's
Kobe
where
White.
he's a threat, and you he can be your second or third best player, but
But
Who, Rob
no,
but I
Dillingham?
think
yeah,
he's talking about Jordan. Jaden Ivey.
but
Napoleon.
but
Oh. Oh.
but if you get rid of him, then he gets lost in the shuffle. So maybe
Napoleon, who are you talking about?
But
Ivy or Rob?
Napoleon. We talking about Jaden Ivey.
even
No,
the
but
same thing with
he's talking about who are you talking about? Rob?
He's talking about
I'm talking
Rob.
about Rob to have.
Rob
Yeah,
Dillingham,
Rob did not be no second best player. I swear to
we
God.
talking about
But
Ivy.
Rob
Ivy
Dillingham
Ivy
cannot get
I
to the
think
level of Kobe White. Napoleon,
no
stop.
no I'm saying from a
He
skill from a
Can't
cannot.
get there.
no what I'm saying is he had, if you look at how Kobe White played coming out of Carolina, where he was
Rob,
going a million miles a minute, the
Uh huh.
skill set is there, but the
he was
game,
still better than Rob,
I'm
but
not
I hear
saying
you.
he's not. I'm
I
giving
hear what you're
a
saying.
game comparison
I hear what you're
of
saying.
when the game slows down. This is what happened. Even with Ivy, Ivy has to learn how to play with pace and tempo. So maybe they need a veteran to show him, and because like we know that practice is going to be where he learns that, and the game is where he implements it. But until he sees it on a day in day out basis, right now he's just throwing stuff against the wall and seeing what sticks.
Hey,
I
you
don't
know
know.
where
Rob
Jaden
Dillingham
Ivey would
is
make a
like
lot of
6.
sense? You know where Jaden Ivey would make a lot of sense? Toronto.
No, he wouldn't.
He would make a
No,
lot of
he
sense
would
in
not.
Cortland, why are
Toronto.
you trying to send him to
No, he would
Alcatraz?
not.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just looking at rosters that don't have like a crazy, like two guard. That's
They
like
have
what I'm
too. They have
saying.
too many guard. They have too many guards.
Like right now, their starting five is Emmanuel Quickly, Jacoby Walter, R.J. Barrett, Scotty Barnes, and and Jacob Poeltl. Like it ain't a whole lot.
Jakob.
Jakob Portal, whatever.
Huh, but I think BI is
And
getting gonna get added to that.
yeah,
Yeah,
Bi be
Bi
there.
starting.
Where's Richard?
Bi starting.
Where's the boy? Your boy? With the last name?
Did y'all see the
Not
response to
the
Trey?
what was the white kid that they just drafted like
Dick.
a year
Grady
ago?
Dick. Grady
Yeah,
Dick.
Grady
Grady
Dick.
Dick.
I ain't see him on the depth
Yo,
chart.
who you seen
Which
the
is where
response from
PG
Trey?
probably starting.
Yeah, we already talked about it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I just now seen this.
I don't think. I don't think they'll have. Maybe they'll switch out Jaden Ivey for Ochai, but they like Ochai. So I don't know.
So
They like
so
Shed
heaven
too.
sent, I got a question, since you're all things Toronto.
I'm
Does
not.
Bi does Bi finally get to be the guy in Toronto?
He
uh,
shouldn't be. Scotty Barnes is supposed to be the guy, but Scotty is the type of player that likes to take a step back and doesn't know who he is or who they think he
Didn't you
is. So
say?
he's probably gonna take a step back
Didn't you say
for
in
the.
5 years Scotty was gonna be in all?
I did not know. I
I
did
no,
not know that he was
I
going to
got
be.
that.
I
I got that
no
space
no
clipped.
I no. Listen to what I'm gonna say. I didn't know personality wise he was going to be a weak B.
oh
Like
man,
he takes us like RJ Barrett came to the team.
jeez.
He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna have the ball. I'm gonna let RJ cook. Like I didn't know that he mentally was like that. I like because defensively, if you notice, like he's an elite help defender. Like he's a really good on ball. He's really good
Yeah,
at
he's
passing. His
talented. He's a
jumper
very
got better.
talented player.
Yeah, but he literally just took a step back for RJ Barrett quickly. That's like things gonna come. He's probably gonna take a step back for him. He took a step back for Grady. I'm just over it. Like I'm
That
good.
boy Scotty Barnes got the
Like I'm good.
that boy Scotty Barnes got the Paul Pierce hips, man. Boy
Pause.
run like he.
Pause.
Hey yo, hey yo.
Hey, bro, y'all ever seen that clip of of Paul Pierce in the high school dunk contest? And Scotty Barnes moved just like that, man,
Oh
bro.
man, that's crazy.
Because
I was like, nah, bro, that ain't right. Somebody right about that.
but I bring up Bi because I've said this for years and I've gotten pushback on it and I will stand on it. Bi, I put him and Tatum in the same realm because Bi.
Get
No,
Whoa,
the
no,
fuck
no,
out of
no,
whoa,
no,
here.
no, 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 no.
what?
Napoleon.
I will say
Napoleon. No, no,
Whoa,
no.
no,
what?
no, no, no,
Napoleon.
no, no. Hoop,
Blow
Napoleon.
it up,
no,
hoop,
hoop,
blow it up,
Napoleon.
blow it
hoop,
Let
up.
him
hoop.
Napoleon.
finish.
Let
Let
me
him
finish.
finish.
Let
Let
me
him
finish.
finish.
Let me finish because I'm gonna go look at
Here we
go look at
go.
Go to LA Fitness and go watch a motherfucker
no
that's
no
6'8", that's
no
dominating.
no
That's
no
Brandon
no no.
Ingram.
Watch
You
this.
got
Watch
it.
this. Bi has never been in a place that he could be the number one, and I've always said this.
Huh?
Bi
He plays like he's playing
let,
21.
let, let me let me finish. Let
All right, go
because
ahead.
He
because
does.
because what
He plays like he's playing one-on-one rollout. Napoleon. You can't win with a guy
no,
like that. I, I
watch what I
I wish T Wall was on here. He would tell you. I said this 5-6 years ago. He plays like he's playing
oh my
one-on-one. Like,
what
bro,
what
he
What's
what
is
wrong with
who
watch
he
ISO
watch
ball?
is.
What's
watch
wrong with
what I
ISO ball?
watch what I
He's not
watch
Tatum.
He
Tatum's
plays
not
too much
Tatum.
iso ball.
Huh?
That's not
Huh?
true.
What does that mean?
Tatum's not
To me,
Tatum. What
Tatum's
does
No,
that
What does
mean?
better.
that
so
mean?
let me land my point. Let me
What is
let
Wait,
hold on,
wait, you
let
gotta
me
answer
land
that one. Tatum's not Tatum is
let me
crazy.
What is he better at
hold on
Tatum? What is he better at Tatum
let me
than?
land my point real quick.
All right, go ahead,
So
Napoleon. You got it.
when everybody was pushing Tatum early, Tatum got to grow and develop and figure out what when they were trying to figure out who was gonna be the lead dog in Boston, whether it was gonna be him or Jalen. He's
Hmm.
always been able to be the number
That
one.
wasn't hard to figure out.
No,
Yeah, it
because he has
wasn't.
the
no.
skill
Now watch
sets.
this.
Because he has the skill sets.
He was in LA where he was the third option. We saw a glimpse of what he could do
He was the third option win.
when he was in LA with when he was briefly there.
In 20
And,
in 19.
and then if you look at the numbers that
He was the third option or the second
he was
option?
the third.
Who
I'd
was
say
the
second.
second?
They they
Who was the second
they
option?
Are you talking about scoring option or
scoring
are you talking about winning
scoring
option?
option.
Scoring
Who
option?
who
I
was the
feel like it
second?
was.
Who was the second
They
option?
they really went to Kuz more than they went to him. Again, I don't
Ah,
agree with it.
No,
no.
No,
Kyle
no,
just took
let
over the
no.
role.
So watch this. When he got to New Orleans, and
They averaged the same amount of
were
points.
and you were looking, there wasn't that big of a gap.
But who got had the most shots though?
There wasn't that much of a gap
New Orleans,
between
the team that was better without him. The
what
team that Willie
Right, him
Green
by
benched him in
himself.
the
Right,
you
playoffs because he was pouting because he couldn't get one-on-one
right,
isolation.
right. Talk about it.
Oh,
Wow.
you
oh,
realize.
He had to get better,
Bi,
brother Hood. He
Bi,
They
definitely
was
had to get
better
better.
without Brandon Ingram on the
Oh my god, no,
floor.
That's a fact.
you mean when
my
they were
God.
trying to play, fat
They were
when they
better
were trying to
without him on the
when they were
floor.
trying to play beignet ball, we see how that went.
They
I
were
just want
better
you to
without
No,
him
they
on the
won't.
Trey Murphy
floor.
I
Jr.
just want
I believe
I just want you to tell me the skill sets of
I
both
believe
players and
Right,
explain to me
right,
why they
Ness.
are
I've been
great.
waiting for
I
that.
just need the
I
skill
believe
sets.
How are
I
they
don't care
I
about
close?
who's
believe
better
he
than number one. I don't
I
care.
believe
I need to know the skill
he
sets
is
of
a
them.
better scorer. He is a better scorer than
A
Tatum.
better scorer than Tatum.
Yes,
That's
he is a
cap.
better.
Who's
He is
No,
a
better
Lie
he's
better.
scorer?
never
that
been a better.
is
He's
a lie,
never
also,
been a
brother
better
Hood.
No,
scorer
no, it's
than
not.
Jason Tatum.
No, it's not. The
Who?
one
He
year,
said
He was
the
he
never a
said
better scorer,
Ingram.
even at Duke. And I hate Duke. I hate Duke.
Bro,
Even
you
at
all
Duke,
right?
he
I
wasn't a
hate
better
Duke.
scorer.
What I'm telling you is the years the year he made the All Star, and everybody's like, damn, we didn't know Bi could be like this. I think if
He's averaged 24 points.
And at that time, what was Tatum? Tatum was only scoring like 27 or
Only?
28.
Only 27,
No, no,
28?
Oh
That's
my
no, no.
God. Stop right
significantly
there,
So
more
no,
Charles.
no.
points.
Stop it.
So the point
Come
I'm
on, bro.
making, the point I'm making is when you look at their scoring progression, when Tatum is the number one option, and it's at one point in
Right?
time it was a 3 point gap, and Bi was the second, third, fourth option at times. That what that
Going
show
nowhere fast.
what that shows me is if he has the green light and he's the guy, he can offensively have the same production, and defensively he's better than Tatum.
But
Stop it.
he
No.
no hell
Stop
You
it.
said
no
you said
Oh
you
my
no.
said you
I'm
Stop it.
said
He
sorry.
don't
I'm
even
sorry. I'm
rebound
defensively.
like
sorry.
You
Tatum.
said
I'm
Stop
sorry. I
it.
didn't mean to do
defensively. You
that.
said
No,
sorry.
hold on,
No.
Also,
nap,
you said
nap.
He's
Hold
not
on,
even
defensively.
as
nap, nap,
active
nap,
as a
nap,
player
nap.
as
Defensively,
Tatum
Hold
is.
on,
Like, what
nap,
are you
defensively.
watching,
nap.
brotherhood?
Hold on, nap.
You said what
Here's the
year
thing.
was that? What year was that?
Here's the
You
issue.
think Ingram's better
Here's
than
the
Tatum?
issue with what they're saying. Hold on. Here's the issue with what you're saying, right? Not Jason Tatum, but Brandon Ingram's three best seasons as a scorer have been around 24 to 25 points, right? 24.7, we round up to 25, and then 23.8, he did that two times
We gotta
back, two
round
years
up
back to back.
to get to
Yeah,
25.
24, right? 24, right? So like at his peak, he's a 25 point per game scorer, right? Jason Tatum at his peak is a 30 point per game scorer. Do you know how hard it is to average 30 for a season? And you the game plan? And you the game plan. Like, I'm the game
We're
plan.
intangibles to win. That equates to winning. Like,
And
please
and
put that in
and and he's
perspective.
been and he's been right, and he's
How
been in he's been in the Eastern Conference Finals damn
how
How
near
many?
now
his
now
How
now
whole
many?
watch
How
this.
career.
many? How many assists does Brandon Ingram average?
Now
I think like five or
he has
six.
Watch
about
what has
five,
Brandon
five and a
Ingram
Now,
half.
now,
done.
now,
Look
now, now, now,
high
watch this,
and sit
Cortland.
at home.
Now, Cortland. Now, we, because you talked about this the other night, how a player has to grow into the player he's going to become. Correct? You talked about this the other night.
Uh-huh.
Now,
Right,
now
right.
we saw Tatum grow into the player he became after Brad Stevens played him and Jalen out of position to get matchup uh to hunt matchups and get skill set. And
Yep, that's a fact.
it took him. He's been in the league what 8 9 years now.
8 years.
Yeah,
Brandon Ingram's been in the league
got a
nine.
championship.
Now
Been to
Napoleon,
the finals how
no
many
Napoleon,
no
times?
hold on.
Napoleon,
So where
Napoleon,
I'm going,
Napoleon. How many years has Brandon Ingram been in the league,
I
Napoleon?
think
Bro, you're
nine.
losing this argument
No
badly.
Nine.
no
He's been in the
no I'm
league
Napoleon,
not.
9 years.
You in a rabbit
Napoleon.
hole
What's
right
our
now with these
saying, Napoleon?
debates. Last 2 months.
9 years in the NBA, Napoleon, and you're
There's
talking
not.
about
Yeah.
growing to
There's
your.
not that
You
No
much.
no
are
There's
who
And
you
you're
no.
in the
So
are,
what
same
I
bro.
sentence as
who
Tatum
Ain't
is
no growing to
crazy.
your.
what I'm
Ain't no
saying
growing to
is
nothing
Listen,
in
bro.
year
hold
It's
on.
10.
Here's
up,
the thing,
bro.
Nap.
Hold
Here's
on.
the thing, Nap.
Let me respond to Hoop real quick, Court.
What growing to
No,
what in
because
year
because
10?
because
Growing to what?
because now, if let's say Toronto says, "Hey, you got the keys. We're gonna go
Oh,
as
you
you."
think Ingram
Toronto's
still
gonna
got
be
more time to
bad.
grow
No,
into
They're
this
gonna
no,
be
no. You asked
bad.
guy?
you asked the question, so receive the answer.
They're not giving him the
They're
keys.
gonna
They're not giving him
stink,
the
If
keys
I
Napoleon.
over
They're
I
those
gonna
don't
guys.
stink.
I don't think they will because we saw.
So what seed are they gonna be?
I think they can make playoffs.
I think
The
that
What seed?
I
playoffs?
think they'll
What
Tina?
seed,
I think
Napoleon?
they'll be between the
I
seven and
think they can make the
That's
I
playoffs.
think
playing.
that they'll be the set
I
between
don't
the
think they'll
seven and
play because
eight.
the East is pretty weak.
The East, the East,
I
the East. What
Who
I'm
they
saying,
beating? What
the
top five
I
team
just
they
don't see
beating?
them handing Brandon Ingram. I just don't see them handing Brandon Ingram the keys over R.J. Barrett, who's clearly
R
the
RJ,
best
He'll be
leader on that
what
gone.
what
team.
RJ and
No, we're not
Scotty
doing this.
Barnes? Are
We're
you
not doing this.
serious?
RJ
They got
RJ
Grady
Barrett
too.
RJ Barrett is not good.
Now RJ
But
Barrett
you can't
is
tell
good.
Toronto
So
that.
so so Cortland, what I'm
RJ
getting
Barrett's
at
not
is
good.
this: we saw what it took 8 years to curate for Tatum, and
Yeah.
even in
Wait. It took you 8 years for. Wait, huh?
be,
I don't think it took
You
me 8 years.
downplaying
I
it
don't
though
think
is
it
just
took
the
me
I
eight
think
insane
years.
part about
No,
this
no,
conversation.
Nap. Here's the Here's the thing,
It took
right? Hold
it
on. Let
took
me
You
tell
can't
you
y'all
this.
eight.
downplay
It took
anything
you,
about
Hold
Cortland.
Tatum's
on.
It took
career.
you 8 years for you to see what you see with Tatum. It took you
no
eight
no
No,
years.
like that's what.
that's
Hold
that's
on,
not
but
what
that's
I'm
what I'm
saying.
saying. Jason Tatum. We
He
saw what Jason Tatum was like flashes in his first two seasons. His
Why are
third
you
season in the
comparing Brandon
NBA.
Ingram's career with
Hold on,
Tatum's?
hold on, hold on. His third season in the NBA. Now we're now talking about a guy who on the second rung of scores, right? Like he's averaging like 24 points a game. Like that same time span, right? Within that same time span for Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram didn't hit that speed until his fourth season in the NBA, where he scored 23.8 points, and Jason Tatum was already
But
ahead of
but
him
but you're but
starting
you're
his
you're
third.
leaving out the difference that in the two circumstances, Cortland. And if you're gonna quote me, Hoop, quote me correctly. I didn't say he was a
What difference in
better. I
circumstance?
didn't say he was a better scorer. I said he's the same caliber scorer.
What is the different
No, you said
circumstance?
better. Don't try to dumb
No,
it
no,
Yeah, you
down.
no,
definitely did.
no,
What's the
I
no,
different
don't think
You
circumstance
they're. I
then?
said
don't think
better.
he's
Just
anywhere near
don't
the
dumb it
same.
down.
I don't think he's at the
no.
same caliber of
I do
scorer as
because
Jason Tatum.
hold
Jason
on,
Tatum is a better dribble.
Cortland,
He's a better driver of the
Cortland.
basketball.
What?
Jason Tatum's a better driver of
Cortland,
Easily.
basketball.
this is where if there's a 3 point gap between
And then we're gonna go to Smash
someone
after
who is the
Napoleon.
third option and someone who is the number one option, what that tells me you're comparable.
How
If
many
I'm
Why
the
do
years
why
was
third
do
that
we
ago,
do
option,
that?
Okay,
brotherhood?
now,
How
no,
many
now, hold
years
on,
was that ago?
Why
hold
do
on,
why
Stop
do
it.
we do that?
The problem with what you're
Why do
saying,
we act like scoring is linear?
hold
Meaning
on, this.
more shots
The
you
pro-
get, therefore, like you need
the
to
problem with
automatically
what you're
catch more.
saying now,
Like I don't get it.
the problem with what you're saying now is hold on. The problem with what you're saying now is the circumstances for Brandon Ingram. We haven't seen Brandon Ingram. We
No, that's
haven't
why
seen Jason
I had
Tatum.
to mute NFL. I had to mute him.
Yeah, I was like, we haven't seen Jason Tatum without Jalen Brown next to him, right? But even with saying that, right, like we've seen Brandon Ingram essentially with no
We've
other
seen him
like
without Jalen Brown.
for a whole season.
Oh, not for a whole season, for stretches.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. Like and for an extended amount of time, like we haven't seen him for like a whole season or like three quarters of a season where it's like, okay, this is Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum is the offense. But even with that, he's sharing time with only one other guy who's a primary scorer on the team, and he's still getting off to 30 points, you know what I mean, to the tune of 30 points, anywhere between 25 and 30 points. Right. Brandon Ingram, we've seen Brandon Ingram essentially be the guy, right? Or like a primary option on the team, and he ain't getting off like that. So they're not on the same. Then if we break it down, like to the minute levels, like not even just on the macro, but like to the micro, but Brandon Ingram is nowhere near the dribble driver, and like he doesn't put nearly the pressure on the rim that Jason Tatum does. He doesn't. He's a good
He doesn't even have
shooter,
the
but like
willingness.
Jason Tatum, hold on, but Jason Tatum is a better mid-range shooter than Brandon Ingram. Jason Tatum's a better three-point shooter than Brandon Ingram. They're not on the same rung when you talk about three-level scoring and a guy who's a shooter, right? Like Brandon Ingram's more of a shooter. He's not a scorer. Like when you talk like Jason Tatum is going to be in that conversation as one of the best scorers of the basketball. Like I don't see the numbers look comparable, but when you start breaking that down on tape, it ain't the same.
Let's go to Smash. Go ahead, Smash.
What's up? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you good. You good.
Can you hear me? What's going on? That's crazy. Yeah. That
It's been crazy.
I see where he tried to go with. I see where he tried to go with it, but
No,
no,
you
that don't
enlighten
work.
us. Where,
That
where
don't
did you
work
see it? Where
by
did you see it?
film,
The 3 point
and
disparity?
it don't work.
Difference in
I'm
circumstances?
trying to
We
say
waiting.
it.
We
King,
still
let him
waiting.
It
land.
don't.
King, let him land.
I can't say nothing. Damn.
Go ahead, bro.
It don't work by the numbers, and it didn't work by film. Is he Jason Tatum like? Yes, but 25-point scores and 30-point scores are separate for a reason. 5 points a game difference in the NBA is bigger than just 5 points,
And
man.
winning too.
That 5 points is very big. I ain't even got to go that route because
Oh,
we,
you
we
don't
we
got to
know the
go there.
situation on
It's
that.
crazy.
We don't have to go that route. That's why I said this.
That's the
That's why I said
context
I
that
see
was
he
needed
tried
from
to
the
say.
beginning.
That's why I don't know why y'all talked about it that long.
Does it
That's the
equate to
point I'm
winning? Who
making. I don't
cares?
know
Hey,
how it even went on that
let my
long.
boy Smash land, bro. Let him land. Thank you.
That's why I don't even know how it went on that long because that winning aspect is the end all be all for real. I see he was trying to say Jason Tatum like or liked, whatever you want to say. Yeah, but better than Jason Tatum at anything.
Smash. I'm gonna ask you one question.
Man, you got to kill that. You
Smash.
got to kill that.
I'm gonna ask you one quick question. How many 25 and 30 point scores did we see on bad teams?
I don't know, bunches of them.
No, no,
But
no,
we
no,
talking
no,
about
no,
a
no, no, no,
30
no,
point
no, no.
on a good
Because
team. Hold on.
I
No,
no, no,
no,
no. Because
don't.
I
We're talking about a 30
no,
point
no, no,
score
no,
on a
no, no.
good team, though.
Because no, no, no.
Think
Hold on.
about that.
Because again, they had to learn how to do things. And you're saying, oh, he was on a
But okay. We're talking about a decade.
now,
We're right up
now
under
watch
a
But
this.
decade.
now,
What? No, no,
now
no.
the
Hold
problem
on,
is what you're.
hold on. Because we're not gonna sit here and act like that when we've seen scorers that were on bad teams get solid people around them or get elevated to where they're the guy and they make that jump. And you're like, I didn't know they could do that. When they're the second and third, fourth option, you're not getting certain green lights. And what anybody
Right.
will tell you, if you are able as the second and third option to average 25, you taking that next step when you get to be the guy, it opens the floodgates.
Okay,
All
now
right.
what
Well,
do
let
you
me
think
let me
is
let
more
me answer
important?
that. Let me answer that real quick. And then I'll be done. Yeah. So he's indeed gonna be the guy at Toronto. There's not a guy out there that's gonna stop him from averaging
Scotty
25.
Barnes.
He's gonna get he's gonna get them. There's not a guy in Toronto that's gonna stop Brandon Ingram from averaging 25. She just told you Scotty Barnes took a back seat to everybody except the goddamn bus driver. He take a back seat to every fucking guy. So
Mm,
he's gonna take a back seat to Ingram for sure.
yeah,
Because Ingram just got paid like what 40 a year, 45 a year, something like that.
yeah,
While coming off a season ending injury, you don't throw money at a guy like that and don't expect him to
the
be
A
guy.
that
$200
25
million
Yep.
point
dollar
scorer.
player is going
So
to
that's
defer
that's
to
going so that's going to happen. That's going to happen. So we already know he's going to Toronto to average that 23.8 or 25, like y'all just said. This is going to be a repeat season of that for sure, because there's not a guy up there that's going to stop him from doing that.
Quickly
what
and
have
RJ
we
gonna
seen
fight
over
Now,
the
for
last
Paul.
3 years that tells
I
you he's going to do that, bro?
my but hold on, my
because
issue
he's already done it.
my
Quickly and
issue
RJ
with
gonna fight it
my
for
issue with what
Obama
Nap is saying, my issue with what Nap is saying, and all of this is we've seen also right for every circle, like we've seen guys go to destitute teams where they're the only guy and they get all the green lights, right? And they average 25, 22, 23, or they take have
Yeah,
they
he's not
hell
the only guy over there.
we yeah, we saw J.R. Smith. We saw J.R. Smith go crazy when he was when he was the only one guy in New York. Like that doesn't say much to me. Like every player in the NBA can like everybody like who's a scorer. Like when you know a guy who got a scoring gene, when you give them green lights, they can go get some points. Like that's not to be ashamed of or like to be like all disputed. My thing is the difference for me is like when I see a guy like a Jason Tatum, and it's like, oh, it's another dude that's averaging about the same thing, like 24, 25, and he's a pretty good scorer, and you still getting your 27. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's different because now I know if I give you the
It's
green light,
totally different.
yeah, if I give you the green light, oh, I know you going off for 36, 37. But when
Mm,
you got the green light,
Exactly.
but when you got the green light, okay, cool. Like you scored 25, but when there's another dog on the court and he got to eat too, I know you're gonna temper back down to about 18, 19. It's a difference.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that take was crazy, but I got Toronto finishing top six this year. I don't think they're
ooh,
High
gonna be in the play
usage,
in.
Brandon
I actually
Ingram
think
is
they
going to
they
equate to injury,
I
brother.
think they can.
How?
That's cool, but I think he can. I think Toronto team, and with him on that Toronto
okay.
team,
They got
I think
quickly.
you
They
add
got
that 25 point
yeah.
score. I think you can fuck around and be number six. I think they
Mm,
be good enough to be six
interesting.
because
How
we
many
don't know
shot
what the
attempts you
fuck going
guys
on
think
in
he going?
Philly. Philly,
How
the
many shot
biggest dark
attempts you
horse,
guys think he's
obviously.
going to need to
Hey,
average
hey, Smash
24?
bro, hey, Smash brother.
It might
Hey,
it
we
might
gotta
be
watch the
25, but
language
that's
because we
cool.
trying to get this on certain platforms.
He
And
gonna get
What
up
language I
about he
say?
gonna get about 17,
Emmanuel
18
Quick, you
attempts a
got
game.
Quickly, you got Barrett, you got Scotty. That's already like 50 shot attempts right there. You got the Jacoby Walter kid they
That's cool.
developing, the She
you
kid.
got
And
You
and,
got
and
got
guess
Grady.
and guess
Grady.
guess who
Like,
got
how is
paid?
he going to average
And guess who
25,
got paid?
24? Like, how?
Because they gave him 40 plus
So?
million dollars. That's
So?
how. you don't that's the
Jalen
point I'm
Brown
making.
got
You don't
300
go
and
40
change. How
million at
much
a
he
guy that
averaged
average.
last
It's
year?
a pecking order in
You're
politics when you're getting to smash his point when
you're
you
getting
get
40
paid
million dollars,
How
dog.
much
a
has
certain
Jalen
way.
Brown been averaging since he got that 300?
Jalen Brown
I don't
Jalen
know,
Brown
but
is the
I
second
I
leading
bet it's up
scorer,
there.
and we've seen nights where when Tatum decides to put his feet up,
To be a facilitator,
he
yeah.
Why does so
or
many
Tatum's
nights
not
Derek White looks like the second best player on that team?
again because
I
Not lying about that.
don't know about that.
there are nights
You know,
where
he not
Brown and
lying.
Tatum
That's facts.
take what's
Uh,
facts is you just like to be argumentative. I figured that out about you. So, but since we're talking,
Hey, yo, these attacks is
since we're
crazy.
talking high level basketball, let's give you an education. Boston has the team that is a Swiss Army knife. So when they're two sharpest
huh.
knives take take the day off, they still have knives that are sharp enough, and they have a defense that acts as their offense because their defense smothers you. They don't give many second and third chances, and
And the three
and
point
they
shooting.
Make you pay for your mistakes. Yep.
Yeah.
capitalize in transition. So that's why the others are allowed to look like they do. Because again, Pritchard has shown nights where he looks like Jesus Shuttlesworth, and we're like, what? And
That's a
And
fact.
Jalen Brown did average 26 a game
Yeah, last year.
When
before.
last season.
No, not last year, but
Yeah,
he
because
has done it
I was gonna say
before.
Last year or the year before last it was.
last season, Jalen Brown was not that good, and the Boston Celtics, like when Jason Tatum was off the floor, wasn't that good
no,
either last season.
no. They played two different. When Jalen was on the floor by himself, the ball flowed better. It didn't stick. With Tatum, the ball sticks at points, but he he has more options, and we saw that after he got hurt. Their offensive flow completely switched.
Are you talking about last season?
You from the
I'm
playoffs?
fine with that.
I get,
I'm
but
fine with
my
ball
I guess
sticking in Jason Tatum's
my
hands.
only
No,
thing with this
I'm
is
asking if he's talking about last season. 'Cause last season it was not like Jalen Brown was not good. He wasn't shooting well. Like it was his defense kind of fell off. Like he wasn't that good last season.
yeah my
Y'all talking about last season. That don't bring that last season thoughts
my
until
only
the
issue
next
with
season because you got a whole different
my
team
only
now.
Yeah,
issue
no,
with this
I'm
is
that's what I'm asking. What is he talking about? What season he's talking about?
yeah, my only issue with this is like when you start talking about Jason Tatum and like Brandon Ingram and all of this. Brandon Ingram just bought himself 25 points a game, or I should say, Toronto
You say
He
he's
paid.
a
penciled
walking
in for
25
25.
points a game?
No, I'm saying no.
He's
I'm saying
walked
Toronto. I should
absolutely
say
at
Toronto
Toronto.
paid for 25 points a game because he's getting 40 something $1 million, which I'm sure is the biggest contract on that team right now. You
It
think
is
he's not
not.
getting?
It is
You think
Exactly.
not
he's
the
not
big.
getting
It is
Scotty
not
probably
17?
the
getting a
biggest
little bit more.
contract. It's not the biggest contract on the
Who getting
Scotty
more than
Barnes.
him?
Scotty Barnes.
Okay, so Scott. Okay, second.
Well, how much
So
he
he might be
getting?
the second biggest. So my thing is
He is the second biggest.
with that being said, do you really think that they're going to tell Brandon Ingram, "Hey, now you ain't getting no, you're not getting 17 to 20 shots a game"? No, they're not going to tell that man that.
And to be fair, they're not even trying to make Scotty Barnes be a 25-point scorer. They're trying to turn him into
Yeah.
against a
No,
point guard
no,
like Giannis. So
they
they're not even looking for
no,
him to
they
be
want
25
him.
point
They
scorer.
want him to, but does Scotty want to? That's the question. They
Guy
Precisely.
want him.
Hell
he
no,
want to be a
you
Swiss
just
Army
said out
knife.
your own
Yeah.
mouth that he just took the back
No,
seat to
but
five other players on the team.
that's what Scotty's doing. But the Raptors organization
And then
want
you
him
brought in
to.
a guy with the you brought in a Brandon Ingram with the way his character is. You just like he did. They just told you he was
I
crying
think,
about not getting
yeah, but
ISOs.
I
That
think what the
that's
Raptors,
25 points
I
to
think what
me.
the Raptors is doing is because they're just trying. I think right now what they're trying to do is just gather assets because like they don't have a lot of picks because they traded some they made some sketchy
Now
things.
I'm with you
So
on
I think
that.
that's why they were like, okay, let's get Brandon Ingram, let's build up his value and maybe flip him for some value. Let's flip RJ for some
But I
value.
think
So
the
that's what I
problem,
think they
but
are.
the issue, but I'm not. I
You think
guess
they
I'm.
were making up for losing Pascal? Or they felt like they
Yeah,
need to get him?
I'm not doing that, man. Like I
No,
get
I
what you're
think
saying, this, and it makes sense, but in a
It
way,
makes sense for sure.
it makes
They
sense
got
in a
three
way.
first rounders, right?
But my thing is I don't think I wouldn't want to get a confidence killer in
and Brandon Ingram, a guy like Brandon Ingram, if I'm trying to develop young guys, right? Like because now Brandon Ingram's
That's the point
paid.
I'm trying
But
to
they don't
make.
really have
Yeah,
a
like
blue chip.
Brandon
They
That's the
Ingram's
don't
point
really
gonna
I'm
have a
take.
making.
blue
Agreed.
He's
chipper
gonna
like that
You
though.
got Jacopo
he's
at the
gonna
center.
take
So how
those.
you playing Brandon Ingram at the three and Scotty at the four? Is that
Yeah, it
Because
probably
he
have
yeah
to.
Yeah,
because
that's
because
how
you're
they're
you're
gonna
gonna
play.
take away shots. You're taking away shots from the young developmental guys that you're gonna have
Sheed,
because you owe
Jacoby?
him 40.
Yep.
They don't
Because yeah,
have
Grady.
because you
they
owe
don't
him
have
45.
but they don't have a blue chipper. Like those are really solid role players for the future. That's
Yeah.
nice, but they don't have like a real person to put next to Scotty. So what you have to do, because they don't really have a lot of draft
That's
picks,
facts.
is try to find another way to get that player. Like I'm not going to sacrifice my ability to get more
Well,
assets to
this the
get
player you
a
got him on the
caliber of
team.
player for some
RJ
role
Barrett is that
player.
guy.
Like I'm not doing that.
Eh.
He got to
Shit.
go.
No,
RJ
RJ
Barrett
Yeah,
got to
Barrett
because
go.
was
here's the
that guy, but
and here's
now
the
I think his role
and
is
here's the thing too with the
not
apron
as
That's
much
what
as
that's the
with the
needed.
point I'm
whole
saying.
apron. Here's my thing with the whole. Here's my thing with trying to trade Brandon Ingram away with the whole apron thing. Who's the team that's going to trade for that $45 million a year contract now?
I don't know why
Because if
you.
he
That's what I'm saying.
Let me
That's
double
that's
check his
why I said
contract.
RJ Barrett got to be the
Would
one to go.
would
That's
RJ
I
Barrett,
that's
and you're
why.
gonna
could
But
I
slide
that's
could I
why.
Grady Dick
throw out
So
right
a
there.
team
just a
possibly?
couple, just a couple things. Just a couple things. One,
I don't know
after this season, this is a 3-year contract. So after the season, he'll have that contract
Yeah.
and the player option. You can trade away expiring contracts, especially if it's expiring contract that with that where he builds up his value and played really really well for the Raptors. That's what I'm saying.
He
So
better average 25,
you can
Well,
give
or his next
him
contract is
well,
not
not
going to be
just
money
that. You
you're
also
going to be happy
realize
with.
the CBA is coming up, so which means that contracts are gonna go higher. So role players are gonna get higher valued contracts, and
that's true,
and and
Thank you.
I'm just
and
saying
and,
that
and if you
if
can
he
package, because sometimes depending on you, two other things, who like Heaven Sent said, to pass, passing expiring contracts, or you can package players to match that contract and find a second or third team who's going to eat the salary cap for whatever
draft
yeah, I
competition.
get all of
Yeah.
that. My thing, I guess my
Brooklyn
thing
net.
is to do for this to work, and like because I get what Ness is saying, right? So for this to work, you're gonna have to basically tell your players that are on this team, give him the ball and move out the way, so he can drive
See,
it.
now you ain't
That's a
gotta
So he
say
fact
it
can
though.
like
drive it
that.
and
No, you
Not
ain't
all the
gotta
time.
say it like
Not all
that.
the time. Yeah. It might have.
You ain't gotta say it like
Not
this
Might
is
be
necessarily.
moment. It
RJ
might be
Barrett is
moments
the
like
odd
that.
man out to
Not
me.
he's a
That's what I'm
necessarily.
volume
saying. I
shooter.
don't think all.
My thing is he's
That's
a
why
volume shooter. He's
RJ
a
Barrett
volume
got to be the
scorer.
odd way out.
He's a volume
They need
scorer,
more
so
people
he
to
needs the
score.
ball.
They
He's
need
gonna
more
need the
scoring.
ball.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm saying. They needed more scoring
I don't.
anyway.
I don't
So
know
it
who
makes
cares
sense.
about an RJ Barrett. I'm not gonna hold you. Who cares about an RJ Barrett?
No,
He can
that's
take
what I'm saying.
5
Nobody
shots a
we
game.
don't. But this is what I'm saying. We talking about moving RJ Barrett out the way, slide Grady Dick in.
That
So like you
hey,
just
Hey,
said, you got to
hey,
get some of
yo.
them
yo,
young
Yo,
guys in
You
there.
couldn't
hey,
wait for
yo.
that.
Yo, hey,
Slide Grady was enough.
hey, man, no cussing,
Bro,
man.
yo.
Crazy.
y'all got to kill that shit.
nah,
Hey,
And Grady
it's
Dick ain't gonna be
nah. He
thrown
just kind
nah.
of
around
threw that up
all the
there with
way.
the layup, and it was just like, what is he
Yeah.
doing?
I mean, well, anytime you mention Grady Dick, any jersey swap, you can put any other name next to Dick, it's gonna be a
What's his
meme.
middle
So
name?
Hey, yo.
Pause.
it don't even
It don't
matter.
matter. It don't matter. We don't need to know that. Let's just move on.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah, but that's what
hilarious,
that's what I think
man.
they're
But
doing
like I
because
said,
it's
if
that's similar to what
I think Toronto gonna be number
it's
six.
similar
That's
to
why I
what
got them. I
Nah,
think they
I think
ceiling is
this
yo,
I
number
think this
six.
he said
Better than
slide.
Indiana and
Everybody
That's
Boston?
everybody
crazy.
else.
Yes,
I said number
Indiana.
six
I don't
in
think
the
Indiana.
East.
I
I don't
think
think Indiana is
Indiana
number
New
takes
six.
a
York
step. I
Knicks,
think Indiana
Cleveland.
takes a step back.
Name
Who's
your top
Indiana's?
five.
Because
Who's
Tyrese,
Indiana's
the engine that
five?
makes that team,
They
the
don't
engine
have
that makes that
Hallie.
team go is gone.
Name
Yeah,
your
that
top
Nah,
engine
five,
that makes the
brotherhood.
team go is
they
gone.
don't have
do you
So
Miles
think
my
Bridges.
do you
top
think
five, I
do you
gave it the
think
other night.
Indiana
My
do you
my
think Indiana tries to get because they just if you remember just before the final started they traded to get their draft pick back for this upcoming draft.
well they have
So do you think they kind of put
Tank.
it back just so they
they
can get a good draft pick?
they have
They might trade for
It,
Brandon Ingram. No, I'm
no
just playing.
no they
wow.
they have
Or Kawhi.
everybody, they have everybody pretty much locked in till 28, 29. So this year upcoming they're playing with house money. I said the other day that this is Cleveland's year to lose the East, because right now Right
How was
now,
Absolutely.
last
they're
year?
they're the favorite on paper
What?
because of
Yeah.
what they did last year and who they just added. So it's their East to lose. Then
That's not facts.
then you have
It's them in New
Stand up
York.
for your
So.
Knicks.
then you have Detroit and Orlando and
Disrespectful.
and this is in no particular
No.
order. And
Oh,
No.
I
okay.
said this
Thank
the
you for
other
saying that.
and,
Oh, no order.
and
Okay.
and
All
this is
right.
the top.
Let him,
So
let
in
him
the
It's
finish.
still
top
Go ahead.
disrespectful though, King.
in the top five, I
Just
had in the top five, and this is no particular order,
Orlando,
is
Detroit in your top three.
is
Toronto has no chance.
he said no
I
order.
said
He
I
said no
have
order.
He dead forgot about your team.
Cleveland, Orlando, Detroit. Um, I said
Atlanta.
Keep up with the disrespect.
no. I didn't say Atlanta. I don't have. I
I know you didn't. I'm just trying to name everything but that other
I
team that
said
you named
But you
before.
said it was a Cavs East to
It's
the other
crazy.
day. I think Washington's going to be the five or the six.
Oh
Washington. I'm
yeah.
done.
I no no
Yo,
no
boo
no.
him. Yo,
What
hoop.
the
See?
fuck?
See?
Again,
It's that time, bro. It's that
no
time.
who did I not say this the other night?
Hey yo.
Trey
Hey, who
Who did
Johnson
I
forgot
not
already
about
say this
this
beat
the
the
other
shit?
night?
Washington Wizards out the Eastern
Nah, he
Conference.
did. He
Me
did. He
personally,
did. He
King,
said
I
the
would
But
not
Wizards.
take
He
the
said the
who's the
Sixers.
Wizards.
fourth team though? Why you
He
gotta
said the
say fourth?
Wizards.
And then the
He said the
Knickerbockers.
Wizards
So
are going to be a
Wizards top
top six
four in the
seed.
East.
He said
He
the
said
Wizards are
yours
going to be a
last.
top
Me
six
Wait,
seed.
personally,
what?
King, I would.
He
Me
said
personally, King, I would
Wizards are
take.
five.
He's
Sage. He said the
trolling.
Wizards going to be 5 or 6.
He's trolling,
Yeah,
bro.
we can
Dang.
take him
No,
The
serious.
I'm
Washington
You
football
know,
team
Like
Five?
is the
what?
NFL brotherhood,
I
not the
knew he
Wizards.
said that a couple of days ago, but to actually hear him say it is a whole
He said
different.
it
It just
again.
no
hits different.
again no
He said it
no
Yeah.
again. I
no
told
no
you he
who
really
who
said it
Yeah,
again.
hey, tape for him to double down.
To double
Yeah,
down,
that's
Napoleon,
10 toes,
there's
stand
no
10
such
toes
thing as
down
high
on
that's
him.
level basketball
crazy.
talk consistent with the Washington Wizards being in the top five. Stop. I listen very intently to you, brothers, man. I respect a lot of you guys. Don't play with my intelligence,
He
brotherhood.
said your team last
E-
Right,
though.
King. Don't
exactly.
play with
Yeah,
my
don't play my
intelligence,
He
intelligence.
brotherhood.
said your team
Exactly.
Word.
last though. You know that, right?
That's a way better conversation than the Brandon Ingram conversation. 'Cause I want to hear that one.
look no
I want to hear the stories
hey
behind this Washington
you
Wizards.
said that they were a
Ask
Can
top
ask
five.
ask
can
the
You said
ask the
Toronto
team
was
name
what
the
a top
starting
did
lineup.
five.
what was his
Ask the
Nah, he
team
argument?
said
name the
he
No, I
said
starting
didn't.
six.
lineup.
I
He
said,
said six.
correct me. I said Toronto's
Six.
ceiling is top
He
Yeah,
six.
that's
said
what
That's what
he
I
top
said.
said.
six. Smash
I
said
said their
six.
No,
ceiling
let's
is
stick with the
their ceiling.
Washington. Where did
I didn't say
Washington
their
come from?
I didn't say they're finished at six.
That's
I said
Napoleon.
Toronto's
Napoleon
ceiling
said they're
is
gonna be
six.
five.
That's what I
No,
CJ
said.
I
McCollum
said
and
it the
who?
other
Top
night.
six
I
seed.
said
Top
top
six
six
seed.
seed. I said I can.
Bro, I don't know, man.
Who's
I
leading
don't
the
know.
Washington Wizards
Hey,
in the
I said
play-in?
what's the
Toronto's
argument?
ceiling
Hold
is
on,
six.
let him explain real quick.
Chris
He said
Middleton
Chris
and CJ
Middleton
Yeah,
and
Chris
CJ
McCollum.
Middleton and
McCollum.
CJ
And
McCollum,
CJ
man, with Trey Johnson.
Let him
No,
explain. Let him explain.
because with the East being in the situation it's in, you're
Uh-huh.
gonna see a lot of movement, and
Washington?
you're gonna see a lot of movement. And I'm telling you, they're gonna be one of those. Again, I don't believe in anything Atlanta's doing. It looks good on paper.
But we believe in Washington.
So you think the Washington Wizards have a better roster construction than the Atlanta Hawks right now, and a better developed team?
Man,
At
I
what
Yo.
bel
we
variant?
should have
Wait,
talked about
wait,
Better
that for an
coach
hour,
too?
not Brandon Ingram.
Come
That's
on,
what we should
can
brotherhood.
you
be talking
explain
about.
that?
Who's
I
the
Definitely.
name? Who's the
believe.
Washington Wizards coach right now? What's his name? First and
He
last.
don't know. Who
Who knows?
knows?
Is insane.
What's the
Who
starting
Your
knows?
lineup?
top
What's the
five
starting
teams.
lineup?
Hey, King, ask him the starting lineup. King, ask him the starting lineup.
You don't know.
CJ McCullum, that's it.
You don't
Look,
know.
I
Alex
again
Sar.
And
again
the Alex Sar. They're the only two starters
again.
I
I
know.
said
And
what I said. I said
Koulibaly.
what
I
I
don't know if
said,
Alex Saw is a five or a four. I
and
don't know
I
what's going on with
haven't
that kid.
backed down
He
off of
don't know
what
what
I
he is
said.
either.
That's cool. You ain't got to back down off of it. They gonna do it for you.
Bro,
You ain't got to
that's
back down
insane.
off of it.
Wait, quick side note.
They gonna back all the way down the roster, all the way down the rankings. They just gonna keep
I
on
hope you know
backing up. All the way
Kobe White and Matis
down.
Buzelis and the Bulls, Chicago Bulls got something to say about your take too. Washington
That's what I'm
Wizards is
saying.
You ain't
crazy,
lying.
bro.
I
Hey,
forgot all about Chicago. Chicago is gonna be. Yeah, I forgot all about them.
hey, hey,
Y'all,
Chicago
y'all
gonna
talking
beat.
hey,
about
I got
smash,
another
Chicago.
hot
Okay.
take.
smash, smash.
Yep. What's up?
Oh, good game game Sunday, bro. I meant to tell you that earlier.
Oh yeah, y'all got us big.
But
Hey,
y'all,
Y'all got us big.
y'all
Y'all
got
call
hey,
us.
y'all
Hoop.
hey, y'all called
Hey,
us.
Hoop, you gonna have to start
Y'all called us
paying
at
me
the
for
right
these.
time. You called me at the right. Y'all called us at the right
What
time.
for these bad
I ain't got nothing to say about
for
it.
these bad takes?
Nah. Hey,
I
I'm
gotta take.
bringing you
Hey,
ratings.
Bro, if you was cooking at some
I'm
point in
bringing
this
you
space
rated.
today, all of that shit is well done now at this point, brother. You overcooked. If that's the case.
Okay, look,
You
I'll
said,
be overcooked. You've always been undercooked. So let's move on.
look, you said
Ooh.
Washington over Miami, Washington over Atlanta, Washington over Chicago, Washington over Toronto. Damn.
Washington over Miami is
Ooh.
egregious.
That man said, he said Chicago, Miami, Atlanta, and
Look, if I
Toronto,
wanted to
and
look
Philly,
if I
and
wanted
Philly
a
too.
Jet 2 holiday, I would go to one of those destinations.
If you want to file
You
for
most definitely got
bankruptcy
one.
right along with Trump, you can. Because I don't know, like, what type of time you think Washington gonna be on, brother? Like, really, honestly, bro. Trey Johnson is gonna get how many minutes? You think he'll be in the rookie of the year discussion? You think he'll be top 3, top 4 in rookie of the year discussion this year?
Obviously,
He's just gonna
that's
usurp
obvious.
everybody on that roster. All those veterans, champion Chris Middleton, everybody, right?
If I didn't say
I
if I
take
didn't
this.
say it, you shouldn't think it.
You said they were top five. That's a lot. That's a lot to
No, I
unpack.
said top
They got a
6.
better chance of getting John Wall as the coach. Stop it.
Six.
So pretty much the Washington Wizards or Bullets, whatever they're called, they're going to be the Detroit Pistons of last year, which is I think
Wow.
that's that's not going to happen at all. As a Raptors fan, like like there's two teams I personally think who have the chance to be the next the Pistons, and I think it's Atlanta and Toronto, but Washington is nowhere in that equation.
That's a landfill,
Like
bro. It's a dump site.
Brian,
You
you
know
think
that.
Toronto has a chance every
Sheesh.
year?
no, I don't. I personally think last year, like this year, like I think you got somebody was talking about the draft picks. The Raptors are one of the few teams that have all their picks until 2032, right? So
It's really
what
laughable
they're
though, with
doing,
all that money allocated on that roster. Well over half a
yeah,
billion dollars.
The BI contract, it's I think somebody mentioned like if you can't go get the big name like through free agency, you got to find a different path, right? And I feel like personally, BI might be in for a huge bounce back season. Now, what is that? Who knows? But 23 to 25 points,
25 points.
20 23
Yeah,
25 is pretty easy doable for Brandon Ingram.
pretty much.
And where does he get help from? Who and what? Are those stats?
And the thing, another thing too for Raptors is that this is a season they'll figure out if Grady Dick's the guy going forward or Jacoby Walter because they have too many guards. Now they got Murray Boyles in there. RJ Barrett's name's on in trade
What's
talks, right?
stopping
But
quickly from shooting 15 shots a game?
yeah, that's
Brandon
another
Ingram.
thing. Brendan.
Brandon Ingram. That's who's stopping. Brandon Ingram and
Emmanuel
his
quickly is stopping
contract
Emmanuel quickly from
gonna
shooting
stop a lot
15
of people.
shots.
Exactly. But you can't pay nobody that type of money and not expect them to be first or second in shot attempts. That's what you literally went out and bought that. That's what you bought. You gave him 40 for that. You're not gonna give him that much money and say come in here and average 13 shots a game or something crazy like that, 12. No,
You
that's
know
too
why
much
they're
money.
gonna
Well,
be an
he's making
interesting team
32.
because they got that Jakob kid alongside Scotty Barnes. So
Yeah.
in terms of
Yeah, but I'm gonna
defense,
tell you
their
what's I'm gonna
defensive
tell you what's gonna be a
versatility
telltale.
is really high.
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna be a telltale sign when they get into that first close game where, like, what I mean, they're gonna need that one person to take the shot. If Brandon Ingram don't get the shot, you're gonna see what they like. You're gonna see some changes.
No, I think they got plenty of guys
Like,
that
So
can take that
it's
moment. I
only
don't
one
think
it's
that's the
only two
issue.
people
That's
that
not
can
the
do
issue. It's not two people. It's more than two people.
it. Yeah,
Got plenty of guys that are shot
I
makers
give
on
you
that
I
team.
say two.
Now, elite shot makers, that's a different discussion. But you got many guys that's going
no,
to be willing to take
who's
those
the
shots.
guy? No, no, it's not about how many shot makers you have on the team. It's about when you get into that situation where, hey, we gotta draw this play up. Who the ball going
Oh,
to?
clutch moments,
If
you
that
mean?
ball
Yeah,
don't,
yeah.
yeah, if that ball don't go to Bi, you're gonna see some. You're gonna see some things go down.
Well, I guess it also depends on the moment as well. Like if the team is down 4-3, like I don't know if Brandon Ingram's a good 3-point shooter or not, but I don't think Ingram's going to be the one taking the 3-point shot, right? But I personally do think
I
that
actually think he will.
you
I
know
think he actually will. How this league is
game on
transition,
the
I think he
line.
will.
I think game on the line, those 2-minute drills and stuff like that. I think it's Bi and everybody moves away. But does he have the capability of hitting those mid range? Of course, but how clutch he's gonna be, I guess we will find out. But I personally wouldn't be letting Scotty Barnes take those mid ranges. I don't think he's got that big of a. I think he should stay away from those 2 minute drills.
Well, Emmanuel quickly be able to get him the ball.
Yeah, that's another thing. But I like with the way that the Raptors want to run. I think they're gonna focus on Scotty Barnes as the point guard on the team, right? Like the playmaker. So I don't know how this is gonna work with Emmanuel quickly, but this team offensively is gonna go through Bi, and if it doesn't, then we might have something.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
Like
What's
they
y'all what's y'all
paid,
take
they
on what's y'all
paid.
take on Milwaukee?
They go as far as
Nobody knows. Just like
they
Washington.
go as far as Giannis taking.
But here's the thing: is the Bucks era coming closer to an end now, or do you think there's
Not
something still
re-signing
because?
That
Bobby
window
Portis and getting Miles Turner.
that
Yeah,
window was closed. That window was closed a long time ago. I think they tried to prop it back open with Dame. It didn't work out. Only way I can see them propping it back open is if they could somehow entice another starter.
it's like looking at the trade field out there. Like, who is another starter that's willing to go to Milwaukee, right? Like, we know what Milwaukee is. No disrespect, but
It's
you
not.
got
It's not
Giannis.
willing. It's like what assets do they have to give up for a
Exactly,
good
because they
piece?
gave everything up for Dame, right? They gave, I think it was Drew
That,
Holiday
that,
and how many first round
that's my
picks?
point. That's my point. It's like at this point, I feel like it's either Giannis leaves or he stays and he play like he either stays and like he's okay
I'm
with like whatever happens, or he leaves and tries to go find and like forces his way out and
Bro, he's
tries
a
to go
mega star,
move up.
bro. He needs to be in a big market. Look what just happened with Luca, bro. It's inevitable, bro. Same thing for Ant Man. I really
Giannis's
strongly think
personality
so.
also, like the goofy personality that he likes, those
But
conversations. Just
Luca didn't force his way out. Nico just made a dumb decision.
yeah, Nico.
yeah.
But I do think the Giannis, with the way he is, his personality, I think he needs to be in a big market. But but then again, he is a different cat where he seems like a loyal individual as well, right? But then again, he's got Milwaukee the ring. He's got nothing to prove, right? So if he wants to test the market, go to Miami, go to LA, go wherever he wants. You can't really Milwaukee can't stop him because
He
he's got you
absolutely
that
has
ring.
more to prove. Absolutely
I'm
has
gonna
more
tell
to
you
prove.
what's gonna happen, bro. That's when you might see Adam Silver pull like a Stern, bro, and be like, if he try to come to LA, and I'm okay with that. Him and Luca, once Brian leave, oh my God,
I think it's a
but
better chance he replaces
I think that's
Kawhi than going to the Clip
but
than going replacing LeBron.
nah, he'll go to the Lakers because him and Luca are cool, like they cool. So like the thing is I
So
think
you
Adam
okay with
Silver be
playing those
like,
two players $300 million?
yes sir.
Him and Luca battling for LA wouldn't be that bad though. I
I
mean, I can see
only
both
the
ways.
only the,
Smash. Hey, brother, I just met you. Hey, man. Hey. We're not trying to give little brother no more chances, brother. They had their window. It's back for us now.
Damn, it scare you that? Do it scare you that
No, it
much?
don't scare me. It's just I'm tired of them. It's
I
tired.
mean, you sound like a
No,
little shaking in them boots over
nah,
there.
nah. Look,
It sound like a little shaking in them boots over there
we
now.
gave y'all a chance. We gave y'all chance. We let y'all have y'all LA kids. They failed. It's bad. Now we taking over. Y'all go over to that new building with
But
y'all rich owner and them bums that y'all paid all that
man,
money to.
that was the best news y'all could have ever received, which you knowing was coming down the pipeline. That damn whole Kawhi Leonard contract.
But
That's the best news y'all have received in a minute.
nah, the best news was that
I know y'all was over
the
there.
best
Y'all was over there
news
How
like,
about get
the
rid of
best
yes.
James
news was
Harden,
that
not Kawhi? Stop it.
nah, the best news was that Larry
they went
O'Brien that we
after
got.
James Harden aggressively in free agency though.
But But my thing is like I can see Giannis and Luca, but I think that's when I think Adam Silver would be like, nah, y'all ain't nah. Like
Yeah, send him to the Clippers. Put his ass on the Clippers. And let him and Luca battle for
no,
LA
we
for the
want
next
Giannis to get
next
another ring,
decade.
brother. We
Yeah.
don't want him to be embarrassed.
Nah, you don't want Young to get no ring. You don't want the Clippers to have him. Tell the truth now.
I'm not
That's what you
afraid
don't
of my
want. You don't
haters.
want the you don't want
I hate little brother. Yes.
you I'm scared of Steve Ballmer with Giannis, and I ain't got nothing to do with
I'm not
LA.
afraid of
I don't
Steve
want
Ballmer
Steve
with
Ballmer
Giannis
having his
Steve
because I
way
saw
like
Ballmer
that.
will
Steve Ballmer.
absolutely throw
Yeah,
the
I
I
saw
am.
Steve
a
Ballmer with
huge
I saw
bag at
Steve
him.
Ballmer with two. I saw Steve Ballmer with two top 15 players and he ain't do nothing with it. I ain't scared of them.
But neither one of them was Giannis.
But he did have Kawhi post 2019 peak Kawhi after like back. You think about it, 2019, 2020. A lot of people are saying Kawhi might be the best player in the game. The conversation was out there, right?
Man, you don't
But
want
it didn't, of
That's
course.
what I'm saying, bro.
hell
I'm not scared
no.
of
And
Steve
then
Ballmer.
Giannis hadn't
What I
happened
want
yet.
Giannis, I
Age
want
and
the
I'm
attrition,
best.
scared of
man.
I,
Giannis in LA.
like Smash. I want the best for Giannis. I want Giannis to go somewhere where he's loved. I want Giannis to go somewhere where he has an actual chance to win. I don't want him to go over across the hallway.
Why y'all shit on my nigga Westbrook then?
Cause he, come on, man.
So
It's another
so
comment. Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I was gonna
It's
say
a
I don't
loaded
think
it's
you're
a
gonna
loaded
like my
question.
answer.
I probably would have loved it.
But if he doesn't sign the extension next off season, I guarantee every big market team should be ready to go after him in free agency. That's for sure. But then also, but then
That's
here's the
pretty
other
much what's
thing is
about to
like how
happen.
many teams are already in position or have been positioning themselves for that movement
Super
already?
fire sale for him.
Well,
Hey,
here's a
Sage,
team.
Sage.
Everybody doing it.
How about Giannis? How about
Everybody doing
Giannis
it.
to Golden State?
Say no.
Well,
I'm
you
saying
know
Um,
like
what?
Giannis,
You have to
but to answer
you
your
still have
question
to
about the
consider that
Bucks,
because they're a big market. Steph Curry might be like
yeah,
a
they
Tim
exactly.
are.
Duncan
But
where
here's the thing,
Curry just
Sage.
finishes off his career there.
Um, Steve Ballmer, Steve Ballmer now has some very rich, and when I say rich, I mean long paper. Like
We already
Yeah,
know
we
that.
know
competition,
that.
competition in LA, right?
This guy
So
bought the forum so he could build his own stadium, bro. We already
That's what,
know
that's what we
this.
talking about.
I'm talking about the new owner for the Lakers. See, like
He's a
Jeannie Buss
He's
made
a
a good
The
like
Dodger owner. We already know this, bro. In LA,
yeah, like so
We're-
when he put that suit on, see, people
he
forget
was
how
already
Dr.
an
Buss
owner. He was
operates.
a minority owner for the Lakers already.
Yeah, so
exactly.
yeah, right. So now he get to flex his muscle. He couldn't tell Genie get out the way and let me do what I do. Right now he can tell, it's my team now, right? I get to go full blown what I want to do, and I'm gonna throw as much money as I can
This
And
at
you
guy
him.
think
single handedly changed like the Dodger projection, like literally like improved every single facet of the organization, and we won a World Series because 2 World Series because of it since then.
to answer the question about the Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis' future, there is no building the Bucks. The only building of the Bucks that you'll be doing is
Hey,
trading Giannis
I'm gonna
away.
be honest though, bro.
That's it. You can't let him walk. You
Hey,
can't let him walk.
I think it'd be not a good thing to sleep on the Bucks in the playoffs in any series. I don't matter about 1 through 8. You know, if it's 2 through 7, bro. If you have Giannis in the game, bro, it's a tough out, bro. Like, cause Giannis
Especially
is
with the
just
state of the East right now.
he could just go off like you always. To me, it's always usually comes down to in any game. It's like who's the best player on the court. That will usually tell you who will win the game. To be honest with you, bro.
But
More
guess
times
what?
than not. I'm not saying
That ain't
every
gonna be
time,
the
but more
situation for
times
the
than not, usually
Bucks.
the best player on the court. It's like when Michael Jordan.
That ain't gonna be
It's
the
like when
situation
Michael
for the
Jordan put up
Bucks.
that game against the Celtics and they still lost, and you're like, damn, bro, like that was just one of the rare instances where like the best player on the court didn't win the game. Like, but the
And
Bulls should have really won that game though, bro. You know what game I'm talking about.
but that but if the Giannis and Antetokounmpo get out there, he might average 50 for them games in that series or whatever.
He gonna
If
have
they
to.
You
going
gotta
out
have
there
someone to
like they is
stop him.
now,
Multiple people to
they're
stop
not
him.
they're not beat. They can they win a series? Yes, depending on what team it is. A ring? Boy, no. Eastern Conference Finals, not a chance in hell. It's not
I'm not saying
happening.
that I'm
which
not
is
saying I have
It's
them as a
not.
which is
favorite, but I'm
why
saying it'd be like it's
it's a
not.
one
I don't think
Can they
it's.
make
I
the
don't. I
playoffs?
I
Yes.
I
Giannis
I,
is
I
good enough
could
to make the
easily say
playoffs
like
in the
okay,
East.
I could have them
I know
losing a
that.
series or two against certain teams, but like they still will be. They'll still push it 6 or 7.
which is why in the
Possibly.
summer of
It's
2027,
dangerous.
which is why in the summer of 2027, Giannis will be punching a one-way ticket to Los Angeles, and he'll be at the crib.
Speaking of
Nah, that's
Texas
too long
Texans,
from
then
now.
go on
You'd
speak
be
it.
somewhere else before that. Not wait until then.
Hey,
I
How
think
about
wasn't there a
he
report
got
that
about
Man,
2 more?
wasn't there a
you
Don't
report
thought
want
that
to
niggas you
see
there
thought
another
niggas
year
you
Kevin
you
you
Porter
thought
Jr.
niggas
have
got
and Gary Trent
you would
with
have
him.
to also let go of Leonard at that point and have 2 superstars go to LA. Is that what they're planning with the cap that they
it's
have right now?
Usually they
It's
have like
people
a
out here
Zubac
right
deal
now
or
that
someone
saying
that
they
would
got a
ruin that.
chance at Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Nah,
It's
he
teams
coming
out
to the
here
Lakers,
really
bro.
think
I'm
they got
telling
a
you,
But
shot.
wasn't there a
LeBron's
report?
gonna announce his retirement.
It's team.
LeBron.
It's team. He's not getting.
But
They're
wasn't
not
there a
letting him
report
go.
saying that he would
That's not
rather
happening.
stay in the East?
The report is that he doesn't want to
That's
lose over
cool.
like like what
He
like
probably
50 to
would.
75 million dollars. It's gonna probably end up being or some if he goes to another team. Like, bro, he's gonna lose a lot of money if he goes to another team. So it has to be really worth it, bro. Really, really worth it. Think
I'm
about
not
that. Like,
saying
think about
he's
you.
going to
Would
get
you,
traded.
even though he
He's
come to
not
You
another
walking
don't think
team,
away.
would
playing
probably be
with
a better position?
you don't
Like, you're
think
gonna
playing with
lose over
Luca
50, 75 million dollars,
you
bro.
don't think
Your
playing with
personal
Luca and
cash.
having a chance to win a championship is worth it?
What?
Nope.
But the
I don't
thing
think
is,
he
the
do.
Lakers could sign to a
I
max
don't think he
contract. But I'm
do.
just saying that when you leave, bro, you're leaving money on the table. So I want. I'm a Laker fan. I want Giannis for sure, bro. But I'm just saying for him personally, like you got. I look at it from his perspective, not like really mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would he want to go to the Lakers? Well, Luca's there, so I'm like, oh, we have a
Well, he can
chance.
also can't he also sign the max contract to play 1 year and then get if it doesn't work, he still get traded,
Yeah, get
right? So
traded.
the
Yeah,
best of
he
both
absolutely
worlds,
can do
right?
that.
That's
That's
the
the
you
route.
sign the contract, you
That's the
sign the
route
contract, you get your money.
because he's gonna lose a lot of money with those state taxes in California.
Yep.
He gonna be right. He gonna lose a lot of money, so he want to get a lot of money so he can average out as far as
They
his
also
pockets.
Like
So he can average
Luca's
out
even though
if
Luca's a
that was the
Laker, he
case.
ain't ever getting all that money back, bro. He for sure took a huge fucking L. Like no matter
Yeah.
what, like ever like advertising does for extra for the Lakers because he gets like the more like star status. This it'll
hmm
never even closely equates to the money he lost, bro. Not even close.
And Giannis and his agent know that. That's why they're gonna be very strategic. When they make a move, it's
well
gonna
that's
be
why
something in
I
his
think
favor. And he's not getting
It
traded
would
to
have to be like a
anybody.
mega team, bro. Like why would Giannis
well I
leave
think
unless it's not
I,
like that type of
the
level,
best
bro?
They
for
don't.
Giannis
It
for
don't
It
have
both
to be
has
a
to
mega
be an
team.
ideal situation where you're walking with another superstar. I would have to think that, bro.
well that's why I
hmm
think Miami makes sense too because there's no state tax there as well, right?
Exactly. The Miami and them Florida. I mean, not Florida. The Florida and them damn
Yeah,
Texas
exactly
teams
right.
make most sense in that regard. So you're right. It could be another team. It could be a AD swap. I don't know. Maybe they take AD back on big money but less years, so for a quicker chance to get a number one pick or whatever. I don't know. But Giannis is ugly down there. That little trade set them back for sure. Ain't no other way to look at that.
They did the best they could to clean it up,
Ain't
but
no.
it still hurts. The pain's still there.
Yeah, yeah. The pain definitely there. So he can make it playoff in the East by itself. Absolutely. Milwaukee gonna make the playoffs. It depends on who they play. They
That's
could
what I'm
pull one
saying. Like
off,
they're a team they could pull an
but that's
upset.
about it.
I don't have them as a favorite, obviously. I think they're
Yeah.
gonna their
Well then a
peak is
lot of
second
teams
round,
also
but
I think
they have Giannis at the end of the day.
a lot of teams are also going to come up probably saying that we're going to let Giannis get his, but we're going to try to neutralize everything else around him, right? Because that roster, who do they
Exactly.
have?
You
Because
seen what just
Giannis
happened to him in the Olympics?
he can go for 60 and 70, whatever. But if you neutralize everybody else, like that could work out both ways. But
Chetty Osman held him to 12 points, bro.
yeah,
Chetty Osman. Stop it. What if you neutralize him? Then you're really in trouble.
like who else do the Bucks have? It's Miles Turner, Giannis,
Bobby
um,
Portis, Kevin Porter Jr.,
Kevin
Gary
Porter, their
Trent,
start, Gary Trent,
Andre
right?
Jackson Jr., a
Like
whole bunch of who's.
exactly.
A
So you
whole
can. There's
bunch
a
of
pretty good chance the
them
Who's could get
ain't even
neutralized
mid
easy.
players. Them not even mid players. We ain't even talking about mid grade. That's not even the mid grade players you just named.
So why can't Orlando or
Sheesh.
Detroit team
That's
sweep
tough.
them? Why not?
I would
Who they
probably pick.
beating?
That's tough.
I'm just saying that even if it gets to Detroit, where obviously the team overall is better, dude, they got to still stop Giannis at the end of the day. In playoff basketball, it gets
Oh, they got Durant. They got Durant and
everything gets a
Stewart.
little bit different in the playoffs,
Sixers
No,
got Drummond and
no.
B. That's probably their biggest
Orlando
adversaries. Then you got Evan Mobley and
Orlando's gonna be good,
Jared Allen.
bro.
Bucks 4-1.
Hey, you're in the Matrix, bro. Smasher,
So
you're in the Matrix.
what about now?
Oh, we can hear you now.
Yeah, Orlando is too much. That's too much firepower. You kept everything in
Too
every
good
respective
shooting. Their
manner.
shooting is too elite.
That's a
But
4-1
my
release.
problem, but in my opinion, with Orlando, still besides Desmond Bain, who can consistently hit an outside shot?
Franz Wagner, Jalen Suggs,
Ah,
Paulo still
not
developing.
consistently. Man, Foz Wagner. I mean,
Franz Wagner
Foz and
definitely
Paulo
is.
got to
He's
be better.
evolving, bro. Kid is evolving right in
They got
front
to
of
be
our
better
eyes.
from the perimeter.
Tyus Jones can hit shots
I
too.
like Tyus Jones' game too.
Like Franz shot like 20-some% from three last year. That can't not happen.
Wow,
It
that
ain't
was
gonna
that
happen. You
low.
went out and got Desmond Bain. You ain't got Desmond Bain. That's a big get.
Yeah, it is.
And they gave up a lot to get him. That was their only
But they
weakness.
overpaid a little
They
bit,
just
bro.
need they just need a
Was
Yeah.
shooter.
it 4
They,
first
they
round
definitely
picks, I think?
overpaid us for him.
They gave a lot.
They
Who
definitely
did they give
I
up
overpaid
to
know,
get
you know
us.
what
him?
it, you
And
know what it
Kate,
is.
Caldwell Pope and who else?
It might,
They got four
it
picks
might
though.
Oh,
seem
I
like
right,
know,
right,
right?
right, right,
overpay,
right. The
but
picks.
they paid the price to get a piece they needed, and it'll fit perfectly with them, bro. If that makes
Exactly.
sense,
Facts.
like
You
it
gotta
does
get
look
what you
like they
need.
overpaid, which they did. But I would say that they got it to have the best fit possible out of all that for them. It works out perfect.
Sometimes you
Absolutely.
gotta overpay to get what you need, right?
Yeah, and
So
it
Yeah,
might
that's
that's
what
look
they
like
true.
did.
overpay, but when you like it's kind of like
I
the
mean,
Alex
it's
Caruso
a
deal. Think about that one for a second. Like that's a deal where it's like, dude, of course they
uh,
No, no,
overpaid
no,
for
no.
him.
It's a
did, did
we're
they
not
overpay
we're
for
not it's
Alex
not
Yeah,
enough
of
for
Caruso?
them to
course they
overpay.
did. But like, dude, that was a piece they
What you
needed.
mean?
They needed him. They needed.
They didn't even give up a pick
No,
for him.
but I'm just saying the better player went to Chicago in that deal, bro. Like at the end of the day, but the better piece
Yeah,
And
but
that fit
a
and
better
them,
it's
player.
it was
also
for OKC.
But the better player. The only reason why they did that because Caruso fit better with
No,